Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're here, and we're going to take a little break just so we can get our commercials out of the way, and then we'll come back and start the program for you. But first, these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Isn't that nice? I was just reading, where did Robert go? I want to tell her this.
Papa Flunky.
This is funny. Baba Booey just handed me an article on, you know, one of those guys who deny the Holocaust ever happened?
Yes.
So they're doing an article on this guy, and you know, they're talking about his lifestyle. He says today he lives in Beverly Hills, does not work thanks to a large trust fund his parents established.
That's nice.
When not out denying the Holocaust, he's also active on behalf of abortion rights. Radio talk show host Howard Stern is his hero.
Oh, and he doesn't believe the Holocaust happened.
I just like where my name pops up in these articles. You know?
Everyone's hero. He's up the board.
Gee, isn't that great? Well, you know, it just mention also that not only am I that guy's hero, but not that I was the guy's hero, but one of the brave firefighters who just died was a big fan of our show, supposedly. One of his friends called
And
him.
that guy they just did a movie about from, what, Cleveland?
Yeah.
You are his hero?
Yeah, wasn't that the guy who learned to walk after he was paralyzed or something?
I don't think he believes in the Holocaust either.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know, he's walking.
No, he believes in the Holocaust. He believes in it just fine. Imagine if all the people who idolized me didn't believe in the Holocaust. Like there was a trend.
I think it's Holocaust, love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Howard Stern is your hero.
Here, some guy, that guy Jeff Young, who sends me sounds for my computer.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me some more Jackie songs.
He's obsessed with Jackie.
Yeah, he is. Well, who is it?
I know I am.
I am too. I'm obsessed with Jackie.
Oh, you should have Jackie show you the pictures he was showing us yesterday.
What does he have?
He has pictures of his wife flashing.
Oh, can I see?
I left them home.
Oh, you sucker. You know I love your wife's body.
I mean, real good shot.
I appreciate Jackie's wife's body more than Jackie does.
And, you know, then, he's showing you this whole group of pictures, and one falls out, and he goes, oh, that's not supposed to be in there. But there's two of them.
Oh, two of them with his wife taking her top off?
On Thursdays, you get 2 for 1.
What is it, Jackie? Is her top off?
I had one of those little cameras where you get 24, one of those fun saver cameras, and I was trying to use up all the pictures because they were from my ski trip, and I said, flash. So she flashed, and that was the last picture.
She flashed on the ski trip?
No, this was at home.
Oh, and then she flashed,
and
you get a good
camera.
And she was topless?
She just lifted up her shirt.
So you see everything?
One full breath.
You see one.
Yeah?
If you've seen one, you've seen them both.
Is it a good picture?
It's excellent.
Yeah. Well, is it okay to show me?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, good. The wife loves showing them. What is it?
Look at Gary.
Great picture.
Really?
In fact,
I showed it to Billy West. He said, "Finally."
Finally.
You know, first of all, I want to say that.
Why wouldn't you show me that? You know, I'm the one guy. I mean,
you weren't.
Why showing it to Robin for?
He wanted it to be introduced this way, I'm sure.
She thought I was kidding. She thought I had taken it out.
I mean, how do you not show me that? You're sitting there with that all day, and you don't show it to me.
You know what's amazing is I was really amazed by her stomach as well as her breasts.
Yeah, she's got a tight stomach.
Very flat, you know.
Gary borrowed the picture for 3 days.
I said to Jackie, I was looking at it, and Jackie said, give me that back. I said, this is my only shot. I need to memorize it.
Yeah, right. I don't remember.
But this is the thing. Jackie claims it wasn't supposed to be in there. Look at how many people have seen it now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind. You know, as crazy as she gets about stuff, she don't care about it.
His wife has a weird morality.
Yeah.
None.
She's a naturalist.
She's all over the place.
It's like she can do whatever she wants, but Jackie can't.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you want to hear this? This guy, Jeff Young, put together some more Jackie songs. See if you like these. You got me up there, Fred, on my little system? I have my computer, my IBM ThinkPad, plugged into our system here. You're hearing this digitally, Robin. There's no tape involved.
All right.
Are you ready? This is Jackie doing Who Are You, the famous Who song. Okay, here we go.
Can't wait.
Ready?
Go ahead.
You like that? It's pretty redundant, actually. It's sort of one joke. It's a little drawn out. I'll have to edit that down.
Yeah, you get the idea.
All right.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. It's just
even funny to me.
It's just funny. Here is the great song by AC/DC called TNT.
Ooh, okay.
All right, here we go. It's all Jackie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, very good.
That's great.
Yeah, I thought you guys would like that.
People do have a lot of time.
Yeah, right. They sure do. Yeah,
I hear you.
all right, very good.
That's Fred's favorite noise.
Fred, how you like that one?
That one, let me hear it.
Auntie. That's the sound the girl makes when you give her the worst kind of sex that's really illegal in most states.
And you got to set that up.
The wrong place.
Yeah. Guys do it to each other, too.
Nope.
Do they sound the same?
Oh, yeah. That's a universal sound. Although I wouldn't know. I mean, I've never given it to a guy like
Or
that.
taken it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I know you always said I'd never given it.
I'm not a I'm a gubernatorial candidate. I can't lie. That is a wrong sound.
Otherworldly.
All right, let me close this up because I get distracted by it. The computer's the greatest thing. I can carry that sound with me anywhere, Robin.
You can have that anytime you need it.
If I want to hear Fred laughing, I just...
That's Fred?
That's Fred.
Oh, boy.
Right, Fred, that's you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I got Fred there.
We're with you at all times.
Always have the Stooges with me.
That's the best.
And Jackie.
And Jackie.
That's the best.
And I've got Hey Now on there. Hey Now! I got, what's his name, Club Soda Kenny?
I hear you.
Got him in there. I got Dice in there.
Yeah.
You know, I got them all. I got all my friends with me.
Good. I'm glad you're not alone.
I'm never alone. I'm always a one-man traveling sound show.
Great vacation.
Yeah. Whenever I miss you guys, I even have Robin in here. Whenever I miss you guys, I just give myself a little... That's right. That's it. So I never really miss you because I got everybody in there. I capture souls in my computer.
You can do the show without us now.
Yeah, I don't really need you guys. I can just, hey, good morning, Robin. How are you today? And Jackie, what about you? How are you? Ah, very good. I'm operating this all myself here. You know what I mean? That's the brilliance of IBM.
You don't need Fred.
Yeah, right. Hey, Jackie, how was sex with your wife last night? Oh, yeah, I hear you. Hey, Dice, you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, I hear you.
I hear you.
Good. Okay, Fred, what do you think? Hey, Fred, stop laughing like a mental patient and pull open your zipper. All right, you psycho. Hey now. Hey now. There you go. See, I got my own little traveling radio show.
Jeez.
It works out great. Oh, come on. It's not that painful. Maybe that kind of sex is painful. All right, yeah. All right, let me just relax here and let out a little gas.
Wrong end.
Oh, wrong end. Hey, you want to hear it from that end? No problem. Hey, how's that for a guy talking and working his own sound effects at the same time? Is that a good demonstration of my...
Your abilities?
Well, my computer, anyway.
Tom's still not reaching for his wallet.
Yeah, I know. I still can't get Tom to go for this.
Tom likes it.
Hey, Robin, look over here. Look who just walked in the room. It's Taboo from the New Year's Eve show.
It's natural. It's natural. TABBO. 1 calorie. Taboo.
Uh-oh, I think I'm getting nauseous. Jackie, it's not funny. I said it's not funny. All right, now I have a big announcement, Robin.
Okay.
See? What do you think? See, if I ever lose you guys, I have my own little...
There, you're
yeah.
what?
Can do the show from Idaho.
Like maybe when I'm 80 years old, I can do my own radio show without you guys.
We will never age.
Right.
There's no Tom Chiasano on there.
Yeah. I'll get it in there. I got it all in here, Robin.
Yeah, you got to have somebody like Tom, you know, when you need to be irritated.
Yeah. I even have the, you know...
Baba Booey.
That Baba Booey.
Now, can you make like a little macro type thing so if you hit a button, you get a series of all five?
No, I can do that. Yeah. I could do that. I got it all together over here. I'm just, you know...
if he wanted to do a bit, he could just sort of sequence everything.
You know what kind of disc jockey I am? I'm the kind of disc jockey. You ever seen these guys out on the street who have the cymbals tied to their knees and they got a little drum and one-man band? That's me. I got my little one-man band thing here. That's all. That's all I need. Right, Robin?
That's right.
That's it. That's right. That's right. By the way, yesterday I asked you a question. I said, what's going on with Sting's career? Because we got a notice in the mail that said Sting will be pulling a truck
up a hill or something.
Yes, Sting, the musical, the genius musical recording artist.
That brilliant songwriter and performer.
Yeah, and Grammy winner, like winner of 19 Grammys.
Yes.
Sting will be performing at some truck show where he's going to not sing, but he is going to drive a truck over mountains. The same guy people pay $35, $40 a ticket to see in concert. Yeah. Well, now they say that the reason he's doing it is because evidently I think the Land Rover people donate a huge amount of money to the rainforest benefit. Oh. But even still, I mean, that Trudy's got him doing weird things.
I would say Trudy'd have to drive that truck.
That Trudy must be one hell of a lay.
Oh, man.
I mean, really. His wife must be, because he's doing goofy things for his wife. Sting is doing the goofiest stuff for his wife.
Goofier stuff than even Jackie will do.
Yeah, right. And Jackie does goofy stuff for that wife. But she's got that flat belly and the big breasts. I mean, your wife, not Trudy. Yeah, Trudy is hot, isn't she? She's something very sexual about her.
I'd let him drive a truck over me.
Yeah, right. There's something very, I mean, getting her in the sack would be real good.
She's real cute, but just the way she,
the way she is.
And the other night when she was a little loose at the Grammys, man.
All wives should go to school underneath Trudy. Trudy School. How to be a fun wife. Like she goes to strip clubs with Sting. Mm-hmm. And she's wild. She'll get up on stage and throw her clothes off.
She doesn't throw her clothes off. She just got in the parade.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. Well, whatever she's doing it right.
But it's definitely him. It's not the wrestler.
Yeah, it's Sting. It's not Sting the wrestler.
We don't even know if there is a Sting the wrestler.
And by the way, I mentioned on the air yesterday, I think Fred is drawing closer to his nuptials because I think Fred is getting married. No one is sure.
Did you find out what the conversation was about?
You know what? My wife might be stopping by today during the show because she has to bring the kids into the city for something. So she talked to Princess Norris. And Princess Norris was asking about getting married on a boat. So I think something's going on there.
Now, what does your wife know about boats?
I don't know. Princess Norris was asking my wife about boats. In fact, she called up and said, hi, this is Princess Norris. I thought she didn't like that name. Fred doesn't like that name.
She said Princess Norris.
Yeah. She calls herself Princess Norris.
You lying.
I swear. I mean, I'm lying. Why would I lie about something like that?
Way too funny.
That's amazing.
She goes, it's the princess. Well, it is Fred's princess. But, Fred, you don't like people calling her Princess Norris, right?
I think it's, well, hey, if you want to call her that, call her.
No, I know it's okay for me to do and Jackie and Robin, but it's not good like when the interns do it, right?
I think it's a little disrespectful on their part, yeah.
Right.
It's like calling your wife, hey, babe.
Right. Wouldn't be proper.
Princess and babe are quite the same.
She's royalty. Robin only dreams of being called princess. Princess Quivers.
No, she's past princess. She's all the way to queen.
Queen. Your Highness.
Queen Quivers.
You wouldn't mind if the interns called you princess?
Or queen, the queen of cats. And they could announce your Royal Highness?
Your Highness.
I am the queen of cats.
So the point is that I know that Fred doesn't like when the princess is called the princess by certain people. Right. But I know we're allowed.
But he's using the name.
Is Gary allowed to call her the princess?
Sure.
Oh, he's allowed. He's one of the inner circle.
Where's the line?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
where's the line? Is the line at John?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Stuttering John.
Before or after?
He's on the cusp. After that, forget it.
So anyway, Fred, I got a fax here from some rich dude who says, our family owns a 92-foot luxury yacht. On yesterday's show, you mentioned that Fred Norris wanted to get married on a boat. I would swap you the use of our 92-foot yacht for Fred's wedding for a donation of 2 people to sit and watch your show for 1 hour. The boat will be in New York as of June 1st.
Do they have to be at the wedding?
No. Well, I don't know. See, I don't know, but we could find out. Are you really interested in getting married on a boat?
I'll talk it over with my princess and find out.
All right. All right, I'll hold on to this then.
Please do.
I'll do you that favor.
So maybe we would get to see Fred married?
Hey, if I'm getting him the boat, he'd better let me...
Now,
Actually,
this guy doesn't have to be on the boat, does he?
I don't know. That's what we got to find out.
That's what would suck.
Well, listen, if you have a boat, you know, the guy's going to be worried about us messing it up.
No, well, he can have a crew there.
He can watch from shore with binoculars.
All right.
Yeah, there's got to be a whole huge crew.
Hey, Robin, this just in. Sting, the performer, the musical performer, will also be appearing at Men's Hair Now and the Sweet Zone.
Is that right? The Sweet Zone.
And 2 weeks at the North Shore Animal League. Trudy,
They're all donated.
Yeah.
They gave $30.
That's right.
Sweet.
Let me,
How are those buttons going at the Sweet Zone?
I don't know. My mother walks around. My mother walks around handing out campaign buttons for me. Unbelievable. How embarrassing is that? We have to have campaign buttons. Everyone's asking me. I go, Ma, everyone's asking me too. You just say you don't have any. But they want them. You want them to vote for you, don't you?
She feels that if she says no, it's like she's lost you as a son.
Yeah, it's weird. Her whole connection to me is getting campaign buttons at this point.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. My mom pretty much lives through me.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Well, I don't spend that much time with her. I really don't know.
She's been crying ever since the day I left the house. She's only trying to figure out a way for me to move back in.
She doesn't want to move in with you. She wants you back home with her.
Well, it's tough for her. My father's a real hard ass. You know, my father's a very criticizing, critical guy. He's a great guy, but he's...
Are you sure he still keeps that up?
Oh. But, you know, with me, now, I've been out of the house 20 years, so now more, 23 years. I count every day. 23 years, 16 days, and...
How many minutes?
So my mom lives alone with my dad, and that's a pretty tough road to haul because my father's very critical if you do something wrong.
Well, I don't understand because she still seems to have some kind of powers over him. He can't watch movies he wants to. Yeah,
there's a whole weird thing going on there. But he pretty much, if she does something wrong, like hang her keys in the wrong place, he's really anal retentive. And if she does anything wrong, he'll, like, blast her. Like he used to yell at me when I was a little kid.
Really? Yeah,
so... Yeah, well, he doesn't have anyone left to criticize. He used to criticize just me. He never criticized my sister because my sister's like his little girl. Even though she's like 43 or something now.
And she still hasn't done anything wrong.
No, she never does anything wrong. But I was always the one who had to be, you know, perfect because after all, I carried the Stern name.
Oh, that's right. He had to bend you in the right direction.
I carry that great Stern name. After all, the Sterns have been such... I come from a line of pants pressers and butchers.
How could you go wrong?
Yeah. Some real high achievers. So I, of course, had to be perfect. My dad was going to teach me.
Well, you were going to be the greatest Stern of all Sterns.
Oh, yeah. I was going to be the king of all Sterns.
There is no other male Stern but you?
No, that's it. I'm the end. And I had hoped that a son would carry on the Stern line, but I had 3 daughters.
Your father doesn't have brothers, sisters?
He has sisters, but the sister's married, and he had no brothers.
I see.
All girls and him. There's like 4 sisters.
Oh. So he has left that burden all to himself.
Right.
And then got just you.
Just me, and I carried the Stern line, and then my wife, of course, was unable to give me sons.
She failed.
Yeah, she failed in her goal. I mean, I married a failure, basically. Her job in life was to deliver me a son, and she, of course, couldn't do it.
Right.
Because, I don't know, she had some rotten eggs. They evidently need very strong eggs or something.
Couldn't accept your Y chromosome.
Yeah, God knows I delivered the proper sperm. You know, in the old days, you could have had her beheaded. I'd be on to my 2nd or 3rd wife by now. You know? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, you gave me daughters, now you die.
That's only if you were king, Howard.
But I do love my daughters, and I'm actually a better father for daughters than I am for sons.
Every once in a while, I think of what you might be like with a son.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't picture it.
Yeah, it's better we don't learn. You know what?
I can't picture it.
Better that secret be locked away. And you know what? It is no big deal that the Stern line has ended. Believe me, no one's sitting and crying.
Is there, like, a mourning?
Yeah, I think the world can be a better place. The world will go on without the Sterns.
Did you watch Oprah yesterday? Because they were talking about the effect daughters or fathers have on their daughters' relationships as adults.
Yeah, I believe a lot in that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you watch the show?
No. But I believe that the way a father is with a daughter and the way he, you know, shows his emotions and things like that.
So what do you do?
I don't know. I'm just me. I mean, I have no idea. God knows what she's going to walk in the house with. Then we'll know. We'll know in about 10 or 15 years, won't we? What effect I had on my daughter. You know. Sort of how you,
about that.
the way you treat your wife and the way you treat women in your life is sort of...
it's more about your relationship with your daughter.
Yeah.
Not just the way you treat your wife.
I think I'm good with the kids. I probably should spend more time with them, like Mickey Mantle. But,
give them a hug.
Give them a hug.
Even though they're men now.
But I always give them hugs and stuff.
Do you come in and interface with them every day?
Yeah, I interface. I can't say for a long amount of time, but I interface.
Oh.
Yeah, what did Oprah say, interface?
No, I said...
Oh. Is anyone here interfacing? Oprah solving the world's problems. So, yeah, the Stern line is going to pretty much end with me.
Well, you could still have more children.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'd get a vasectomy if I wasn't such a pussy. You know what I mean? I'd actually let them do that. But I heard that, like, guys who get vasectomies have a higher risk of prostate cancer. I heard that. I don't know if it's true.
They just shouldn't be in there fooling around.
Yeah,
but you just also heard that, nose jobs do things to your voice.
Yeah, I mean,
you hear things.
Yeah, and it's better some guy sitting there snipping my sack is not a real good idea of fun. I just don't like the idea. Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, Jackie's worried.
And quite frankly, I don't mind wearing a rubber. I like it. Makes me last long. Makes me a better lover.
I don't know if anything could do that.
What? It really does, though. You don't even know how long I last now.
Please. I don't even want to.
Wearing contraception makes me last longer, and it's better.
Fine.
Although it irritates my wife.
That doesn't make you a good lover.
What, irritating my wife? We're at the stage in our marriage where my wife checks in with me and I check in with her. I go, do you still love me? And then she goes, do you still love me?
She asked you first?
She's always asking me, do you still love me? And I go, yeah, I love you. Now, leave me alone. I said, I think I love you.
Oh.
Just get the hell out of here. I just kid around with her because I don't want to get into that. Do you still? I said, listen, I've been with you 20 years. What is this?
No, I'm just used to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is.
I'm just used to you.
Yeah.
You're like an old shoe.
I can't live without you.
You're just comfortable.
We're very compatible, me and my wife. You know what I mean? Just every once in a while, I wonder what it'd be like to have sex with a different woman. All right. Every day I worry about it.
Yeah, every once in a while. Every once in a while, an hour.
I mean, I hate the fact that I'm hard up to see pictures of Jackie's wife flashing. I mean, I really hate that. I shouldn't even care. And yet I'm really pissed that I didn't see those pictures.
It sucks when you're lying there in bed with your wife and you turn and you say, you don't want to make love, do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I was very shocked when you got married. Seriously, Jackie. I really was.
Why were you shocked?
Because Jackie had already gone in a point in his life where he was an older guy already and realized the idea of being with one woman and never to have sex with another woman. I don't know. It just struck me.
But he wasn't getting away from Nancy. She was hanging on.
I know. I think he tried to get away.
I think he did, too. He tried in every way. Don't you remember when he spent a couple of years trying to convince her that him calling her his wife was just as good as being married?
Yeah, that was right.
You're out of your mind.
That was really
come
interesting.
On. You used to run around here going, my wife, and you didn't have one license.
You will stay out of these conversations till you're in a relationship. You big yap monster.
Big yap monster.
Well, you know you did run around calling Nancy your wife. Robin is right. Even though maybe you don't like the message.
Guy in the world that lived with a girl for years starts referring to her as his wife.
Well, I don't know if I would. I've yet to hear Fred refer to her as his wife.
Well, my princess.
Yeah, same thing.
It's much different in a court of law.
You want my guess? Fred will never marry the princess, and Fred will date another girl.
He'll be married for years before we know about it.
Right.
Fred's been married.
All right, anyway, I got to take a break. When I come back, I'm going to open up the show to some phone calls, and then I got a whole bunch of things to tell you about, to play for you. There's a lot going on. I even have Stuttering John tapes.
One day we're going to get a fax saying, Howard, yesterday on the street I met Fred's kids.
Yeah, we'll learn about it.
I ripped those faxes up already.
Yeah. Wonder if Amy Lynn could give me a male child.
Oh.
And Tempest and Gina girl.
Well, didn't Amy have a girl?
Yeah, Amy had a girl, but I was...
Stay away from her.
She's already...
Tempest could probably give me a son.
Puppy.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
the father your father?
What, that I don't have... That
the line is ending?
I don't know. I think...
He doesn't talk about it?
I think it bothers my mother more. My mother's very male-oriented.
But she's not a Stern.
No, but my mother...
She thinks she's your father.
No, my mother is very... I know my mother...
My son.
My mother wanted a grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have doted on him.
You think she would have treated him different?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Howard, I think that's a horrible thing to say.
Oh, well, it's true.
I think that's a horrible thing to say.
My mother treated me very much different than my sister. I was my mother's favorite because I was a boy.
I hear her on those tapes getting on you.
No, she only got on me because my father was getting on me. She had to keep him in, she had a... My father would start yelling at me, and my mother would just say, "What's wrong with you?" You chime in, because then my father wasn't yelling at her.
Well, it's good to be her favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, well. But when she got me alone, she told me how much she loved me and how special I was. And
she didn't do that with your sister?
Probably not.
Oh, yeah.
My sister wasn't special. I was. My father thought my sister was special. You see, it's very weird with fathers and sons and daughters and stuff.
In your house?
Yeah. My mother...
Don't say that's everybody's house, you know.
Well, in your house, I don't think anybody liked anyone. Yeah, the cleavers.
They use cleavers.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about family life. Let's take a break, and we'll get to your phone calls right after these words. Back. Thank you. Want to take some phone calls?
Sure.
All right, we'll take some phone calls.
She did.
Oh.
What was that?
All right, nothing. He's a retard.
Is that John?
That was Stuttering John, yeah. I got to get out of here. I got to go to an insane asylum.
He's so funny. It's amazing what's going on here. John says to me the other day, I got to go do press.
Yeah, I know. It's out of control. Actually, Stuttering John gave me a copy of his new album. I was in here telling him how good I thought it was.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, he gave it to me yesterday. It was very good.
Really?
Yeah, very good. I would recommend it. I think it's very, very good. I'll play some tunes when it comes out. It's not in the stores yet.
Yeah.
But I think he could have a hit on his hands. And
He's been working on this video.
Working on the video. He's got Jackie helping him, so it should be funny. And, I think there's some good energy going there.
It was very funny yesterday. John was very busy because he had to sign a pile of autographs, but then he had to run back and do some menial task.
Yeah, right, like make my potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still an intern, let's face it.
It's like from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Yeah.
He had to put the labels on the dubs for the show.
Right.
It's like, give me a bunch of autographs and then give me some dubs.
I'll tell you, when it really hit me was John was shooting on Friday, and John's got like this English director shooting his video.
Yeah.
And John was unhappy with the way something was going.
Yeah.
And it was really like a scene, everyone from Atlantic is there. There's all like these liaisons and people flew in from L.A.
Yeah.
And they're all there to sort of pamper John.
Yeah.
And John was
when he talks, they actually listen.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, that's frightening.
Yeah.
And John
I don't want to see that.
And John was like walking around.
Yeah, you know what? I really don't want to see it either. I don't want to see John become famous because it's going to be ugly.
Well, John was walking around, and there was something in the video he didn't like the way the director was doing, and he went up to the director. And the director wasn't grasping what John wanted or just wasn't listening.
Orson Welles.
So John was like sort of walking around the back and sort of throwing like a mini tantrum, not really anything, but he's just going, I really want to do this. And all these people from Atlantic like hop to, and they go to John and they stop the director and they pull them together and they have like a little confab.
Yeah, they believe in their John.
Smooth it out.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough position to be in. I mean, John really has a reputation for knowing nothing. And then yet it is his video and his record and his product that he's putting out there.
But it was at that moment I realized that John could be a star.
Yeah. He could be a star provided someone buys the record.
It's annoying enough.
He definitely is. He's got the potential to be one. How soon does he dump his girlfriend once he hits? That's what I want to know.
She was at the video shoot.
Was she?
And I'll tell you something. She was, when she walked in, there were like lots of different women there of all kinds.
Yeah.
And she walked in and was like, whoa, who's that?
Yeah?
She looks, she
looks the part?
Yeah.
She holds her own.
She was wearing like a...
Well, I heard she was way carried away anyway, long before John was anything.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
John would be at a bar doing one of his stupid appearances.
And she got into it?
And she would be demanding free drinks. And,
oh, really?
Don't you know who I am?
Oh, come on.
I've heard
Stuttering
that.
John's girlfriend?
Yes.
Karen?
Don't you know who I am?
Oh, boy. Wow.
No adjustments to be made.
My problem is I'm not carried away enough.
No.
Yeah, attitude intact, just add gold record.
Yeah, right. John, if you become famous, you and your girlfriend will be out of control.
No, she got to a fight with a guy, and that's what happened. They were going to throw her out, so she said, but I'm John's girlfriend.
Oh.
I've heard it more than once.
Have you heard from me?
I keep that quiet. Wasn't she the one who wouldn't tell anyone she was your girlfriend for 9 months because she was embarrassed?
Wouldn't tell her mother.
Yeah, right. Her mother wouldn't tell us. Like, what do we care?
My father's still shooting himself in the head.
Really? So you were like doing the video shoot and you were telling people off and stuff?
It's just one thing he didn't really grasp what I wanted, you know.
What did you want?
I mean, because, me and Jack, I had a lot to do with the writing of this video, too. And,
right.
And one of the shots was something I really had envisioned, and he wasn't doing it, and I was just like...
And you know that John fancies himself a director of film.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've seen his film. You know what, John? You want my advice? Because I've learned a lot about television and stuff. Go with your director.
No, but
seriously, especially you. I've seen your films. I've seen your vision. No offense. You wrote some good songs, but I don't know that you're ever going to be a director.
The scene was particularly funny because the director really has like an English accent, like right out of Spinal Tap. And the
Who is this dude? Has he done any other cool videos?
Yeah, he did a lot of.
Like, what did he do?
First 5 Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, all the early Guns.
Those were good. Yeah.
A lot of extreme videos.
Did he do any of that, like shooting in black and white and color?
Well, yeah, but see, one of the ideas I had what I wanted to do, Howard, is
every video has got guys black and white and color. Yeah. There are certain things videos have to have.
I don't think we did any black and white just because of that reason.
Yeah, I mean it's really overused at this point.
But he sort of did the first one, which was
Welcome to the Jungle. He did.
No, the other Guns N' Roses.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Sweet Child of Mine.
It's hard to know with videos whether the song is so cool that it doesn't matter what the video is, or the only time where the song kind of sucked and the video was really great, where the video saved the song, was the Peter Gabriel one. You know, with that guy changing all those pictures and stuff. So now every video that Peter Gabriel puts out,
this is the same thing.
It's the same thing with the stupid cartoons and
his head all bobbling about. Yeah, because I hate that song.
Yeah, I mean it's a horrible song, but you have to watch it because the video is so cool.
Well, don't you remember that really bad song by that group, Aha?
Yeah,
that was like an awful song.
Yeah,
it was an
but it was a cool video.
Yeah.
Stay by me, take on me. Pussies.
Like, out of here.
Yeah. Take on me.
Take on me.
Take on me.
No, then we take me on.
Oh, please.
Take me on.
You can see how much I paid attention. So, yeah, and then that girl would come into the stupid drawing with them.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. Yeah, that was a cool video. Like, who did that video? Then why won't you get him?
Some guys from Sweden.
Yeah. That
So he did the Guns N' Roses one? See, I don't remember the Guns N' Roses videos, no offense to your man, being all that wild.
Well, no, you know what, it was hard. I wanted to get a good performance guy, and he does like good performance videos.
Yeah, because they were all mostly performance.
Yeah,
well, you're smart. Now you're thinking, I'm going to tell you something. The best videos where the band just performs. I hate all that other garbage.
So do I.
That's what I loved about the Guns N' Roses first videos, because that's what they were.
My favorite part of Aerosmith is watching Steven Tyler and Joe Perry sing and play guitar.
Yeah,
that to me is my favorite. And they always got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I didn't want a lot of
the best Aerosmith video is the one where they're sitting in the studio.
Yeah.
And it was one of those that was like the making of a video.
It was Love in an Elevator, but it was the making of it.
Right. Yeah, that was a great
shot
video.
With a camcorder.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it was the ballad you told me, but they actually shot the whole video was in the studio.
Yeah, it was in the studio. It was just in the recording studio, and it was really good. I mean, I like to see a band like sort of playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
Those are the best ones.
I'll tell you, man, doing that it's pretty difficult when you're playing and lip syncing and trying to get it right.
Yeah, and you're trying to look cool.
Oh, I can't wait to see you do that.
John said that he had to do something really wild. I guess like flailing his arms and jumping around. And John said he almost passed out.
I almost passed out.
Well, John's thing is to look like a retard because even in the photos, I see the ads that they're running for John's album in the trade publications.
Yeah.
John looks like a retard.
I guess it's really good to be as ugly and disheveled as possible.
Well, that's the cool thing now, to look like you don't care about your press photo.
But you know what's weird?
So John looks like he really doesn't care.
But it looks like they caught it by accident.
Yeah, it's like the worst picture you ever took, and let's use that.
And I did a lot of good ones, too.
You know what? That one is good, because I've seen you when you try to look like a rock star, and it's real goofy. Better you look goofy.
But you know what happened, Howard?
At least you're smart about yourself.
Howard, and the video shoot?
Fred's afraid to goof on you since I said your song was pretty good.
I was doing a song.
Yeah, right.
I was doing a song, I'm jumping around, and my hair got caught in my throat.
Your hair?
That's happened to me. The other day I was talking here on the air, and my hair is so long now that I was talking, and it was in my face a little because, I don't know, I guess girls were in the studio, so I like try to make my hair look good. And then all of a sudden, one of the long hairs in the front, as I'm talking to you, I sucked in, and it went straight down my throat.
I almost threw up.
And I was like, ooh. All right, we'll take a break. That happened to me the other day here on the air.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then you got to pull it out, and it's like...
Yeah, and you're pulling it out, and you're pulling out way too long.
You look like that magician with the scarves.
Yeah, well, when you have long hair, too, I also notice when I eat and stuff, if I don't pull my hair... Yeah, it's like I find lots of hairs on my food, and it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. I can't stand that.
Grow a mustache and look at your cereal bowl after you're done. There's little mustache hair.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. Oh, that I'll pass on.
You can have that joy.
Yeah, especially that mustache. That mustache. Gary's mustache looks so filthy. It looks like a filthy black ring around his mouth.
It looks like a dirty brush.
Yeah, it's like a dirty brush. It's been schnotted on way too much.
But Howard, it doesn't matter because you saw how you look without it.
Yeah, you look better with it. You need that. It hides your lips.
I told you that.
Because his upper lip is almost as big as his lower. It looks totally bizarre.
If I shave my mustache, I look like Gilbert Gottfried. Because you know how Gilbert's
I wish you'd look that good.
Yeah,
the retarded Gilbert
Gottfried.
Yeah.
Gilbert is a dish compared to you.
To me, I always say this. Gary's mustache is like his personal paper bag that he puts over his head every day. How many times have we said that? All right, anyway, John, so what was I asking you about? Oh, this is a girl on the phone?
No, this is King of all messengers.
She's probably there now. She said give her a couple minutes.
All right, well, let me take a break. There's a lot of people waiting to get on the air.
All right.
And there's a lot to talk about. I would have liked to have been there for John's video shoot.
Yeah, I would like to see what's going on around him.
And you should have just seen there was just a whole group of hangers-on.
Right.
Like already.
A lot of girls came down.
Yeah, where'd
you find the girls?
A couple of, scores dances and,
What were they doing there?
They were just there's one part,
Hold on a minute.
Oh, wait a second.
He's saying, I got to step in. He's saying that, he just wants a basic performance video.
Yeah.
There were actors and midgets and freaks and nude girls.
Howard, the whole thing is
150.
The whole thing is it's bass player audition, so the bass player is always going to be a different freak, but but the rest of the band's playing.
Right.
It depends how they cut it, but it's still performance.
Are you going to be in on the editing, John?
Well, that's what I'm having a problem. You think I really want to be?
You want my advice?
Don't be.
Why don't you let the guy take a try at it himself?
That's what we're going to do. He's going to give me his first cut.
Yeah, and then look at it. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah,
I've learned.
Okay.
Although, God, if I had done that on Channel 9, my career would have been over.
Well, Channel 9 was a different story. He's supposed to have good people.
Yeah, this guy's supposed to be a pro.
Yeah, but like I said, he's a performance video guy. I just want to make sure some of the because there's a couple of funny things.
The jokes get it.
Yeah, the jokes.
There were a couple of girls hanging around. These two girls from Scores.
Yeah, now how did they get in?
Well, we hired them to come and be in the video, and then Gene Simmons was there.
Yeah.
He's in the video.
He left with him.
Well, I got to tell you, man. All of a sudden, Gene Simmons is walking around, and the next thing you know, the Scores girl is on his lap, and they're
2 seconds.
How does he do it so quickly?
They said
in 2 seconds.
They said that Gene Simmons walked in, right? The people that work in there. They said the Scores girl this is a big warehouse.
Right.
Was all the way in the corner. They said that all of a sudden Gene Simmons had like the Bionic Man. It was like he saw her and he ran to her, and then she was
Howard.
Doesn't that guy ever get tired?
Howard, I went out with him that night, and it was amazing. First, when I got there, he had 2 girls in his room.
See, that's what being a rock star is all about.
Oh, and then we go out into a couple of strip clubs, and he's got dates lined up.
Yeah, no offense to Gene. I mean, Gene, hasn't exactly been in the forefront in years.
The night of the Grammy, the radio show we did from the Grammys.
Yeah.
When I left, Gene was over in the corner with this incredible blonde, and he was just zeroed in on her, and she was woozy already.
Really?
Yeah, and I just said, Gene, good night, and then he takes he's got plenty of time. He's like an octopus.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of portholes to take care of every woman in the room.
Well, he devotes his life to women. I mean, now he's made enough money as a rock star that he can just literally devote his time to finding different girls.
But he does have the attitude, if you paid some attention to Robin and the girl on his lap left, then, there's 10 others past the one.
Yeah. Whoever wants to stay can stay.
He has no problem with it.
It doesn't make a difference as long as
keep the line moving.
Yeah.
But he had, those 2 Scores girls were there, and every guy there was saying, I wish I could, get up the nerve to talk to her. They're so hot. And he's just like, hey, come here. And,
Yeah, well, it helps when you've been in a few videos and you have a couple of $1 million in the bank.
That doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah. Look at Imus. I mean, is that a joke? I mean, we've all seen Imus. Someone said he looks like Andy Rooney with a wig on.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, and he's marrying this 29-year-old girl. She's enamored with his appearance.
He looks like Aunt Blabby.
Yeah, and she's practically a model. How quick can she spend his money? I'm not saying she's a gold digger. I don't know the girl, but It's just, you know, I just can't imagine she's attracted to that.
There's got to be something more than the Imus mystique getting her.
Maybe she's a nurse.
It's called $2.5 million a year.
I saw him on TV this weekend on some kind of like news thing, and he looks like he's going to die.
Yeah, well, he is going to die. The guy had a collapsed lung. He's not long for the world, and getting up at 6 in the morning isn't exactly going to keep him healthy.
And I don't think there's much testosterone left. He looks
like a woman.
Feminine.
He looks like a woman. It's like a girl sitting there. There's no facial hair.
Old woman.
Do you think she'll have to bring a tank of oxygen on the honeymoon?
Well, come on. I saw the picture of her in the paper. What is she? She's his nurse. I mean, that's what it is. When you see that, what do you think Kathy Lee Gifford is, the gift? That's his nurse.
Take off the white.
I mean, yeah, it's a real attractive nurse that you got to spend a lot of money on. It's going to cost you a lot of money to be in that nursing home.
You just pay her in diamonds.
Yeah, exactly. I love you so much. Here's a diamond necklace. Next week I'll have something else for you.
Now give me my treatment.
Yeah, I love you. Keep me going. Breathe young life into me. They're like vampires, these old coots.
That's right.
But he was like since when is he like the political voice all of a sudden? You know?
Well, because he's got to find a shtick to somehow compete and stay alive. There's no political voice. Let me tell you about Imus. When I came to New York, Imus, in fact, I have a tape of it. I'm going to play you Imus when I came to New York, what he was doing in 1970. Excuse me, I came here in 1980.
Yeah. All the stuff you copped?
Yeah, all the stuff I stole from him. I'm going to play you a tape of what he sounded like when I came to NBC. I finally got someone dig it up for me. They had some air checks. It's going to frighten you. You're going to sit through 9. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play a whole show of him. 9 songs in a row. And he'd come on and go, how you doing, baby? And go quack, quack. And that was it. And that was it.
Well, that's shocking.
And the big bit was Moby Worm. You have a worm visit a high school. That was it. That was it.
And blow it up.
Yeah, and blow up the high school. It was wild stuff.
Blow it up?
So I came into New York like a cyclone, started doing my thing, and all they did was hold me back and tell me I could have to talk like Imus and do, you know, and talk for.
Give yourself some characters.
Yeah, and get characters, and they'd only let me talk for 2 minutes, and they'd come in and slam the microphone shut. And then all of a sudden, when Randy Baumgarten came in, they finally let me talk on the air. I started talking on the air, and all of a sudden Imus was hanging around me like a puppy dog, trying to cop all my material, trying to steal my writers, trying to do everything I did, trying to cop my whole style. Remember, he just planted himself in my office day and night?
Do you remember
he was in there for writing sessions?
Yeah.
He'd be there for the first hour of the show?
And then he'd say, you know, you're really into something good here. You're really into something good.
He would say that to you?
Okay.
Yeah, it was. He would suck me.
And then it would turn up on the air the next day.
I mean, it would just suck the life out of me. And then he started calling my mom on the air after I called her, and then he would start, like, commenting on things I had done, and then start calling into the show.
Yeah, he stole whole bits.
Yeah, and then he would start stealing characters that I do, like Sue Simmons, and then Cardinal O'Connor, and everything. I mean, just everything.
You would create a character for Al, and then Al would somehow end up on his show the next day doing it.
Well, he had fired Al. So instead of letting Al out onto the street, I asked if I could have him. And Al worked with me, and Imus got into a whole jealousy fit. And then every character I developed with Al, he'd make him do it on his show.
Yeah, you forget that he fired Al so he could keep that laugh girlfriend around.
Imus had this real young girlfriend. You like the one he has now? The one he's going to marry?
Just as pretty.
And in order to keep her, he had to put her on salary at the station. So he fired Al Rosenberg, who had been loyal to him, actually has talent.
A man with a wife and a family.
A guy who has real talent, and he hires this girlfriend who can't even do it, like Ricky's wife. Can't do a voice, can't do anything. And he's putting her in these stupid worm bits that he does and paying her double scale just to hold on to her. Well, that's what happens when you turn into an old coot and you want a young girlfriend.
I'm telling you, I remember that his producer used to have to keep a sheet of how many times, things would run.
Yeah.
So because that's how you got paid. They would give her, like, a line, one line at the end of a bit just so she kept getting paid for it.
Yeah, Lisa. And then I remember the big diamond necklace he gave her for $10,000. And she still
pearls.
Pearls that's what it was.
Long strand of pearls.
$10,000.
$10,000 to hold on to her, and she still dumped them.
And she took the pearls.
And she took the pearls and split and went to Los Angeles.
But he gave her the pearls like a week before she left.
Yeah.
But remember when he had gone and bought her a whole house full of furniture and the whole bit?
Yeah, it was great. It was great stuff. So now he's got a new young one.
But what else does he have to do with his money? He has no friends or people to give it to.
I don't
She ran out on him. She just left.
Yeah. Well, a young girl's got to come to a decision in life. Is she going to be tortured the rest of her life, staring at that guy and pretending that she loves him, staring at that old coot, and sitting there and thinking about young guys the rest of her lives? A young girl at 29 doesn't know the reality
of how long it is.
She's going to have to stare at him and sleep with him and live with him and make him happy.
How old is he about?
Could you love an iguana? Well, the guy looks like an iguana already. He's an alligator face.
Howard, do you remember that his girlfriend went out to Los Angeles, and like a month after she was out there in the tabloids, it had her linked to like a young, really hot soap opera
of course.
guy?
Well, that girl, if she marries him, is going to have to sit there and dream. I mean, she's a gorgeous girl.
She's going to have to think of somebody else every night.
Yeah, she's going to have to think about some young, hot guy. I mean, and let's face it. You know she's going to break down and she's going to have to cheat on him.
You think she's yelling out Luke Perry's name?
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to. I mean, no one can blame her. The last guy on earth any woman would be attracted to. I mean, the guy really is hideous looking. He looks like a female. He's a she-man. He's not I-man, he's she-man. Who has to wake up every morning and dream of being me and worry about what I'm going to do next. He's a fossil. He's a dinosaur. He's a washed-up-asaurus. That's what I call him, a washed-up-asaurus.
Sheemus.
A sheemus. She-man in the morning. He's a she-man.
Wummus.
And now I like, rip me off. Meanwhile, because of me, he's in 23 markets.
Yeah.
This company wouldn't syndicate anyone. You know, I had to threaten to resign. I resigned from this company because they didn't want to let me broadcast into Philadelphia and Los Angeles. Because even the company, and the owner of the company admits this, he was against it because he didn't think it would work.
That's right.
And I said, I'm leaving your company. I've got to continue with my career. So I start this syndication. It's successful. And now Old Miss has herself a syndicated show. Because anyone, you know...
He's so bright, though.
Oh, he's a real cutting-edge guy. But he invented everything.
50 years and never thought of what to do with it.
Yeah. 50 years that old coot stood around. But now he's got himself a young girlfriend. Now young girlfriend will sit there and she'll marry him and he'll worry every day about holding on to himself and his whole stupid little empire.
I hope he starts a new family, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's great. You know, say hi to Imus's first wife, and that's who Imus should be married to. Sheamus. Walked out on his 4 children at a young age. Don't worry. God punished him, though. Take a look in the mirror with the collapsed lung in the face. You old coot. You old skeevy coot. Look at you. You're going to lay in bed next to the young girl and wonder if she's going to hold on to you. And she's dreaming about every other guy, I guarantee it.
He's got his arms and his legs wrapped around her for dear life.
Oh, yeah. Like a baby holding on to his mommy. That ugly, scabby, pus-faced. Oh, smelly. Oh. I'm sure the hygiene isn't that great anymore.
Well, you remember when we were working with him, he didn't change that often.
Oh, man.
What's that bad breath that old people get?
Yeah.
Halitosis?
Yeah, oh, he's got it. In spades.
But he used to wear those jumpsuits at that time. He was such a hot dude.
Parachute jumpsuits. He's such a cool guy.
It'd be white on Monday and black by Friday.
Imus was into tennis and health. And he'd have his parachute jumpsuit to wear with the Rolex.
And those flabby thighs.
Yeah, and so he could play tennis over at the Vertical Club. Oh, what a stupid nitwit. And everyone he's just a nitwit. Hillbilly coot. And he couldn't figure out why he was losing his audience. He said, because you're a hillbilly. He's going to listen to that crap. You're an imbecile. But I talked to the president. Yeah, he talks to you because you don't ask him anything. Imbecile. You don't say anything. Old, filthy man. But I got a young girl. I got her, and she loves me.
I'm in love.
I'm in love. Yeah, you're in love, all right.
Where'd she go?
Yeah. Where'd Lisa go? From that $10,000 pearl necklace. It's funny. It's these old geezers. They marry their nurses. And why not? Why not? It's the insecurity, though. It gets incredible.
Oh, it must be awful. You don't want to close your eyes at night.
Yeah.
She might be gone in the morning.
Yeah, you know she's attracted to Imus. You know, I mean, that's a skin tone like we've never seen before.
Yeah. And all those young guys who work with him, he's got to keep them away.
Yeah. Bernard, another great thinker. Bernard. All those weirdos. Gonna Imus.
Oh! Wait.
I'll stomp on his grave when he's dead, and it's coming soon.
Dance.
I will dance the jig.
People always say to me, does Howard really dislike Imus?
With a passion.
No.
With a passion. Rip-off artist. Scam. You know he goes to bed every night knowing the truth.
Oh, yeah.
He knows the truth. He lays down in bed. He knows the truth. He looks in the mirror. He knows he never thought up anything, and he knows that girlfriend's probably going to throw up on him. Imagine she has to touch that gnarly skin, that gnarly pinkish skin. Run her hand over that, and it's a beautiful girl. Oh, man. Oh, how strange does that look?
Now, just imagine being her father. You know, you raised her for that, for the alligator to get...
Yeah, so alligator boy.
Your daughter's dating a briefcase.
Alligator miss.
Psoriasis.
And worse. All right, I got to take a break. I'm way behind now. All right, tell the king to hold on. I'm going to get to him next. Well, as long as she doesn't sign a prenup, she'll inherit everything. Oh. That'll be great.
Yeah, don't let him make you sign anything.
And wait till you see who she dates after he's dead.
Grill him.
Whoever she wants. And I guarantee you he won't look like Imus.
Not at all.
Guaranteed.
He won't be looking for a clone.
No, but he'll live like Imus.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the payback. Revenge is always sweet. Dad, I'm dating a lizard.
Oh.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with a man who flies first class, while Jackie and Fred fly coach. Howard Stern.
Big deal. Get over it. Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling to order Jackie's new comedy CD, 78 minutes of wild jokes, only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Call 1-800-323-5464. And tonight there's a big show at Chuckles Comedy Club in Mineola on Long Island. For information, call the all-digital 516-922-WINE. You're welcome. All right, thank you. Here's the king of all messengers. King?
Good morning, Governor.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's okay, Governor.
That's all right. Why is it annoying when you call me Governor?
I don't know.
I want to be the governor, but I don't want you calling me Governor.
Okay, Governor, whatever you say.
All right, very good. Now, tell me, what did you call?
I'm continuing my campaign calls. I called Sonia Live on my first call, where the topic was the justice system. They were talking about plea bargaining.
Right.
And here's what happened.
20%. They're allowed to do that because they are plea bargaining. Whether you like the word or don't like the word, they're allowed to plea bargain their way through the system.
Let's go to David in California who wants to join us. Welcome, David.
Hello. I lost a son during the L.A. riots. He was beaten by a black man, and the person was caught and pleaded guilty to manslaughter and is now serving 7 years. Our justice system is ridiculous. You can rob a bank and do less time than if you kill someone. And I definitely feel we desperately need Howard Stern for governor.
Let me just ask something about what happens when...
I think that's valid now that you're a gubernatorial candidate.
Yeah, you can't censor my... now that I'm a gubernatorial candidate and I'm for the death penalty...
He's definitely saying, I think we need Howard Stern for governor for the death penalty.
The guy's son died in the L.A. riots. I didn't know anybody died in those L.A. riots.
My son did, yes.
Yes.
He was beaten by a black man.
Absolutely.
And this second call is to the Postal Service to try and spread the word.
All right. This is a Postal Service television show?
Yes,
I love this show.
This is our favorite show. This is a show for postal workers.
Yeah, I used to think it was some of those religious shows, but it's just postal.
Yeah, I wish I got this show. King of All Messengers has a satellite dish, so he picks up all these weird shows. Where do people primarily pick this up who don't have a satellite dish?
I don't think you can, Howard. It's seen throughout the United States if you have a dish.
So how many postal workers can afford a dish?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Well, can you research that?
I'll try.
All right, go ahead.
There you go.
Great, thanks a lot, Deborah. Okay, folks, let's next go up to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Who's the caller? What's your position and your question?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I guess my question is for Deborah or Susan. My name is Gary Delabate. What measures are being taken by the Postal Service, specifically in the New York area, to get the word out to the people in the New York area to vote for Howard Stern for governor? I mean, they can help this campaign.
Okay, folks, I guess we know who that was.
It was Gary Dell'Abate.
Let's go back to the phone calls. Race to your telephones there, postal people.
Yeah, like the postal people are any more normal than that. Postal people. Hi, I'm a postal worker, and I hate my boss. They say I don't process the mail fast enough. And, I went in, I talked to my boss. He put me on probation with the union. Now they're suspending my pay. And I keep staring at all those letters. I want to kill everybody. Hold on. I have to drive a spike into my thigh. Hold on. You don't get any of those calls, huh?
No.
I think it's all the blue lights and the fluorescent lights over my workstation. They're driving me crazy. And the dog is talking to me.
They added 4 new numbers to the zip code. It was hard enough to deal with 5 of them.
He wanted to know my position. I was going to tell him I was sitting down.
All right, King.
Say well, I love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
If I see another stamp, I'll rip my own lips off. I'm going to go to McDonald's, I'm going to order a Big Mac, and I'm going to kill everyone. You think a postal worker would go into, like, a fancy restaurant and kill everyone. Instead, he goes to, like, a McDonald's where the average working guy works. And
he goes where he goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not right. I've got 60 bags of letters from 1973 that I never delivered. I'm afraid they're going to find me. Oh, my whole world is caving in. Who knew delivering mail would be so complicated? I got into it because I wanted a no-brainer. Somebody help me. Oh, I'm going to cry.
McDonald's, here I come.
All right. Well, my gubernatorial campaign is really taking off. I was reading an article.
How are we doing?
Oh, we're doing great. I got a letter from a cop who said, Dear Howard, I memorized that part. Dear Howard, I have just listened to your press conference, and something you stated moved me to send you this letter. I'm a detective lieutenant, and I've investigated numerous violent crimes, and you're right on target with your feelings and observations where innocent victims are concerned. Every time a man, woman, or child dies at the hands of some criminal type, society takes another step backward in failing to deal with the criminal effectively. The victims are dead, their families are destroyed, and the criminal is weightlifting, watching cable television, and inundating the state with frivolous lawsuits. Do you know who files most frivolous lawsuits? Criminals. They sit in prison and file frivolous lawsuits. I was reading an article the other day. This guy is absolutely right. That criminals are filing so many frivolous lawsuits that we can't get to any real lawsuits.
Clogging the court.
They literally just sit in prison. They learn how to do it. They fill out a piece of paper, and they file thousands and thousands and thousands of frivolous lawsuits because they have nothing to do. And that way, they even file, like, wouldn't let me eat a candy bar in prison.
See, that's the other thing about prisons. Maybe you should do something about prisons, because I love the idea that people riot because of the bad conditions.
Yeah. Let me finish this letter for you, Robin. The guy says, when you said fry them like fish, it may have sounded like a joke, but it's no joke when it comes to a fitting penalty and social avengement. And he also acknowledges some of my pro-police comments, and says being a police officer is no joke. And it's satisfying to hear some people recognize that fact. And he supports my candidacy.
Well, I got a editorial or something here. Yeah, I guess you'd call it an editorial.
Yeah.
And it says that you could be bad for the death penalty.
Oh, how is that possible? Where is this from?
Howard Stern. Let me see.
What is your source?
Well, the Albany, I guess it's from one of those Albany papers, because it's Jay Gallagher, and it's called the Albany Angle.
Yeah, well, the Daily News has a cartoon that has the Statue of Liberty with a paper bag over its head, and there's somebody saying, I heard Howard Stern's running for governor.
Well, this guy says shock jock Howard Stern may add a few laughs to the gubernatorial campaign.
Well, I don't think it's going to be about laughs.
But he also is increasing the chances that New York won't have a death penalty.
Oh, come on.
The one important issue he says he cares about.
What chance do we have with Governor Cuomo?
We have none with Governor Cuomo.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm going to be the governor of New York State, and...
Well, that's if you win.
Yeah.
He says that he doubts that you'll win.
Oh, so that...
But what you will do
yeah.
is draw away votes from Republicans who are pro-death penalty and conservatives who are pro-death penalty.
No. First of all...
And therefore, further splitting the pro-death penalty vote.
If anything, I'm going to hurt Cuomo. Trust me on that. Hey, listen, I'm going to win... I'm going to be the next governor of New York State. And that's that. I'm going to do it. And there's going to be a death penalty. And that logic, unfortunately, is coming from Albany. Must be a small-town newspaper. That doesn't make any sense. If I win, there's going to be a death penalty. I love all this. Well, it's going to hurt the death penalty because of Howard Stern. Governor Cuomo is going to win. That's faulty logic. Because of Howard Stern's going to win, and there's going to be a death penalty because a lot of people are voting for me.
He says if you're sincere about your support for the death penalty, you'll throw your support to whatever pro-death penalty Republican or conservative who emerges from the party's primary.
There isn't a Republican out there who is going to beat Governor Cuomo.
That's true.
There isn't. Let's face it. That's why I'm running. If there was if Senator D'Amato was running, I wouldn't run. I said that on the air. They don't have anybody. The two guys who are the most likely Republican choices are
people
pitiful.
No one knows.
Yeah, no one knows them, and you know what? When you get to know them, you're not going to be bowled over. You're going to go with Governor Cuomo. I'm the only available hero.
Have you determined who your running mate will be?
No.
When do you plan to do that?
This is not a press conference, Robin. That is an unfair... Just because you work alongside me. Actually, I'm thinking of running with the great candidate Larry Fine. Larry?
Bring back the death penalty. I'm warning you.
There you go. Thank you.
Fry them like fish, right, Mo?
Right.
He doesn't even know who you are.
We'll fix all the potheads. I mean potholes.
You're confused, Larry.
That's right. And I'm proud of it, too.
Let me, all right, I read you the...
Poke your eyes out.
I read you the letter from the cop. Now...
We'll get more babes in Albany than Curly.
You better believe that.
Yeah, Curly was the babe maker.
He really was. Curly got all the girls, didn't he? Seriously.
He was great.
Curly, out of all the Three Stooges, the guy who got laid the most was Curly, and he was a ladies' man, and he was upset that they made him shave his head for the Three Stooges.
Yeah, because wasn't that holding him back?
Yeah, it was holding him back from getting babes.
He drank a lot.
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah, he accidentally shot himself in the foot when he was a kid.
Did he really?
Yeah, so he drank to kill the pain later on because they couldn't operate.
Why couldn't they operate?
It's just a bullet they couldn't get to.
Really?
In his foot.
Or a fragment of a wound. That's a true story.
Is that really true?
Yes.
I didn't know that. See, it's good to have Larry on the show because he knows everything.
All those Stooges facts.
He had no hair, but he had a huge package, you know what I mean?
Right, so that he was able to get the girls. I understood he was quite the dancer, too.
Is that right?
He used to run in those clubs and yell, swing it.
He was a ballroom dancer, Curly. And, you know...
I never would have guessed that he was graceful.
He was the good-looking Stu. Yeah, very graceful. He couldn't take all those smacks from Mo unless he was graceful.
But he got shot, though, I'm telling you.
All right, we believe you.
He was an early Mary Jo Buttafuoco.
Really? He was like the first Mary Jo Buttafuoco. But you would think in his foot they could operate. They couldn't operate. Well, nowadays they probably could. Here's another moving letter I got since I announced my candidacy. Howard, a few years ago, there was a man from the Oswego area in upstate New York that was convicted of murder. Originally, he had been wanted for a murder-rape in the state of Florida, where there's a death penalty. He fled from Florida, came back to the Oswego area during the spring break season. He broke into the house of an Oswego area school teacher. The teacher and the family were away on vacation, but they had a 17-year-old neighbor student come over to the house to check things out while they were away. You get the picture?
Yeah.
The criminal had broken into the house while no one was there. He had ordered a pizza and apparently spent some time in the house. The neighbor's schoolboy came over to the house to check things out, and the murderer was waiting for him behind the door. The boy opened the door, walked in, and the criminal hit him full force in the face with a baseball bat. Then he repeatedly beat the boy's head in, killing him. When he stood trial, he admitted he did it because he didn't want to stand trial in Florida for murder, where there's a death penalty.
So better kill someone in New York.
Precisely. So he planned to kill someone here in New York. He pleaded guilty and was given a life sentence. Florida authorities attempted to extradite the man to stand trial for charges he was wanted for in their state. Governor Cuomo stepped in.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Governor Cuomo stepped in. He made this a top priority and said he would not allow the extradition because he does not believe in the death sentence. Now, if that isn't scary, you tell me what is.
Well, we have that other case where he had that man who was in another state where he was facing the death penalty. He was on death row, and Governor Cuomo stepped in and had the man extradited back to New York.
Governor Cuomo said the convicted killer would stay here and serve his sentence first. Here we have a convicted murderer serving a life sentence. He now has cable TV, gyms to work out in, libraries to study in, a private cell, 3 square meals, 7 days a week, showers, free medical and dental care, all at the taxpayer's expense. Here's a man who openly admits he came here just to kill someone. Just to kill someone to avoid a death penalty.
Well, Thomas Grasso is the man I'm talking about. He's serving 20 years here. He was on death row and was requesting to have his death sentence carried out, and Cuomo snatched him away.
So here we are, all sitting ducks, because, come on, this is a great state to come and kill someone. So if you kill someone in another state, come here, and if you're convicted of it, come here and kill someone.
Kill someone, and you can stay here for life in prison.
Here's a criminal who should be crispy at this point, but instead he's in the lap of luxury in our prison system. A state with no death penalty laws is an invitation for violent crimes and an invitation for violent criminals to come here to avoid the very sentence they have perpetrated against others. So blah, 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 blah. I could go on and on and on. And here's another guy who supports my candidacy.
But you see, Cuomo seems to be quite effective at getting these people off death row.
Paul Colford, the reporter for Newsday, does a rather huge story today on me running for governor. There's a picture of me. It says Howard Stern insists his candidacy is no joke. He says Howard Stern's decision to run for governor last week, all smirking aside, this improbable development could generate more media interest than the publicity stunts that Stern masterminds with regularity. This was, I swear to you, on a stack of Bibles, to the Lord Jesus Christ himself. This was no publicity stunt. Never did it for the publicity. I did it because I think I should pass the death penalty, and I have the ability to do it. I certainly don't have a guilty conscience.
This time you're simply using your ability to draw press in order to get something done.
Right. I'm giving something back to the people. Now, as bizarre as that sounds, because I'm the last one to go for that. You want to know something? I'm really not giving back something to the people. It's a selfish thing. I don't want my kids growing up in a state with no death penalty. Just don't want it. Because my kid could have been the kid walking into that house to check on someone's house and getting slammed with a baseball bat. I'm just doing it selfishly. I don't even care about anybody else.
Thank you, Howard.
And the reason I want to be able to get to work on time. I don't want to sit in traffic for 2 hours. It's a waste of my time. That's why I want to stagger the tolls and fix all the roadways at night.
You told me that you sat and watched movies and made phone calls.
I actually do get a lot of work done, but I still would rather get home.
I see.
How do you pee?
I got a big Snapple bottle, the 16-ounce.
With the wide mouth?
Yeah, with the wide mouth. I've missed.
You hit a pothole.
Yeah. Oh, you missed.
That's why you want to fix the pot. A long way.
Over the weekend, Stern's candidacy made it to the earnest discussions presented by the C-SPAN cable network. At one point during Journalists' Roundtable, I wish we had a tape of that, host Brian Lamb asked the 3 Washington-based reporters seated with him, whether or not I would be a candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Stern says he wants his name to appear on the November ballot.
Well, what did they say? He doesn't answer the question.
Well, they asked dumb questions like, do you listen to Imus, Limbaugh, or Stern? Stupid stuff like that. Right away, they have to mention other disc jockeys because that's the mental capability of fellow broadcasters. If a disc jockey is running for something, then you have to ask about other disc jockeys. That's the mentality.
See, when Pat Buchanan ran for something, nobody asked about other TV commentators.
Yeah. Well, once again, it's a case of other disc jockeys trying to get in on my action. You'll see them all trying to get in on it, comment on it, etc. None of them do anything. He asked the question, is Stern serious, or is this another Meet the Press excursion that Stern plans whenever he has a video or pay-per-view special to sell? I don't need media to sell a pay-per-view special. I got my own built-in media. I got a radio station that reaches millions and millions of people. What do I need? Well, why am I always challenged for my motives? Why am I always put down for doing something?
Did you read, was it in Time or Newsweek, where they were...
There wasn't a person on the radio when I got to New York who was doing anything interesting whatsoever. There was nothing on the air. Get a tape of 1980, which I'm going to play for you on the air. I'll play every damn disc jockey in this town. They all sucked.
But I don't think that has anything to do with what they're saying about
you come on the air, you do some interesting things right away. All they do is knock you.
But I was reading was it Time or Newsweek? Did you see that? Where they said heard in the news or something like that, and they had a picture of you from the press conference. Yeah. And I'm glad you shaved, because that picture was frightening.
I know. I look bad with the beard.
But anyway, they just blasted you.
Who did?
Either Time or Newsweek. I can't remember.
They blasted me?
Yeah.
For running for governor?
Yes.
Why are they? Where is that?
They called you all kinds of names.
Why? Why? Because I want to bring...
Simply, it was just like, you awful mongrel ruining our electoral system.
You're kidding me. You mean again, I'm doing something... You got to get me that article.
I meant to bring it in. It was there.
It's unbelievable.
And I didn't see the
It's unbelievable.
How
dare you run?
Politics is so clean and perfect.
Your politics is for real professionals like Ollie North and Chuck Robb.
Clean and perfect.
Yeah. Like for serious guys.
Yeah, it's like you're known for your obscene and you say dirty words.
Yeah, and I love
now
this
look
obscene.
at you, you're running for governor. Ugh.
What is so effing obscene about me? What is so obscene? What is this obscene? Because what? Because one old coot on the FCC says I'm obscene, I'm therefore obscene?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe.
Yeah. These are the same people now who write glowing things about Lenny Bruce, who all turned their backs on him when he was in trouble.
And they'll write a fair article about Farrakhan.
Yeah.
They'll look at both sides.
Yeah, Farrakhan gets better press. You should have seen the report that Time and Newsweek did on Ollie North and Chuck Robb.
Yeah.
They didn't call him any names. Ollie North, a guy who lied. A guy who lied, who did things that the country didn't know he was doing. He was busy running the country on his own.
He abused his power.
Yeah. Chuck Robb, the massage king. What a goof. Anyway, I'm running. I don't care what anyone says. F them all. Maybe Ted Kennedy could give me a tip on a good politics and how to behave.
Yeah, nobody says anything about his candidacy.
Yeah, give me swimming lessons. Ted Kennedy. I think your morality is fine. Shivas.
Shivas in Butthead.
We're going to Abba tonight. You tell me who's so great out there on the political landscape. Show me the moral man out there that's more moral than me. Dickheads.
Well, even this Gallagher person noted that you said you might have strippers at the executive mansion for the inaugural celebration.
Here's the reality of what our show is. This is from the Washington Post yesterday. There's so many articles. I can read you articles all day. Washington Post yesterday, business section. Stern is at the top or near the top of the overall ratings in each of his markets during morning drive. He is especially popular among men from age 18 to 34. The demographic group that advertisers find the hardest to reach. According to Arbitron's most recent ratings, Stern draws more young men than even the highest-rated TV station during primetime hours in New York, the nation's largest market. In Washington, the average Stern listener is not only young, but surprisingly affluent, which makes Stern's show even more attractive to advertisers. The program ranks third out of 35 competitors in its time slot in the number of listeners who are college graduates, and first in the number of managers, executives, and professionals. First, according to Scarborough Research Corporation of New York. These are the numbers Imus claims to have.
Right.
The research companies estimate that Stern is second in attracting people here with incomes topping $50,000 a year. He's 31st in attracting those earning less than $10,000 a year. So the reality is we attract high income. In fact, people who make a little bit of money don't listen. We're 31st with people. Our audience is the largest, single most affluent audience in the world.
Most affluent and most educated.
Yep. But they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to understand that. They want you to think that I'm appealing to some pimply-faced teenager with a gun who's going to go out and commit violence and sex acts. Our audience is more educated and more affluent than we are. I'm the stupidest guy listening to this show. Says here, according to this article, we only have 10 stupid listeners, and those are the ones that call in. Well, they don't want you to know any of this because, well, you know what? We keep proving it to them. I put out a book. It's a bestseller. My film will come out and will be one of the highest-grossing movies in movie history.
Yeah, even when they refer to you as author, it's with a sneer.
And my next television show will be very, very high-rated.
Next television show?
That might have slipped. So anyway, and I will be the governor of New York. Maybe then people will understand the power of this program.
I wonder if that will change the way people talk about you.
No. I didn't even know that people under $10,000 a year don't listen to the show. The only guy they said listening who makes under $10,000 a year is Jackie the Jugman Marley.
I have to listen.
He wouldn't if he
Yeah, right. Believe me, he wouldn't. Unbelievable.
Rehearsed and it didn't have a radio in it.
Yeah. First time we ever got one.
And so we put an 8-track tape in it so we could just listen to our own kind of music. And,
you know, they did this article in Los Angeles Life magazine. You know, it's the L.A. Times. It's their magazine section. They asked people, if you were in New York, would you vote for Howard Stern for governor?
And?
Well, they could hardly find a negative phone call. I mean, I could read you 900 of these phone calls. You can't find... Here, I'm a 39-year-old housewife and mother, and yes, I would vote for Howard Stern if he was running for governor of New York. If I lived in New York, a lot of what he says, if you ignore the sex remarks, really makes a lot of sense. I think even my sex remarks make sense.
I was going to say, why ignore the sex remarks?
Here's another comment. At least we'll have one politician in office who hasn't cheated on his wife. My opinion is this. The best way to prove... Here's another one. My opinion is this. The best way to prove government is a joke is to put a goof at the top. And watch how nothing changes. I mean, this guy is right. Do you know that anyone could run this state? Do you know? What do you think? I
think that deserves applause.
It does, and you know, it's not such a goofy comment. People go, "Wow, you're going to have to run the government." Don't you know this government runs itself?
What do they think? Cuomo has like a board in front of him, like a pilot.
Yeah, he gets up and he starts running the government like a Wizard of Oz. Doesn't work that way. This thing runs itself. It's a bureaucracy. You could put Hitler in charge of the government. You could put Pee Wee Herman in charge of the government. It doesn't make a difference.
Well, they put Ronald Reagan in charge of the country, and they had to wake him up every time something happened.
Right. Here's a guy who says, I don't particularly like Howard Stern, but I would vote for him. And I'll tell you why. Part of the reason is that I'm disgusted with mainline politicians, whether it's Kathleen Brown, John Garamendi, whoever that is, or Pete Wilson. I think they're all a pack of thieves and liars without morals. At least Stern is honest enough to say he basically is that. I don't know what the hell that means. Well, I don't know.
I think he's calling you a thief and a liar.
Yeah. Well, at least I admit I'm a thief and a liar. Well, I'm not a thief and a liar.
You don't.
I've never stolen anything.
I don't know about if you always tell the truth, but...
I don't always tell the truth. That's true. All right, I'm a liar. And I might have stolen some stuff when I was younger.
Yeah, so you have been a thief.
Okay. All right, maybe the guy's right. I don't know. There's a guy I would definitely vote for him. He's dealing with 3 specific issues that he's talked about at his press conference. Bringing the death penalty, the fact that he's trying to get the streets a little bit easier for commuters, fixing the streets and staggering the tolls. He admits all these things, which is very refreshing. He admits his faults. He admits he can't balance the budget. I don't think he's a political opportunist or just some radio guy doing a shtick. I think he's serious. And I am serious. I swear I'm serious. Fran Shea from the E-Network called me. She says, what's with this running for governor thing? I said, what about it? She says, you're almost sounding like you're serious. I go, I am serious, Fran. She goes, oh, how can you do this? What about your show business career? I said, wait a second. I can still do my show business career. I'm just going to do 3 things. She says, well, how can you do that? You're going to mess everything up. You're going to mess up the whole political system. You're going to mess up...
mess up everything.
I said, what do you mess up everything? People want to vote for me. They'll vote for me. Why is that messing everything up? Everybody's flipped their lids. Anyway, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. I'll take some phone calls next.
We are back with the Howard Stern Show.
Man, there are tons of articles in the paper about me today. Here's one where they're holding a support rally for my governor thing in the Village at a place called Abracadabra. Isn't that the same place that held that rally for that perv Pee Wee Herman?
I'm not sure.
Boy, if that wasn't a perverted act. Where is that Pee Wee?
He's out of the business, isn't he?
I don't know. That was the greatest act.
It looks like that's one scandal that you couldn't parlay into a career.
Guy goes to him, you know, like Joey Buttafuoco is the statutory rape, and he parlays it into a career.
Yeah.
But Pee Wee, because Pee Wee's thing was really disgusting.
I mean, even Lorena Bobbitt is getting movie offers.
Pee Wee really, that was disgusting what he did. And I know porno theater, hey, he's got his right to go to a porno theater, but then, for God's sakes, keep it in your pants.
Yeah, do that at home. There's video for that.
Imagine you sitting there. Imagine the poor guy in front of him, sitting there with that mess on his head.
Hopefully he sat in a section by himself.
If I want yogurt, I'll buy it. Right, Robin?
That's right, Howard.
Thanks. Anyway.
But it's true. I mean, that doesn't seem so bad, though, when you consider it against cutting off a man's penis.
Yeah. I don't know.
And people are still willing to deal with her.
Imagine you're sitting in a porno theater. God knows why, but you're there.
It happened to me once.
Oh, you were in a porno theater?
Yeah. I did it by accident.
Who'd you go with? Just a friend or something?
No, alone.
Really? Oh, that's sick. A woman alone in a porno theater?
I didn't know it was a porno theater.
Really? What was the name of the movie?
I was going to see that Marlon Brando film.
Oh, yeah, right. That one with the butter? Last Tango in Paris?
Yes. I had always wanted to see that. And I had just moved to San Francisco. And I didn't know one theater from another.
Imagine you with those braids. Robin puts a lot of care into her hair. She's got braids that take like 11 hours. It's a really complicated hairdo. Imagine Pee Wee's behind her and
ruins it.
Makes a mess of her head. Ruins her hair.
11 hours.
Dish liquid.
What is this dish liquid on my head?
Ivory liquid.
Moose from hell. Right, Pee Wee?
That's not gel.
What happened that day? Why don't you rent a porno movie? Why would you watch it at home?
Because it's more fun in the theater. With Robin in front of me.
Okay.
But I didn't know that this was a porno theater, and I wound up watching, I didn't get there in time for the Marlon Brando flick. And the other picture was the story of O.
What's the matter, Pee Wee?
I didn't mean to finish.
Oh.
But Pop goes Weasel.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Pee Wee.
But can you imagine? I had to sit through the story of O, and, you look
I want to see that. I'm dying to see the story of O.
And you see all these guys in raincoats.
The story of O that's my kind of porno. That's a good story. That's like I got a story to it.
It had a story to it. It wasn't a bad film.
Wasn't it about some girl who becomes a sex slave?
Yes.
I really dig that.
In French.
Is it in French?
Yeah, you gotta watch subtitles.
You're kidding me.
I don't remember subtitles.
Oh, forget it.
But you can follow it, I'm sure, without the subtitles.
Annoying.
Is it? Yeah, because I could get into the story. I like porno with story.
Yeah, because it was, it was a good story. This girl, she was supposed to be kind of an innocent, and then, she gets mixed up with this guy who keeps dragging her into more weird stuff, and then she really gets into it.
Hey, that sounds cool. I love that. I'm reading a book now.
Oh, really? Well, that's interesting.
About that. It's called The Club. It's by Anne Rice, the same woman who wrote the Dracula books.
Yeah.
Interview with a Vampire.
And all that. Yeah, the Vampire Lestat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's about this dominatrix who works on a professional island where there's professional slaves. They go there, they have to sign up for 2 years to be sex slaves. Yeah. Gets me horny. It really makes you horny.
It's funny because the story of O turned out to be better than Last Tango in Paris.
Yeah, I'm sure. Last Tango in Paris sucked.
It did.
Except for the butter scene. He butters up a behind.
Yeah, there will be no names.
And that was even kind of sucky. You didn't really get to see anything. He just was like a madman running around with butter, right?
Right, and they kept coming to this empty apartment.
Yeah. There's this good-looking chick. She kind of looked like Brian May from Queen. And
Romy Schneider.
Yeah, Romy Schneider.
Yeah, big career.
She looked like T-Rex.
Yeah, and all of a sudden she got all freaked out and everything, and he starts screaming. And next thing you know, he's turned all red-faced, Marlon Brando, and
he's all big and fat. He never took off a thing. He's doing it in all of his clothes, including his coat. He's
buttering her with the clothes on. He's got his coat on, and meanwhile she's naked, and he's this big fat guy with butter. Unbelievable.
That is good. Butter.
It's Friday.
Oh, wait. Sorry. You're on the air.
How you doing, Howard? I think you should add 2 things to your agenda.
No, that's okay.
Well, the motor vehicles, because Robin's going to have a tough time getting her new license.
No, I got my license back. I meant to say that.
Oh.
Yeah. Her pocketbook was found.
Yes, I have to thank the people at Paneria, a store here in New York.
Yeah, the gypsies turned it in. Some gypsies lifted Robin's pocketbook with, I guess, the heat was on.
They didn't turn it in. They dumped it at the store.
Oh. Did they ever use your credit cards?
No.
But you canceled them anyway?
Yeah.
Did you get your cash back? No.
No. Not a dime. Not a penny.
But you get your license and stuff back?
Yeah, everything
Oh, that's
else.
Good.
Hey, Howard.
How much money did you have?
I had a couple $100.
Really?
Yeah. I usually don't walk around with that much, but I just come back from a trip.
Hey, Howard, I have another thing.
Yeah?
What about using, like, Gerardo Sterno?
So anyway, where'd you go on a trip?
I was in Baltimore for the weekend,
okay.
so I had some cash on me.
I can't stand talking to some of the listeners. So anyway, they're holding some kind of...
What's this abracadabra? Where is it?
It kicks off at 6 p.m. with a gay and lesbian marching band, jugglers, clowns, and other assorted fools. I'm reading this from the Daily News. Street singer David Peel will unveil his campaign song, Howard Stern for Governor, which I have a copy of. He keeps sending it to me. That's the guy who used to hang around with John Lennon. John Lennon became enamored with him.
I still cannot believe it.
Yeah. The Pope, Smoke, Still...
He really hung out with John Lennon?
Yeah, David Peel and Elephant's Memory. Remember that?
Yeah, David Peel on the Lower East Side.
Yeah, that's what it was.
His group.
Yeah. Didn't he do the Pope Smoke Stope?
Yeah.
So now he wrote Howard Stern for Governor. He just hangs around. I always see him out on the street and stuff.
Yeah.
He's funny.
He's like a street musician now, isn't he? Is he a street musician? I don't know what you call him.
That's all he is,
like a busker. He
hangs
was in
out.
Hollywood Squares.
Oh, this is...
Well produced.
Well produced.
Must be an outlet on that corner.
Yeah, plugged in. It's electric. He usually just runs around with a guitar. This is Howard Stern for Governor.
Howard Stern for Governor. Howard Stern for Governor. For Governor of New York. Wow. Howard Stern for Governor. Howard Stern for Governor. For Governor of New York.
Where did he learn to harmonize?
He was justice and New York road crews to work at night in the street.
Are we going to rhyme?
Rhyming, yeah.
Hey, don't knock it. My first song.
The American dream. Howard Stern for Governor.
One day he's going to have a big hit.
No.
I like it. Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern. Governor. Thank you.
Howard Stern could win the election from the Democrat or from the Republican.
There you go.
Howard Stern for
governor. Howard Stern for governor. For governor of New York.
Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern for governor. For governor of New York.
I think a Sting is on this too.
Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern for governor. For governor of New York.
I like it.
Howard Stern for governor.
Well, this part is kind of catchy.
Yeah, come on. It's not bad.
For governor of New York. Howard
Hey, thank you, David.
It's like Lennon was guiding his hand.
Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, I think Lennon's guiding him from heaven, Robin.
Well, he certainly didn't have his hand on the pen.
Yeah.
Freaking brilliant. I must have been stoned.
Hey, what's this other campaign song? Are we getting a lot of campaign songs? I don't know whose this is.
You know what? That really was catchy.
It was kind of catchy.
That one, that chorus was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It works. It's going through my
I know. That's the sick thing.
Howard Stern for governor.
Howard Stern for governor. David has no...
New York.
Howard Stern... He's got the weirdest speech impediment of ever. I'm not sure what it is exactly.
like his old.
Yeah, Howard Stern for governor.
Howard Stern for governor. For governor of New York.
They brought it up on Dateline last night. You know that show with Jane Pauley and Stone Phillips?
Yeah.
Where the only way they get ratings is if they either get me to do an interview or they get mass murderers.
It's you or Dahmer.
It's me or Dahmer, but Jane Pauley or Stone did the Dateline follow-up. Sometimes after they've interviewed someone, they like to know where, what they've done.
What they're doing now.
So when I first wrote my book, they did an interview with me, and now they do the follow-up.
Here again is Stone Phillips.
Stone.
As Dateline continues, follow-ups to some of the stories we brought you recently.
Stone's like a wooden puppet. God, he's amazing.
Who is that guy they have announcing? Now Stone Phillips.
That's Stone Boy. He never cracks. Every story's important.
That's why they call him Stone?
Everything sounds important.
Stone.
Yeah.
Last October, we profiled Howard Stern, the bad boy of radio.
What is it, you creep? What are you afraid of?
No.
Are you a criminal? And what are you worried about?
Since then, his book has been on the bestseller list. His posters are in steady demand. And last week, he announced he's going to run for governor of New York.
I'm going to fix the roadways at night. I'm going to stagger tolls. And I am going to bring back the death penalty.
One problem. If Stern gets on the ballot, he'll be required to give his opponents equal radio time. That's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week.
How many hours is that, Stone? The personality of a lawn jockey. One problem, though. If Stern runs, he has to give equal time to his opponents.
Howard Stern.
Howard. I never heard so many syllables in my name. Howard Stern. Every word is a thesis. Every word analyzed and complicated.
His book has been on the bestseller.
Ever since then, his book. When did the book get an L?
Sounds like the tape is stretched.
Yeah. Ever since then, his
They like the way the words roll around in the mouth.
And then I like to shoot them down. Yep.
I don't know. How do you learn to talk?
Well, actually, what you do is you eat taffy while you talk. And you'll get like that.
Talk to my
Yeah. I got to take some phone calls. So let me take a break, and then I'll take some phone calls right after this.
We're back with a man who could get laid a lot if he was allowed. Howard Stern.
I found another shrimp. All right, this is my last bite.
Hold on. Here, take this. This is some dish, Robin.
Yeah.
Try this.
That's a sauce. Those bastards can really cook.
It's like an Italian beef stroganoff.
Get rid of that fork before I eat more.
Jackie, save some for lunch.
Look at him. Jackie, don't you have a job to do?
He takes the whole plate and he puts it in front of him like a
Yeah.
plate.
Did you get any?
Food. You
didn't get any?
All right, I'll get it next time. Oh, yeah.
That's good pasta.
Somehow there's like a line in that room. Nothing to get over to Fred.
Papa Fooey, what are you going to do? You need any pasta?
No, I'm really not.
You're on your diet?
I really am.
Oh, you can have a little.
No, I can't. I really.
Gary, this is unbelievable, man.
If you know how to eat like a normal person, you would have been able to have pasta.
I'm going to get down to a normal person, and I'll be able to eat pasta in moderation.
All right,
Unlike
sure.
Jackie, who keeps gaining weight and said he was on a diet yesterday, and is now eating half the plate.
He's happy.
Let's go to the Friars. I'm going to have a Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar.
He's going to have a whole Caesar.
Jackie still thinks Caesar is dietetic.
It is when you take all the chicken out.
Yeah, it's all salad.
A Caesar with meat.
Take the cheese and the sauce off it.
All right.
What are we doing?
Do you want to...
Yeah,
He's handing it back after he's eaten half the plate.
Yeah.
And these
Okay.
are the plates you serve families on.
Isn't that good?
It is
It
unbelievable.
is a great restaurant.
What's that say?
It looked good.
Romanaccia or
You really should go there one night. Alfredo.
Alla Romanaccia.
All right. Stop about the food now. The guy only
everybody's
paid for a
in
minute.
here trying to speak Italian.
No more Fiat.
Making me crazy.
Stupid Polak over there trying to speak Italian.
We're not the dialectical wizards that Robin is.
Well, you sure are an eating.
But Billy, what
wizard.
are you?
German and Irish.
He's a dwarf.
You're German and Irish?
Yep.
Probably aren't.
I am.
What's your last name? West?
What is your real last name?
Worstein.
Schwarstein?
Worstein.
Oh, Worstein. So you're Jewish.
I'm not, though.
What is your wife?
She's Jewish.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Then you're Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah.
By
I
osmosis.
think if your wife is Jewish, you're Jewish. You've got a law like that or
Don't
something.
you tell him what your real name is.
We don't know anybody named West who...
Yeah, I like Billy. Yeah, I'm Irish and German. What's your name? Warstein. Warshkowitz. Yeah, right. Yeah, Jewish. Yeah, Billy, keep denying what you are. Grow up. Yeah, right. When the Germans get into power again, it's Marchen Sie.
He'll be goose-stepping in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what I am exactly.
I don't know, a self-hating Jew.
What is it?
We have the first poll.
Oh, yeah, this is good. Papa Fooey, before he was sticking his food in the, sticking his hands in the food, the same hands that are by his crotch every 2 seconds.
And in that mustache.
And poking that mustache.
Fooey.
Fooey tells me on Prodigy, the computer service, they've had the first official polling.
Poll?
Like what does it say there? As soon as you turn on Prodigy, there's a little cartoon of you, with the long hair. It says Howard Stern. It says Howard Stern for governor. Take the poll, and then you press on that little button, and then there's a poll there. Right. And I voted twice, by the way.
Yeah.
I voted for Howard Stern.
See, I wish they would do like a Harris poll.
And then it said, "Would you? Do you think Howard Stern is serious?" And I said yes. It said, "Are you a New York voter?" And I said,
how can you vote twice though?
I don't know.
I thought on Prodigy. Seriously, I voted on Prodigy before. They only let you vote once.
I got maybe the second time I was just passing through, but I voted.
All right.
I kept clicking on everything.
All right. So this is not scientific.
Okay. So and of course this is done nationally.
Oh, there's a national poll. But it's the governor of New York.
Right, but they asked everyone. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Okay, the results of the poll are in. And I'll start from the bottom. Not sure was 7%.
7% are not sure if they would vote for me. All right, there's a swing vote there, Robin.
Here's my favorite. An unnamed GOP candidate got 25% of the vote.
Oh.
All right.
Mario Cuomo got only 1% more than somebody we don't know who it is yet.
Right.
Mario Cuomo got 26%.
There ain't much percent left for me.
No, there's plenty. Howard Stern clocks in with 40%.
40%?
Yes.
I'm going to win. Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern for governor. All right, everybody, let's see. Let me see that. Are you crazy? 40%. I'm already a shoo-in. I'm the governor. I'm the governor of New York. And now to sing about it, David Peel.
Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern for governor. For governor of New York. Howard Stern for governor. Howard Stern for governor. For governor of New York.
I wish the bastard could say his ours. All right, turn that off.
I just had this insane vision of him standing in front of a huge poster of you in Albany doing that song.
Hey, maybe. He plays his cards right.
Can we just lift that for governor of New York thing and
Yes.
just put it all together and just use that?
Yeah, you skip the middle part?
Right.
Yeah, in fact, the ending is the best part of the song, when he does it over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah. Cuomo, 26%. GOP, 25%. Not sure, 7%. 40% for Stern. Does that add up? Let's see. 25 and 20, 50? Yeah, that does add up. Well, 25 and 25 is 50. 51, 58.
There's 2%
yeah, that's it. 2% missing.
2% undecided.
Yeah, how could there be 2% missing?
I don't know where that 2% went.
That was Gary.
No. I copied it right off the thing.
Flowly. So it was Flowly. I mean, 100% of the people answered the poll because...
Yeah, you only count who's there.
Yeah, so how can they...
I thought I voted both.
I think I might even have 42%. Papa Flunky. Popo Pie High. With voters under 25 years old, we have 53% of the vote. With voters over 25 to 44, 44% of the vote. Over 44, 27% of the vote. All ages, 40%. And in gender, this will surprise you, Robin.
Okay.
Out of that 40% of my voters, my constituents, how many do you think were male and how many do you think were female?
I would say, you want percentages?
Yeah.
70% male.
42% male, 33% female. Very even. Very even, Robin. See, a lot of people don't think the...
Wait a minute. 42 and 30?
No, it's 42% of all available voters were male.
Oh, okay.
And 33% of all available voters were female.
Okay.
But it's still a high percentage.
It says gender for Stern.
Because, again, you don't get 100%.
Right. You get 77%. So who else was voting? She-males?
Shymus?
Sheamus.
Hey, Howard, do you want to know where the Libertarians will be signing people up today?
Yeah, all right.
They'll be at K-Rock today, out in front of K-Rock, 600 Madison Avenue, from 9:30 to 2 p.m. And, of course, Saturday they'll be at OBI at Jones Beach. But the big event is...
Yeah, because none of this matters unless I get on the ballot and I win the Libertarian nomination.
We need new members.
New blood.
But the biggest event of all, in my opinion, is tonight at 7 o'clock. There will be a Chuckles right before Jackie's show.
Get out of here. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Free T-shirts.
And also tomorrow, this is very interesting. Tomorrow in Albany, there's a newspaper called the Metroland.
Yeah.
They were at your press conference. I think they have a circulation of 31,000.
Yeah.
They'll be printing a copy of the application form.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, isn't that
We're
nice?
getting lots of support.
Yeah.
That's almost an endorsement.
Yeah, I know. Because they printed, I'm going to be a Chuckles, too.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah.
Me, Jackie the Joke Man.
I'm even getting him elected. I write all the funny lines, and now I'm getting him elected.
The strangest thing about this thing is it was actually the guy's idea, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Who knows what he's talking about? He's just trying to get you to shut up. All right, anyway, so here's the point.
She'll never shut up.
Let's take some phone calls.
There'll be noise coming out of the ground.
All right, you're on the air.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, I got a great tape to play for you guys in a few minutes. Remember we had Bill Kinison on yesterday, the brother of the late Sam Kinison?
I heard it.
Remember that I told you that Bill used to call radio stations and pretend to be Sam because Sam was too messed up to do his own phone calls?
Yeah.
I got the tape of Bill calling in to Mark Parento's show at BCN. It's funny to hear.
Okay, let's
Well,
hear it.
obviously you're not that excited.
I am excited. Anything that has to do with Howard Stern excites me.
Hey, did you order your videotape, the backstage tape?
I sure did.
You know, I got to tell you something. I received a pathetic letter from someone from British Columbia, Canada.
Oh.
Ouch.
And this guy is desperately trying to get his hands on the Miss Howard Stern contest and, of course, poster.
Yes.
And they don't know how to get it because I don't think you can buy it in Canada.
The 1-800-52 Stern number does not work if you're out of the country.
I don't think it does. I'm not sure about that. I could check into
Well,
it.
that's what I thought I read in one of the faxes that came in from a Canadian.
Well, I happen to be calling you from very close to Canada, as a matter of fact. I'm up in central New York, and I'm calling to let you know you're going to have a problem up here, Howard. I'm behind you 100% with this gubernatorial thing. But there's an area between Albany and Rochester that has no idea who you are.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I'm shocked that these people have not heard of you.
Well, you know, I've been to those areas. I've been to like upstate, like Buffalo and stuff. And when you're driving up there are people who aren't even aware that shoes have been invented.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
And where you're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's only 73 people living there.
What are you going to do about this? No, there's a large area of people.
Don't you think we have enough votes in the major urban centers?
I just won the Prodigy poll, for Christ's sake.
My $15 is in there, Howard. I will be there the 23rd.
Good, I'll see you on the 23rd.
I'm just afraid of this whole area between Albany and Buffalo.
Look, they've never heard of libertarians either.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. Actually, that works for me. They'll see my name on the ballot. They'll probably vote for me anyway. They'll go, hey, Liberty, I'm for that.
They won't even know the Republican candidate.
Yeah, right. I'm sick of Republicans and Democrats. I want someone who's for liberty. Libertarian.
You know what the Republicans are upset about? This equal time issue is upsetting them because the Republican vote, you're threatening the Republican vote.
I'm really not, though. I've heard political analysts say I'm threatening the Democratic vote. If you notice, the Republicans did better than, almost as good as Cuomo because of my votes. You see, that's the point. But here's the point about equal time, why it's a farce.
It really is.
It's a farce because the governor, the incumbent, has access to all media. His every statement is printed in the newspaper. He can call up any radio station.
This is true.
Sheamus will put him on any time. Any time he wants to go on any station.
This is absolutely true.
But not only that, Howard, he can start handing out money.
Oh, yeah. And
to
listen,
people and organizations in order to sway their vote.
But whenever you talk about the power of the incumbent, that means the incumbent can be on anywhere and everyone else be damned. So if I have one little thing going for me, like the fact that I've got a goofy radio show, and a lot of people would say it's a liability.
It's not a goofy radio show, Howard.
Well, you know what I'm saying. People are saying, hey, it's also a liability because of my image and stuff. So why don't you let the cards fall? Let's see who the people really want. Why should you be afraid of me being on the radio?
I'm not afraid of you. I love you being on the radio. What really irks me is that people can't handle you being on the radio.
Well, that's what this is all about. People are really afraid that I'm going to win. When would you see the Republican chairman come out and say, well, we're afraid of Howard Stern. We don't want him to... they should be treating me as a joke.
We don't want anybody making it easy for him.
Yeah. Can you imagine? So that means they're really afraid of me.
And I'm glad.
Well, good, because I'm going to win.
I hope... Oh, Howard, please do. Please
win. I will be your governor.
Please win.
I will win.
Stand by him.
You're gonna
always.
Well, she tried to walk away, but
Hey, you.
All right, thank you.
Get those posters out. Come on, I want it signed.
1-800-52-STERN, as a matter of fact.
I already ordered it. It's paid in full. I'm waiting for the poster.
You're not going to be waiting much longer because they started shipping. You will love the backstage tape.
People are wondering who called early why they haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, don't even bother. They're just being shipped now. What happened was we had them, we wanted to include a special bonus item with the tape, and we didn't know what it was. And at the last minute, when we saw this Leroy Neiman thing...
Yeah, we didn't know how good that painting was going to turn out.
Yeah, you have to go into negotiation with him to get it all done and all that. So now you're going to get a really nice package in the mail. You're going to love it. And you're going to also like all the behind-the-scenes stuff that you're going to get to see.
Let me ask you one more thing about this convention in Albany.
Yeah.
Any chance I can get my son, the second coolest 14-year-old... into this place?
Well, you really are a fan.
You have influenced him so much. I have not held anything back. He has seen and heard everything you've ever done.
Yeah, well, just bring him down.
You think they're going to let him in?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, it's a political process. Children should be able to watch.
Even if he's under 18?
Well, yeah, because what Ludwig was saying, the head of the Libertarian Party, that, anybody can walk in. In order to vote, you got to be a member of the Libertarian Party.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm in.
All right, so we'll see you there.
I appreciate it, Howard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take your top off.
But only if you want to.
Right. If you're really into liberty, you'll take your top off at the convention. I'm going to be nude at the convention.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that ought to be interesting.
That's my personal statement of liberty.
Nude governor.
A nude governor. A total retard. I'll be as retarded as possible and still win.
The governor who wears a diaper.
Yeah. I'll be incontinent. Anyway, 1-800-52-STERN is brought to you by Infinity Ventures and me. You must be 18 or older to order because of the nature of the backstage tape. There's a lot of nature in that tape. $39.95, $4.50 shipping and handling.
It's raw.
Very raw. Raw. Thank you. Albany, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing, Howard?
All right.
Just thought I'd tell you that I'm going to give you my vote, and I'm calling from Massachusetts.
All right, thank you.
Hey.
I don't know how you got to vote in New York.
I got an address in New York as well.
All right, thank you. Hey, that phone connection was real bad. I had to get off with him. Plus, he didn't have much to say. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Howard. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Hi.
Howard, was kind of wondering.
Wait, there's another guy here who wants to say hello to you. Hold on a second.
Hi. You sound cute.
Wait, here's another guy who wants to say hello to you.
Hi, how much NyQuil did you drink today?
Come on. I don't sound like that.
I'm drinking Sterno.
You sounded a little bit like a homo.
You must have been half asleep.
Yeah, maybe you were asleep.
You like boys?
Try to sound more masculine.
Sorry about that.
All right, now you sound better. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, you know...
Uh-oh, you're slipping back into it.
Whenever you start to wonder...
Are you sitting on your alarm clock?
Yeah. Are you calling from Oklahoma?
Come on, I'm sorry about that.
Ever been with a guy?
No, come on, man.
You've never been with a guy?
Hey.
Why don't you just fess up?
Come out.
Come on out. Or else we'll give Tom Hanks your name. and he'll out you on the Academy Awards next year.
Man, I don't sound that bad, do I?
No, now you sound more masculine. All right, go ahead. What do you have to say?
I was just kind of wondering, hey...
All right, there you go, slipping back into it.
He wonders, he gets gay.
Let me ask you something.
Stop wondering.
When you were real young, you never had someone, come on to you?
No,
You and your friends never had, like a sword fight?
Towel snapping?
You never had a sword fight with the other little boys?
Played Army or something, but...
Oh, so you played Army.
Never played Army Doctor?
Come on.
When you played Army, you guys did you guys climb into a foxhole together?
Hey, I called to ask about,
Did you ever sleep on your stomach for them?
Ever crawl into the same sleeping bag?
Hey, I called to ask, when you could get into the government ship...
will there be room for homosexuals?
That ship is very full right now because Kathy Lee Gifford is on the cruise.
That ship is full of seamen.
In the morning, in the evening, and we have fun.
Not much money, oh, but honey. If they could see me now, they'll never believe it. If my friends could see me now.
Oh, Skiff, I just signed us up for another week.
You think I got that long to live, Kathy Lee?
You guys are rough, man. You guys are rough.
Another week, Jesus.
Where are we going, Antarctica?
Can you pay one day at a time?
Come on, Frank, let's dance.
No.
Jesus, I can't get up again.
Up and down. I gotta keep taking the blanket off my lap.
I came to take it easy.
Wake up, Frank. It's dinner.
Dance. I can't sit up.
Oh, Frank, look who's here. Richard Simmons. Oy vey.
How do you like my new hair?
And then there's Willard Scott.
Big dope. Big dope on a cruise.
It's always sunny on a cruise.
Big nitwit.
When these guys...
That's like reject cruise. Imagine that cruise. Kathy Lee and her old bag husband, that old geezer, that fossil, sitting there with his young girl. Willard and Richard Simmons and
the nut boat.
Yeah, the nut boat. And Regis. Hey, Reg, what are you doing here?
Wow.
I can't get enough of you.
Same as you, the big cash in. You big cow.
What am I doing here?
What am I doing here? What do you think? The big cash in.
I heard a statistic. 46% of the people on that cruise with Kathy Lee swim back after 3 days. We're out of here. If you could.
See me now. They'll never believe it if my friends could see me now.
Imagine that's your mom.
Oh, God.
Cassidy, Cody,
little cute kids, and Grandpa.
Come on, Jeff, let's mix with the gas.
I married him because I didn't know I'd be so famous.
We're going to mix with the gas.
Get me off this friggin' boat.
Hey, Howard, I was kind of wondering, when these...
Yes?
This stuff happens,
There's a lot of wonderment in your government ship.
Yeah. Well, you gotta wonder,
Do you have blue eyes?
And purple.
You think Kathy Lee carries a mirror in her pocketbook just to check if Giff is breathing at all times? Daddy's breathing, Cody and Cassidy.
Oh, shucks, huh?
Anyway, you were saying.
Oh, shucks.
I was just gonna ask.
That was cute the way you said that.
Hey, I'm going to play something for you right now. And I want you to tell me.
Don't do this.
I want you to tell me. No, this is
Don't do this to me.
Let me just ask you one thing. I'm going to play you a sound. You tell me if this is a familiar sound to you, okay?
Come on.
No, seriously. I'm going to play this sound. Just tell me if you've ever heard this before.
Don't
despair.
All right, here we go. You ready? Here's the sound. Got me up?
What?
Have you ever made that noise?
You ever made that noise? Yeah, I'll play it for you again.
That's a sleep on your stomach noise.
The weekend sound.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
All right, anyway, what is your question about
What are you wondering about?
Yeah, what are you wondering about, Mr. Wonderment?
Ever been camping?
You know, these people that commit these crimes and stuff, you know, you can't, ones they can't execute. Are you going to have the other ones
Don't ever go to
restitution on people's family?
What'd you say?
Are you going to have the other criminals make restitution on the people's families for the victims?
Restoration. Retribution.
Yeah, we're going to make him go on the love cruise with Kathy Lee.
Can I ask him a question?
Go ahead.
Do you love Easter the most of all because that's when they show most of the Gladiator movies?
What do you do for a living? You can barely get that question out. You are nervous. Would you write that down or something?
I don't
Speak
think
up,
so.
Hercules.
Well, I guess I can't do this too well, so...
No, you can, Hercules.
Sorry about that.
Your name is
Have a good
Hercules.
day, buddy.
All right, man, you too.
I've got an 8th task for you.
We want to put you on our AIDS task force.
There's nothing like Kirk Douglas in a toga.
All right, we got to take
I feel bad for him. He had a very serious question.
Now he thinks he's homosexual. I thought I was gay.
I couldn't stop wondering.
Yeah, I know. He was. I'm wondering.
I wonder while I wonder.
Wondering.
I'm finding a dress.
Here's another. I want to take another call, but I think we got to take a break.
Summer me, winter me.
All right, very good. All right, we got to take a break, and then we'll.
We should have asked that guy if he had sent away for Barbra Streisand tickets.
Can you imagine how many homosexuals are going to be at that Barbra Streisand concert? That's the only way. I can't figure out who is buying all these tickets. I can't find one person that likes Barbra Streisand. Although my wife is like really into it.
She must have wanted some, and she was afraid to ask, I'll bet.
I bought him. Super scalper.
Think Richard Simmons will be there?
Hi. Hi, Kathy Lee.
Hi, Richard. What are you doing on this cruise?
Same as you, the big Cassian.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. 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 Be back right.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. I hear you. All right. Very good. Thank you. What did I say we were going to do when we got back?
We're going to listen to this Sam tape?
Oh, you want to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give it to you. Let me rewind it. I was just listening to it. This is good. What is this? Stern for governor. Various reports. What are these?
Oh, it must be some TV news report.
Let me just see what this says.
No one has ever accused Howard Stern of being shy, and tonight he's not shying away from politics. How does Stern for governor sound? Well, the radio shock jock, shock...
Oh, okay. That's what that is. I think I've had it with those. Let's see. Okay, so just to refresh your memory, Bill Kinison was on yesterday. I was telling the story about how Bill used to go around the station. You know, he traveled with Sam Kinison. Bill was his manager, I guess, or something. Bill was something. What was Bill?
His manager.
Yeah. So Bill sounds like Sam. So
I wasn't even aware of how much until he started doing a Sam impression in here yesterday.
Well, Bill, yeah, right. And Bill, the way Bill tells the story is sort of different than what Mark Parento remembers. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bill says that what he would do is he would call these various stations, and they would never know they were talking to Bill Kinison. They thought they were interviewing Sam. And then he even says some of the stations knew it was Bill Kinison, and they didn't care. They just wanted an interview with someone, so they would say it was Sam Kinison. They would go along with it. You know what I mean? But anyway, Parento says he didn't fall for it, which he didn't, because you can see at the end of the tape he starts to question it. But I think for a while there he had him going.
All right, let me hear.
See, Bill is in a rock and roller, so he got messed up.
So he stumbles in a couple of places?
Well, yeah, instead of calling Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, Bill calls him like Steven Tyler. Or so, I mean, he gets it wrong. Steve Lyons. This is really funny, though. But so here it is. Bill Kinison is in the limo with Sam. Sam has passed out. And Bill grabs the phone and goes on trying to pretend he's Sam. Parento wanted me to play this for everybody to show that he didn't get duped.
Oh, he wanted you to know that he was not taken in by
I don't know. Well, here we go. This is the Mark Parento Show out of Boston.
I know it's Friday now. If my sources are right, if I go to this phone, this should be Sam Kinison somewhere in the heartland of America. Hello?
Hello?
Sam.
Hey, Mark.
It's Mark. How are you?
Man, I'm wore out, but we're going to be ready for Boston.
Leader of the band.
B-A-N-N-E-D.
I know, I love that. Leader of the band people.
Hey, it's hot. Showed over 130,000 the first week and don't have a single video out yet.
That's great. Sam's new thing. It's half comedy.
See, he was better than Sam.
Yeah, because Sam wouldn't have been able to be this articulate. He would have known how many sales or anything.
And Bill remembers to get his plugs in, too.
Music.
That's right.
I like that. Sam, how you been?
Doing good.
Good, man. It's nice to talk to you. That's right. You're in Lowell, Massachusetts, Sunday night.
That's right.
Sunday night, the Sam Kinison Experience rolls through town once again.
That's it.
Oh, my God. Hey, you know what they tell me? Aerosmith guys said, some of the people from their organization said, it was more exciting when you were on stage doing encores with them than when Guns N' Roses were. When they were in L.A., when we were in L.A., they said Sam brought the house down. He was like the thing.
Hey, Steve Lyons and those guys are good friends of ours.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, this is where Bill screwed up.
Steve Lyons.
Wait. Because Bill, Bill was a preacher. He didn't know any of this stuff.
Steve who?
Steve Lyons of Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, and I'm on day 36 on AA.
Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
Yeah, so Steve went with...
So that's Bill trying to move into some familiar territory. He's doing Sam's AA material.
Right.
And helped me a lot. So they're the band of the 90s.
Congratulations, Sam.
Thank you.
Where are you now?
We're in Rochester.
Uh-huh. Say hi to Tammy. Tammy's here.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, Sam.
You gonna come and see me?
I don't know. Should I? What am I going to get?
Absolutely.
I'll take you back and give you a private interview.
Excuse me?
Seeing you, Tammy.
All right, Sam, I know you can't speak long because they said you have a limo waiting.
Yeah, they can always wait.
Yeah, are you going up to Mass or something?
Yeah, we're getting ready for Palm Sunday.
Oh, okay, Sam. We'll see you when you get through town.
Okay, Mark.
All right, thank you very much.
Come out to my show.
All right.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
So anyway, let me ask Mark what the story is on that. Hey, Mark, you there? Mark.
Hey.
How
are you?
How you doing?
Good. You didn't play the part right at the end where I said, that isn't Sam.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting to that.
But, all right.
but did you know up front that it wasn't Sam?
No. There was that nasal twang, that Illinois voice thing had me. And as soon as he said Steve Tyler's name wrong, I'm like, wait a minute. Sam's really having a bad day here.
But Bill does swear that he got away with it 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, no, he didn't get away with it at all. But according to maybe 30, 45 seconds. And then you can hear it in my voice. I'm going, wait a minute.
Yeah, but Bill told me you got so mad you didn't talk for a few years. Is that true?
Oh, no, that's not true at all.
Really?
No, Sam and I... No, there was never a blip at all in my friendship with Sam. We always had him
you just didn't talk to Bill.
You didn't talk to Bill.
Oh, yeah. Hey, did you ever meet the mother?
Yeah.
I went to we went to a Jay Leno concert one night and with her and then the next night to Sam's concert. And that woman could party. She knew how to have a good time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Well, play the part where I say that ain't Sam.
Yeah, all right, I'll get to it.
You got it?
Yeah, I'll get to it.
All right.
Hey, what are you in a rush? I'm interviewing you now.
I know, it's great. It's great being on
his
your
credibility's
show.
on the line. But anyway, but you didn't talk to Bill for like 2 years, right? When Bill would come through, you were mad at him. You were mad at Bill for doing that.
Maybe I was mad for a while.
Yeah, all right.
I don't remember. Maybe I was sort of like...
The guy would get a little
put off by it.
Yeah.
But then, in the scheme of the Kinison thing, it just became part of the deal.
Yeah, right. Bill was telling me a story that was really kind of eerie, that you bring up Sam's mother.
Yeah.
that Sam's mother, like a week before he died, she was talking to Sam in an elevator. She had come to Sam's last show. They were in a glass elevator.
Right.
Sam's last show. I mean, they didn't know it would be Sam's last show, but...
A glass elevator?
It was a glass elevator. They were in some tacky hotel or something, I don't know, in Vegas or something, and they're going up in a glass elevator. And Sam's mother says to him, you know, I was talking... I had a dream that your stepfather came to me in the dream. This guy, I don't know, that she was married to.
Right.
Came to her in a dream, and she said... he says to pack your bags. It's time, you're going to be coming to heaven.
Okay.
It's time to get your things in order. Like one of those eerie kind of premonitions.
They were a very religious family, as you know, Howard.
Yeah, well, I mean, but isn't that kind of, you know, I always hear stories like that. Isn't that
who
weird?
did the stepfather say this to?
To the mother in the dream.
But
to
she
tell
didn't go anywhere. Oh,
no,
to tell
Sam that it's and she came to his last show and
to tell him
just to tell him she never came to shows.
Wow.
She flew all the way to say, your stepfather says, put your affairs in order.
Wow.
You're coming.
That is spooky.
Now, that is spooky, isn't it?
I miss Sam Kinison. He was great.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah. Maybe he's reincarnated. Maybe we're not looking in the right place.
Mark, it's time for you to go back to bed.
Thank you.
Mark's having dreams now.
Yeah, Mark is having a nightmare right now. I like Mark a lot. Mark's a good guy. We have a good station in Boston.
BCN, the Rock.
BCN's like a very cool station.
And you're on at night after me.
I'm on at night. That's my only disappointment.
It's big, though. I mean, every cab driver in town, every 7-Eleven, every store, everywhere you go, you hear Howard at night.
We have these huge ratings in Boston at night, but it would be cool if all my relatives and stuff that thought, all my in-laws live in Boston. It would be kind of cool.
You'd be good in the morning.
I would be, but Charles is there. And,
he is there. He's good, too. You want to come in and do a book signing. Maybe that would be or something.
I got to go.
Bye.
Okay. Hey, Mark, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks for providing the tape.
We'll play you're welcome. Play the part where I say
I'm going to play that now.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
That's the great Mark Parento. He's very good.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. He's a brave broadcaster. He's someone I like. How many guys in radio do I like?
Not many. This is like the first time I've ever heard you say that.
Yeah, I like Mark. Right, Mark? Don't I like you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I like you. Weren't we almost on the radio together in Detroit?
Almost. We just missed each other.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you got out of that hellhole just as I was coming.
Oh, man.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, like a rock.
I'll see you, Mark.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's Mark Parento. He's a nice guy. Got a real deep voice. His wife was Gail. Remember Gail Parento? The rock promoter?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was his wife. They got a divorce.
Isn't she always up here with, what's her name?
Who?
David Bowie's
Yeah, she's...
ex?
It's just something to do with
Angela?
All right, so here's Mark figuring out that it is...
Almost everybody today. When he announced...
Oh, that's the wrong one. It's a news guy.
Did you get the feeling that wasn't Sam?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
me
did.
too.
I got
I was
that distinct feeling.
Right in the middle of that, I said
like
to myself...
Jessica Hahn wasn't there.
When he got Steven Tyler's name wrong, I said...
Steve Lyons,
Yeah,
who's that guy?
I said, that couldn't be Sam Kinison. And then all of a sudden I was listening to the voice and I said, we've been hosed.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Hey.
Yeah.
So he figured it out.
Yeah. But Bill was already gone. He didn't know. He thought he pulled it off.
Bill thought he pulled it off. Isn't that a funny piece of tape?
Steve Lyons. Hey, Steve Lyons. Steve Lyons is those guys from Aerosmith.
We were up there with Steve Lyons.
The band of the 90s!
Why would he say it if he didn't know? Why wouldn't he just say Steve?
I don't know. He messed up. He messed up. He had his hands full. Bill really did have his hands full.
You know what? That's probably why Sam blew the whistle on him that night.
I know. Brother made him sound stupid. Yeah, I mean, Bill Kinison out the country. He's wiping up puke with one hand. He's on the car phone on the other hand with a radio station.
He's got his hand over Sam's mouth, so if Sam
right. Give me that phone.
Hey, who are you talking to?
That's not me.
Ow! Ow! Tony!
Want to hear it again?
That was the kind of thing that Sam would never rest with, that he didn't know Steve Tyler's name.
Want to hear it again?
So he'd always tell.
You won!
Want to hear it again?
Yeah.
That in the background.
I'll play it one more time, then we got to do news. All right, here we go. Bill Kinison trying to be Sam.
No, it's Friday now. If my sources are right, if I go to this phone, this should be Sam Kinison somewhere in the heartland of America. Hello?
Hello?
Sam.
Hey,
Hey,
Mark.
it's Mark. How are you?
Man, I'm wore out, but we're going to be ready for Boston.
Leader of the band.
B-A-N-N-E-D.
I know, I love that. I love that. Leader of the band people.
Hey, it's hot. Showed over 130,000 the first week and don't have a single video out yet.
That's great. Sam's new thing. It's half comedy, half music.
That's right.
I like that. Sam, how you been?
Doing good.
Good, man. It's nice to talk to you. Yeah, that's right. You're in Lowell, Massachusetts. Sunday night.
That's right.
Sunday night, the Sam Kinison Experience rolls through town once again.
That's it.
Oh, my God. Hey, you know what they tell me? Aerosmith guys said, some of the people from their organization said, it was more exciting when you were on stage doing encores with them than when Guns N' Roses were. When they were in L.A., when they said, when we were in L.A., they said Sam brought the house down. He was like the thing.
Hey, Steve Lyons and those guys are good friends of ours.
Oh, yeah? Steve who?
Steve Lyons of Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, and I'm on day 36 on AA.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I heard about that.
Yeah, so Steve went with me and helped me a lot. So they're the band of the 90s.
Congratulations, Sam.
Thank you.
Where are you now?
We're in Rochester.
Uh-huh. Say hi to Tammy. Tammy's here.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, Sam.
You gonna come and see me?
I don't know. Should I?
Yeah, hello.
What am I going to get?
Absolutely.
I'll take you back and give you a private interview.
Excuse me?
Seeing you, Tammy.
All right, Sam, I know you can't speak long because they said you have a limo waiting.
Yeah, they can always wait.
Yeah, you going up to Mass or something?
Yeah, we're getting ready for Palm Sunday.
No. Okay, Sam. We'll see you when you get through town.
Okay, Mark.
All right, thank you very much.
Come out to my show.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Steve Lyons? Steve. You got Joe Perky on guitar? Plays good, that Joe Perky.
Steve who?
Steve who? Steve Lyons. The guy's name is Steven Tyler.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right, hey, we got to take a break. We'll be back with some more right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I don't even really want to get into this, but I was reading this to Jackie and Fred and Billy when we were off the air.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know how we goof on Gary for being stupid?
Yes.
I'm reading an article. I'm not even sure I should get. You tell me if you're interested in this. I'm reading an article. It's an animation magazine. They interviewed Gary about his animation art cell.
I gotta hear
what?
it.
I know what it is already.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
In terms of what?
They interviewed Gary for this animation art cell. You know, Gary collects these cartoon art.
Right. Has a huge collection.
Right. And they're interviewing him, and I'm reading what he says, and I really don't understand what he's saying. Even in an interview, I don't understand you.
Let's read it to me and see if I understand.
All right, well, that's what I read it to Fred. Fred couldn't figure it out. I read it to Billy. I was in the middle of reading it to Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff is, I got to tell you, I read the interview, and some of it isn't punctuated correctly, and it does sound weird.
So you're blaming them?
Well,
let's see. I want to get did the guy tape you when he interviewed
you?
Yeah. He did? I want to get a tape. I want the tape of this.
But, I mean, it might be exactly what I said, but you can punctuate it.
No, it's punctuated. Punctuation isn't the problem. All right, they asked Gary, what about the first time you bought a cell? What was that like?
Mm-hmm.
Quote, I got totally ripped off on it. I got it from Circle Gallery, and you can more than print that because anybody in collecting knows. I didn't know any better at the time, but it's a great cell. It was Nighty Night, Bugs with Yosemite Sam in armor. I made a conscientious effort to get one.
I knew that was a problem.
Is this all from the same interview?
Yeah.
Quiet down, Fatso. Get on the scale.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I understand what he's talking about, but
you can
I
understand
guess you got overly excited.
What do you mean you got ripped off on it?
You
got
paid
ripped
too
off
much.
on what? You paid too much?
Yes.
And you made a conscientious effort?
To get one. He was out looking for one.
I guess, okay, well, now that you explain it, I don't know. It's very difficult.
You know how he gets very excited and he starts to put words together that don't belong together?
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
It's awkward sentence structure.
You can more than print that.
They weren't even interviewing me at the
That's not what he meant.
And you can more than print that.
He meant you can print it, that I'm saying it was Circle Gallery.
Yeah, you
because
can
I
more...
want you to know that they ripped
me off.
I got to
he puts different... He puts like I noticed even on our backstage videotape. Can I just make a comment?
Wait a second, I wasn't even.
Even on the backstage videotape, we goof on him when you guys order 1-800-52-STERN. You'll see on the backstage videotape, Gary uses a lot of words and sentences that we goof on him about because he uses he puts two phrases together, puts two expressions together. You can more than print that. How can you more than print? I've never heard that.
You're either printing it or you're not.
You can print that, or you can more than print that. I never heard of that.
Well, then don't hear of it.
You can. What do you mean by you can more than print that?
I was emphasizing. I guess it sounds stupid. I
You
apologize.
can more than print that.
It's like saying I got ripped off on it. I got ripped off.
Yeah, you got ripped off.
Oh, Jackie, let's go pull some of your interviews out when you talk to those
You've
newspapers
been
on
doing
Long,
it for 12
on
years.
Long Island that 12 people read.
Mustache smelly bastard.
You fat son of a shrimp-eating bastard.
Good.
Breast showing fatso.
What?
Showing me his wife's breasts.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, thank you. I take it back.
Breast showing bastard.
We gotta get him in a debate.
Want to see my wife?
What?
Want to see my wife? Yeah. That's a little funny.
That's a little
Finally,
weird.
there it is.
Yeah, you hesitated.
No.
We should get the tape of Jackie doing his interviews around the country.
That was funny.
No, that's something to goof on. Hey, we got that?
Yeah.
That's
precisely
How
what I was
about this?
enjoying
Are
this.
you pre-taping me? Why don't I just try to get a little dirty, and if you can't use it, you can cut it out.
Get a little. Do we have time, Robin? Maybe we should just do the news.
I'll pull a better version of it together for tomorrow so we can do it
Yeah,
in prime
there you
time.
go.
Okay.
You made Gary really angry.
Just leave in the 800 number, you bastard.
Boy, this is a whole explanation of Gary's cartoon collection.
I give you credit for giving me a couple of cells.
Yeah.
We plug 1-800-52-STERN.
Yeah, I see. All right, you did the right thing. Hey, you know that guy who draws Woody Woodpecker just died?
Yeah.
Lands.
Oh, Walter Lands?
Yeah, he just died like last week. You got any of those?
No, you do.
Do I have a Woody? Oh, I do have that.
And you were going to give it to me, and then you said...
And you didn't want it.
I didn't want it. And I think you gave it to Ganji, I think, or to one of your secretary's kids. I can't remember.
I think I actually kept it.
Did he actually do the drawing himself?
Yes, this was the cartoonist.
Yeah, Lands.
Walter Lands.
Lance. But, yeah, I think I might have given it to someone.
Woodpecker.
I always feel stupid hanging up cartoon art in my house. I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
What should be hanging in your house?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what?
I saw Gary's apartment when I went over there, and you see this gallery of pictures lined up, these cartoons.
My cartoons are no more stupid than a huge picture of myself in my living room.
I wasn't talking about you. I was going to say that Howard was sort of like... What's his name? Bob Guccione. I saw him being interviewed on Sunday on TV. Now, he considers himself a painter.
Yeah, I know.
And he's now opening his house so that critics can come in and look at his art collection.
Hey, let's go over and look at
that
it.
he's painted himself.
The guy from, not the son, the guy from Playboy.
Bob from Penthouse.
Hey, Howard, can I tell you something really weird? Talking about painting?
But when I saw your house,
yeah,
I saw the cartoon art hanging up there, it looked really goofy.
Well, that's okay. Everybody's different.
Oh, man, real different. You're real different.
Can I tell you an interesting story that happened to me this weekend involving art?
And you can more than print that. Well, go ahead.
You know, I was hunting for a house this weekend, so I go to this guy's house.
Baba Booey's house hunting.
I'm house hunting. So I go to this...
Baba Booey owns like 7 houses already.
No, I don't.
Don't you have like a bunch of apartments that you can't unload?
No. I own one co-op on 73rd in Amsterdam, which is for sale. Right. You to call 212-750-0550.
Do you throw in the cartoon art with it?
I will throw in anything.
Right.
But no, I just have one apartment in the place that we're in we rent.
Oh, okay.
Tell him your latest dilemma. Does he know that?
What is my latest dilemma?
Gary was asking everybody how close
would you
is
buy
it
a
okay
house
to
there?
live next to a power line?
I go, would you buy a house near power lines?
Would you buy a house
with 100,000 list?
Yeah, no kidding. Do you like your wife's breasts?
Yes.
What, do you want them cut off after?
And what do you want your children to look like?
I won't have to cut them off.
Hey, speaking of that, did you see 60 Minutes?
Yes,
Wasn't that cool?
Oh, no, that boy.
Oh, man, they had all these freaks on that lived too close to Chernobyl or something.
Oh, no.
No, it was weird. It was nuclear test sites.
In Russia,
they used to set off bombs.
In Russia, they used to like test their bombs like next to people, like just to see what would happen on their own people. So they blew up the bomb and nothing really happened until like the next generation was born. Did you see that cool fetus they have in the jar?
Yeah.
It's a one-eyed cyclops.
What do you mean? It's in a jar?
It's in a jar. They have a fetus, all right? Evidently, the woman, it didn't go to full term.
How developed? Does it have limbs?
It's very developed.
It has limbs?
It's got a head on it.
It was a baby.
Listen to this. Its head, right?
I used to pay a quarter to see things like that.
Yeah, I know. It's got it. Now they got on 60 Minutes for free. The eye there's only one eye, and it's in the middle of the forehead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, swear to God.
Is it weirder than, like, the Caterpillar Man?
Yeah, much weirder. What did you say? It's weirder than the Caterpillar Man in Freaks?
Definitely.
Oh, no.
They grew up, like, within the range of the fallout? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. These women were like, you know, having children.
Yeah, all their kids have cancer. They're all dropping dead, all the Russians.
Did you see that one little boy, though? He has no eyes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he was sad.
What is...
Yeah, he was sad.
Flat there?
He had, like, big, like, spaghetti...
Big flaps.
Yeah, big flaps. It was really sad.
Set of eyes.
Yeah, it was really scary. He looked like Scott the Engineer a little bit.
There was a guy on public access cable this weekend.
Not that scary, but yeah.
There was a guy on public access cable this weekend giving a speech, and he just sits at a desk and he had no eyes, no eyeballs.
Wow.
Just sockets.
Yeah.
And he sits there like was ranting about something.
Wow.
Holes?
Right. Just skin where eyes go.
Cool. That's a good look.
But,
well,
you know, the whole time I was watching that, I said, and these people want that government back.
Yeah, I know.
What a wacky group of people.
The Russians had a government that would just drop bombs on them and kill their own people. Oh, it was the saddest thing you ever saw, but the fetus was kind of cool to look at.
Oh, yeah, but it didn't live.
Yeah, that's why it was cool. I mean, when you see a kid suffering, it's not cool.
Yeah, and everybody's dying of cancer.
Yeah, it was really sad,
But
actually.
what's scary is having one eye wouldn't keep it from living. It could have lived.
Nah, but you have to see the rest of it. It's pretty freaky.
All, you know, all the internal organs were mangled, too.
It looks like something you see on Babylon 5. You know, like some guy would invent
Yeah, the Star Wars bar.
Yeah. Half of Russia looks like the Star Wars bar. Yeah.
Russian midget woman with...
Did you see her?
Yeah, the little midget. Did you see her?
I think her legs are upside down. Like her feet are on her stomach.
What?
Yeah, it was weird. I tell you, nuclear weapons do weird stuff. You know, there was some brilliant guy who once said, you know, the nuclear bomb is really germ warfare. Says it's not what happens when you drop the bomb.
Right.
It's the aftermath. The radiation just seeps through the environment, and you have acid rain and junk, and then you have all these birth defects.
Well, that's why I always said I want to be at ground zero. I don't want to be around.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
When we were in college, they made us watch this documentary called Hiroshima Mon Amour. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
And it just shows you like all the wacky stuff that happens to people.
Listen, why don't you move next to some power lines?
No, we're not moving next to power lines. I just was asking. They weren't next to.
I'm telling you, man, be careful with that stuff because you know. You live near power line, your cows won't give milk.
They were like 100 yards away. So
were they like? What do you mean, like huge?
Well, no. If you can imagine, the house is on a street. Right?
Yeah.
Then
it's probably a great house too.
It was a great house.
Right.
And then there's a street. And then
whenever I go house hunting, it always is like that. You find these great houses, and then there's always one thing wrong.
Like we found a really great house, and then you look right out the back door, and there's a little league field. Like 9 o'clock every Saturday.
Yeah.
The kids will be playing.
That's
right in the backyard.
It's where drug dealers hang.
Yeah. It's not the little league you mind.
Big league.
Yeah, it's all the drug deals that go down all night.
High school kids at night with beers.
Yeah.
Beer.
My wife is convinced that buying a house behind a high school is good because she grew up behind a high school. Her father was not a real estate genius. And she said that it was like just an empty field behind him, so it was nice.
Don't you remember when you were in high school, you always congregated near people's houses and you'd like throw up on their lawns before school?
Yeah, right. I mean, there's weird stuff. You know, I would like to see Gary move near the power lines just to see what the hell his children and stuff will look like.
The teeth?
Oh, my God. The teeth will be like... You know what would be cool about it? In a way, like your cartoon cells would come to life. Your kids would probably look like Baba Booey.
Is this the thing? Is a tooth clops?
Tooth clops.
One big tooth?
One giant tooth coming out of the middle of your head. Gary, I'm horny. Honey, you think we should make love right in this house next to the power line? Maybe we should go to my parents' house in Uniondale.
No, that's only now across the street from a Jehovah's Witness church.
Do your parents have a Jehovah's Witness church?
There was a vacant lot there for 30 years. Now there's a Jehovah's Witness church across the street from
I hope they don't have any plans on selling that house.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Forget it. They're ruined.
Well, the Jehovah's Witnesses don't bother you.
You know what I like on the news? When they go to these suburban neighborhoods and they go, and today the people of Uniondale rejected the idea of having a group home in their... Well, of course.
Yeah, people are trying to sell their property.
I mean, some guy worked his whole life for that investment, and now the news guy is putting him down because he doesn't want to have a group home in his community. Excuse me.
Or a halfway house.
Yeah, you know, when I start seeing Dan Rather and those guys who have group homes next to their fancy condos, that's when I'll know that guy's wrong.
Group homes, halfway houses, and housing projects.
Group home, that's the kiss of... Blacks are better, Robin, than a group home. That's the kiss of death in real estate. I'd rather live next door to blacks, either side.
Well, that's nice of you, Howard.
You're damn right. Oh, I'm liberal. What is it, John?
Oh, there was an uproar in my neighborhood when they installed a retarded home.
Yeah.
Same as mine.
No kidding.
Everyone was like,
and I and all the people who are for it are like out of towners.
Yeah, people who don't live in the neighborhood.
It's not proven anywhere that retarded people rape.
Well, yeah, right. So they get horny and they know what to do with it. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, that's what I want. Retarded home. Yes. Now this is a beautiful home. There is a retarded home next door to it.
What's funny?
Yeah. Go sell your house. You spent a lifetime.
Well, let me just put in that it's wrong that people feel this way.
Of course.
They're playing catch with bricks.
Oh, you.
Now, I'm telling you, this is a great investment. This house is a steal. It's been on the market for 7 years, and they're ready to sell these people.
The
house has all new amenities. They'll take back a mortgage on it. It's fantastic. I'm telling you, it is at the... Well, now, I do advise you keep your pets inside, though. And do you have pets? You do? Okay. Well, then keep them inside. And pay no attention to the neighbor eating his fingers. Because he does not live there full time. He will be a graduate of this retarded home.
It's like that movie with the nanny who was out of her mind.
Yeah.
And they had, the retarded guy who would come and work on the house. You know, like good retarded people like that. You don't worry about.
Yeah.
But that's not who you're going to have living next door to you.
On blondie, on blonde, like.
Let me have a bell in the marketplace. Money in the dinner in the bed.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I just spent $135,000. I saved my entire life, and now you're going to take it away from me?
Put me and my Joe.
They put one of those in Uniondale next to a grammar school, and everybody went nuts.
Look, everyone, the family...
Now, I swear to you, these schizophrenics are under control on medication.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah, they're all under medication. I'm telling you.
Just to see, let's put them next to a grammar school.
So what did the real estate agents say when they brought you up to where the power lines? Did they even mention it? They act like they don't see it, right?
That's no big deal.
Yeah, right. Oh,
and my wife,
did you bring it up first to them?
Yeah, what is that over there?
My wife said, I don't know that I want to be that close to power lines.
Yeah.
And she goes, well,
Oh, who even cares? Right? Yeah. What power line?
It was so funny because one day I got into the elevator of my building and a guy had just been to his kid's school with some kind of a Geiger counter. Because the school was near power line.
So wait a second. So here's this beautiful house that's like $100,000 cheaper than all the other houses.
Right.
And the power line's not the reason.
Well, the power lines wasn't really...
What was the reason why this was $100,000 cheaper?
No, the power lines weren't really the reason. See, the power lines were over the railroad track.
Oh. Good investment.
It was about 100 or 150 yards away from the front door.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah, the train is not... It's one of those local lines, right? Did they tell you that?
No, it's an express.
Atmosphere.
Oh, it's an express. It'll go right through.
Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yeah, the power line.
Wake up!
Yeah, no problem there. Good investment.
Hi, Gary!
Well, you'll always have electricity. You don't even have to turn on your oven to cook.
So we went to look at this one guy's house, right? And
but they try to act like the house is $100,000 cheaper, and there's absolutely no reason.
Well, they sort of said, well, it is near the railroad tracks, but if you can live with that, it's not that big a deal.
Right, yeah. That's why you moved to the suburbs.
I mean, somebody else
That's why you're sinking all that money into it.
Yeah.
If you can live with it.
And it's probably like really fixed up, perfect. You don't have to do a thing to it, and it kills you because you want it.
It was a beautiful house. You just needed to move it a block away.
And the realtor, and they always act like it's no big deal. I live near power lines.
The
realtor always. I've lived for years across from a railroad track. They always have the same problem. And we love it.
It adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah, but aren't you afraid of radiation?
What?
Well, do what we do. We wear a spacesuit, and we bought a 30-foot fence.
I just wear lead underwear.
All of a sudden, the realtor's wig falls off her head because she's undergoing chemo. A wig and fake ears. Big rubber ears.
No.
Got a whole mask on.
Yeah.
Our realtor's very cool. I mean, she pointed it out to us. She just pointed it out to us.
Yeah.
Meet your neighbor, Mothra.
The fly.
Help me! Yeah, there's a giant dog.
And here's your neighbor, Flyboy. Flyboy, buzz once if this is a good neighborhood to live in. Buzz twice if it's bad. Warning, warning.
Oh, my God.
Excuse me, do you keep your pets outside? Oh, this is your pet, King Kong?
No, is that your horse? No, that's our dog.
Yeah.
But Gary, the owner is willing to negotiate on the price.
Very negotiable. They're ready to sell. It's been on the market for 15 years.
They will dicker.
Yes.
Dicker.
Yeah, I'll dicker. Yeah, so you knew enough to stay away from that.
Yeah. So this other house we went to look at, we went downstairs and there was a pool table, and right next to the pool table was an oil painting of a nude. A woman nude, and she had a really great body, and it looked odd because, most nudes you see are sort of old.
Yeah.
You could tell this was very contemporary. It was done within the last couple of years. And then you look around the house.
It was Jackie's wife.
This guy's got pictures of his wife all over the house, and then you realize but you realize the nude oil painting is his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, is she nice?
Really, really great.
Yeah. Stacked.
And you say to yourself, like, if you knew people were coming to look at your house, why would you leave a nude of your wife on the pool table?
Same reason Jackie walks around with Polaroids of his wife topless.
He's bragging.
He's bragging.
I'd like to paint your wife.
Your wife's got a nice chest. You show it off.
Another 5 years to carry a picture of somebody else.
All right. Wow. House is beautiful. Has a very large basement. You can store all your misfired fetuses.
Or your Cyclops baby jars can go on the shelf right here.
What I think is cool is like the Russians saved the Cyclops baby in a jar to show 60 Minutes.
Oh.
Once you get rid of the evidence.
But, it's just wild what was going on in that country when they were closed to all the news services.
Yeah.
Do you think they just felt that
Well, you know what was weird? I'm watching 60 Minutes, and they're showing the Cyclops fetus. And Ralph calls me, and I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm watching Deep Space Nine. I didn't know Deep Space Nine was on up against 60 Minutes. I go, I'm watching 60 Minutes. He goes, oh, you watch all that intelligence stuff. I go, no. Turn it on right this second, man. You think Deep Space Nine has cool stuff? Check this out.
I've never seen anything like this.
They got a Cyclops fetus in a jar. He goes, whoa. And then he turns on, he's like, whoa, this is great. This is reality.
Bradley next to a dead lake in the Klaatu Barada Nikto suit.
Yeah. And Bradley in a spacesuit.
Dead lake.
This is a dead lake.
I wonder if there's somebody over there doing spin control. I wonder if...
Nah, not in Russia. They don't care. They want to show you their problems now.
No, I'm
They're
just
looking for
wondering
money.
if it's any worse than,
Oh, it's... Yeah, I don't know. They probably... Who knows?
They couldn't have shown anything.
Couldn't be much worse than this in a Cyclops baby.
Do you think that they just have so many people over there, they just, they tested them because they just wanted to get rid of some of them?
I just think like the Russians were out of control. They were more backward than we knew. Like,
Well, yeah, and these people were farm workers.
Yeah.
So they didn't even know what was going on. They had no clue.
And it's in the food cycle. It's in their whole food chain now.
And who's going to sue the government?
Right. It's Russia. They have no money.
They'll kill you.
Yeah. Lock you up in a gulag.
Cyclops baby gets killed.
Yeah. I think like this guy Sarkov wrote a poem or something. They locked him up. Imagine if you tried to sue a government man over there. Forget it. They just kill you. All right, we'll take a break. We got to do the news, Robin, when we get back. Anything. Thank you.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
On the phone?
Yeah.
This is worth taking, Robin. This is some dude from, he works for some power company.
He's a spokesperson for Jersey City Power Lines.
Yeah.
And he wants to say that it's not unsafe.
Yeah, he wants to just tell us that that Gary buying a house next to power lines would be okay.
Hello?
Hello. It'd be like, hello.
Good morning. How you doing? I'm a little apprehensive about doing this because I know you're probably going to rip me apart. But
no, I won't. I'm not going to goof on you too bad.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, to contradict what Robin just said, we're not saying that Gary can make whatever decisions he likes. We're not trying to say that there is any plus or minus towards living near power lines.
But why take a chance?
What we're just trying to say is that many of the appliances in your home, especially the environment that you people work in 4 to 6 hours a day, create as much electromagnetic force, if not more, than power lines do. And we would be glad to have someone come in. We would be glad to have someone come in to Scott's studio, to your studio, to show you EMF readings within your own environment.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what it is, though? When you live right next to a power line, like, why do... I mean, I have to come to work, and I have to work at a radio station, because that's where I make my living. I don't really need to live near a power line.
No, you don't.
And quite frankly, who knows what you're really measuring? You're measuring something.
Well,
but, you know, there's a lot of other properties given off.
We're measuring the EMFs, which is the electromagnetic field.
Yeah, but maybe you're not measuring something else.
Well, that's what they claim is the problem with power lines.
Thank you, Robin. Thanks.
I don't care. You know what? Why would you put yourself through that? And, you know, I know...
But it's the same with sleeping under an electric blanket.
Exactly. Thank you, Robin.
Or sleeping on a water bed
I don't think
if you
so.
have it heated.
Well, you know, we just at this point, it's just a thing to educate.
I don't know. How come, like,
about
people who live near the power lines, like up in Rochester, their cows are, like, having 3-headed babies and stuff?
Their cows are not having.
That's radio waves.
Oh, is that radio waves? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Come on.
No, it's supposed to be radio waves or something. I don't know. It's just weird. You know, who needs it? I don't care what some guy from a power company... Let me ask you the bottom line.
Sure.
Do you live next to a power lines?
Yes, we do, as a matter of fact.
Do you have
well,
to
we
get
know
the
a
job?
house you can have for...
You want a really cheap house. We know of one.
You know, and
Gary almost bought it.
Believe me, that we've done our own studies with employees who service these lines, guys who have been working on these lines for 25 years that don't have any problems. Look at Scott. Now, Scott is a perfect case study.
Yeah, look at it.
The man smokes too much. He's exposed to electromagnetic radiation
but that
all
still makes
day
no
long.
sense. That still makes no sense. Why would you want more electromagnetic radiation?
Who knows if it is a problem or not? That's the point that we're
Of course it's a problem.
You know, Dr. David Carpenter in New York State, okay?
All right.
He has probably...
Yeah, but what about the other doctors?
He's done the most extensive research in New York State studying the effects of power lines. And you have
Does he have any hair?
State New York.
Did his hair fall out in clumps?
And even with his studies, you know, he feels that the studies are inconclusive. So.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'm glad you presented the other side.
We're just looking for fairness, correct?
All right. You got it.
Okay.
All
Thanks,
right, bye-bye.
So go ahead and get the house, Gary.
Nah, I don't think so.
Guy says it's okay. Says, hey, it's no more power than sitting here in front of the microphone.
Well, I figure if I'm here all day and getting zapped, why should I go home and get zapped?
Yeah, right. Take a break from getting zapped.
True.
That makes no sense.
And if the guy comes in here and does those measurements, so then when we find out it's bad, what are we going to do?
What was it like? Like one of those big poles, like a big tower?
With a big thick line?
Do you remember Westinghouse used to have that insignia? It was like a big tower. It almost looked like the tower in Seattle.
Right.
Just one of those big towers.
Yeah. It was a big metal tower?
It was a big metal tower, like every 90 feet, where like 7 or 8 wires went through.
You know that's like the kind you see on the news.
I'm not talking about a telephone pole.
Yeah. Name your kid Rodan.
That's the East Coast Connection.
What?
That's the East Coast Connection.
Yeah, that's what all power for the entire Northeast goes through there. The house is only $12,000, Mr. Delavante. Well, why would that be? Oh, well, it's been on the market a long time. They really want to get out. It's priced to move.
They just had to move in a hurry. 6
Yeah.
usable acres.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, the other 2 homes in the area for sale, you can buy up all the homes. You'll own all this property. You'll be the land baron. Where are you looking? At this point, you must be almost like 3 states over.
Yeah, no. I'm only.
Last I heard, he was in Connecticut.
I am in Connecticut. I'm in Greenwich and Darien.
How long before you moved into Boston?
No.
It's only a 4-hour commute, Bull.
Greenwich is 35 minutes away. Darien's 45 minutes away.
Man, good luck.
Good quality of life.
I've done it, man.
For 1 a.m.
Ask my wife about it when she's up here later.
About what?
When I first got into radio.
You went from.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Let him tell you his.
Let me tell you my story before you botch it. So, my wife and I got a job in Hartford.
Right.
My wife was working in the city, in New York City. She decided that she wanted to live in New York City. I wanted to live in Hartford because I had to get up at 4 in the morning. She says, let's get a halfway point. So we go to Bridgeport.
Now, how far is that to Hartford? Driving wise, nobody on the road at that hour.
It was brutal. It was about an hour. It was the hardest hour of my life. You have no idea. I'm talking about highway driving 70 miles an hour.
But was it an hour or was it like 10 minutes to get to the highway and then?
No, it was an hour. It was an hour, but I don't know how to describe it.
Door to door, an hour.
An hour. It was brutal.
That's with no traffic.
That was no traffic. Yeah, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. It's an ugly hour 20.
See, but I've already driven into work.
Yeah, at 70 miles an hour.
Yes, I used to drive to work.
I don't know. I can't. No. I'm talking about it was heavy miles. But the point is, my wife had to come in from Bridgeport to Manhattan. Oh,
that's a night.
It's brutal.
And how far is that?
That's an hour and a half. Right.
Yeah.
How about
an hour and a half?
Well,
I don't know. For some reason, it's just a hassle.
Well, sure it's a hassle.
Why are you doing it? Why don't you just live in the city?
Well, because there's no room in the city.
Yeah, he's got a tiny apartment.
His apartment is small, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that. You should have come
It's
to the
him, his wife, and his cells.
You should have been to the last apartment where Mary and I were living together for about 9 months.
Why don't you just kick out Mary? You don't have enough room.
You were fine when you lived alone.
Why you married her, I don't know.
Screwed everything up.
Although, you know, now he's got 2 incomes, so he's doing pretty good. He's like a big shot.
Yeah.
Because his wife works and he works.
My greatest fear is that they're thinking of starting a family.
That's definitely going on.
Hold on a second.
That's definitely going on.
Wait a second. How long have I been working on this show?
Too long.
9 years, right?
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, my salary has increased, and I do personal appearances. What do you think? I throw that money out the window?
No.
I don't think I'm a big shot because we got another salary. We saved a lot of money.
No, but he's like a big shot because he's got a personal trainer now for $40 an hour.
Yeah.
He has a personal trainer.
So, do you have a personal trainer?
Yeah, but I'm Howard Stern. You're Fafafoe. I mean, come on.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. When Gary told me he had a personal trainer, I almost fell on the floor.
I was mixed up. I just hurt myself thinking about it.
And then he just bought a CD-ROM for his computer.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, he's spending way too much money for a
A
guy.
lot of discretionary income.
Well, I got to
Mary must make good money.
No, Stuttering John has really hooked me with some pretty good investments.
In stocks?
Yes.
I can't
You know
believe
what's very funny? I'm sitting here reading all this stuff about Hillary Clinton and how she turned $1,000 into $98,000, and they're saying it's impossible. But John does this every day for years.
No, he doesn't. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about the Hillary Clinton thing.
John's good.
John's been
Hillary Clinton got advice from a guy who was up, I don't know, he had some kind of insider trade. Not insider trading, but there was some kind of shenanigans there they were implying.
Yeah.
And,
but it's not impossible to do this in these
it is.
commodity
In
markets.
commodities, it's possible. But you can also lose your shirt. Did you notice that when Hillary Clinton then decided to do it on her own, she lost $5,000 in a day?
Yeah.
And then got out?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, they're saying, oh, there must have been something going on here. John's doing it.
Oh, yeah. No, Hillary Clinton, I mean, it is possible in commodities to make that kind of money. It really is.
It's just like it's possible to go to the racetrack and make a billion.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's gambling,
Yeah,
but it's legal.
It very rarely happens. I don't know, man. What are you buying a house for?
Why'd you buy a house? Why don't you live in the city?
Yeah, because I got kids. I got 3 kids.
Well, someday I'll have some, too.
Oh.
That's what I'm worried about.
Can you imagine?
The only thing scarier is robbing him.
Hey, no, it's much scarier that you might have children. You're closer to it than I am.
Yeah, much
Closer. He's closer to having grandchildren.
Closer to human than you are.
Oh, I don't think so.
All right, let's get away from the fighting, okay? Everybody, we'll save that for after the show.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show on 97.1 The Eagle.
I have some really good films to show you after the show.
What do you got this?
You know everything.
That'll calm
Enema?
us down.
Tons of those. I got one
I
of
think
those.
my kids are going to be up here. We'll have to wait till they leave.
And I got a movie from the king of all stumps. You know, the guy who said this is a stump movie.
Oh, yeah?
Stump movie. You
good.
can't watch those today. I can't be there.
Oh, you'll be there.
Wait,
No, I'm going out.
I thought you didn't like those.
Aren't you the woman who goes to X-rated theaters to see The Story of O?
You know, do you have a VCR?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's this one about?
I'm not sure. I just got it yesterday.
Both limbs cut off or just one?
I'm not sure.
Oh, the girl's hot?
Don't disappoint.
I thought she could be without legs.
Yeah. I'm a leg man myself.
This movie you're not.
Well, you better be a thigh man.
I'm a buttocks man. I'm a man of whatever's left on her.
Scar man.
All right, come on, let's do some news. This is crazy.
You know, can I just say something? Do you know what Stuttering John told me yesterday?
What?
He told me that Jackie and he went to the Friars Club.
Yeah.
And Jackie started telling him some story about him and a bunch of his buddies went to a farm when they were in high school to try to molest some sheep, but they couldn't track them down.
What was that about?
Is that true?
I refuse.
Oh, you know, I heard that too.
I'm saving up. I told
You mean you went with the intention of going after
They went up
sheep?
there and they were trying to have sex with sheep.
Oh, Jackie.
And Jackie
And you said you're closer to human than me?
Come on, Jackie, tell the truth. Tell the story.
We didn't come close.
All right, but
Only
you tried.
because the sheep got away.
Did you guys get in a car and say, hey, let's go to a farm and see what happens?
Oh, yeah, like that's not normal.
Oh, Jackie.
We're on our way back from Piping Rock Country Club where we used to work, and we were all loaded, and
of course.
There was a sheep farm there right on the hill.
Oh, man.
No
And
girls
I was
around.
in the getaway car, which was my big, huge 19...
Instead of going after sheep, why didn't you just get it on with each other? I think you'd rather have that, wouldn't you?
Well, when we couldn't catch the sheep.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
So what happened? You guys tried to get the sheep and you couldn't?
We were drunk. We were fooling around.
I was in the car. If you had caught one...
And my two buddies were chasing after
The reason he didn't catch one is because he was drunk.
No, I was in the car, and one of the guys cornered one, and then the thing knocked him over. And then the other guy caught one.
Did he have his pants off?
And no, stop. The idea was going to get him in the car and then see what happened.
Oh, stop.
How foolish is he?
They wanted
to get him drunk.
Sheep in the car.
They want to get him loaded first.
Give her Woolite and feel her up.
Right. And one of the guys...
Hey, get the sheep. Get your pants off.
Got his hands around the sheep, and all of a sudden he screamed because I guess it was the wrong brand.
What?
It was
the
a guy.
Grabbed a male sheep.
Oh, you got a guy sheep.
Said no.
Oh, that disgusts you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a homosexual.
No, that's immoral.
It was a male sheep.
Get a girl in here.
Hey, give me a female sheep.
Jackie's like Woody Allen at the end of the night. He's drinking Woolite.
That's a whole horror.
You make cheese.
All right, come on, let's get to some real news.
Amazing what he can do. Yeah, he's probably got children up there.
Jackie. No, give it to me, big boy.
If you wrote a book and
What?
you wrote a book and Ron wrote a book, everybody's saying, well, when Fred write a book, when do you write? And I'm scared to write a book because if I sit down and start writing stuff, you can't edit yourself. You
can't?
You got to put everything down.
Right.
So,
There you go.
He'd have to put the sheep incident.
Yeah, right. I'm a little embarrassed. Dear diary.
That's one of the ones I told
bad. You're bad.
Well, anyway, I told you I had seen this thing. It was in Time magazine. And in Seen and Heard, it says, he's the leader of a vast army of the politically incorrect, a purveyor of ideas so vulgar that he makes Beavis and Butthead sound like William F. Buckley. And now he wants to enter electoral politics. Last week, best-selling author and radio motormouth Howard Stern announced plans to run for governor of New York on the Libertarian ticket and receive several hundred phone calls of support.
Several hundred. Wait till you see the votes come. Why didn't they mention the Prodigy poll just came out?
Well, that was before this.
I won 40% of the vote. The Republican. I got more votes, almost, than the Republicans and Democrats put together.
I wish you would get out whatever that poll was you read earlier that categorized our audience.
Yep.
Because they always act as if a bunch of cretins listen to this show.
Well, they do, but they're wealthy cretins. Here, I'll read it again, just because you bring it up. Here is the truth about Howard Stern's audience. All right, now here we go. The following is from the Washington Post business section yesterday. According to Arbitron's most recent ratings, Stern draws more young men than even the highest-rated TV station during primetime hours in New York, the nation's largest market. In Washington, the average Stern listener is not only young, but surprisingly affluent, which makes Stern's show even more attractive to advertisers. The program ranks third out of 35 competitors in its time slot in the number of listeners who are college graduates and first in the number of managers, executives, and professionals, according to Scarborough Research Corporation of New York. That's the big company that figures out who exactly is listening.
Yeah.
The research company estimates that Stern is second in attracting people here with incomes topping $50,000 a year and plus. He is 31st, way at the bottom, in attracting those earning less than $10,000. In other words, high-income, highly intelligent people listen to this show. They told you, college grads, high income.
So there.
Dicks.
And who is this person speaking not for attribution in the Paul D. Colford article?
I don't know. What does he say?
Speaking not for attribution, one of Stern's closest associates insisted that the campaign was not a publicity stunt.
That's Jackie. Hey, I'll talk to you, but please, if Stern finds out, I'm finished. But give me a plug for my CD.
In the news today is the big shakeup at the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, explain that.
Jerry Jones has decided that, what's his name?
No, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. Jerry Jones is the owner or something. He has decided that Jimmy Johnson is not the man to lead Dallas to its third consecutive Super Bowl.
Yeah, he decided Magic Johnson is the guy to lead them to their third consecutive Super Bowl.
Michael Jordan.
Why would now this? I
It's
listen.
amazing. They've had this feud, I guess, going on for some time, and it became public a couple of weeks ago when Jones was in a bar somewhere saying he might just fire this guy.
You know what it is? It's guys with their big, stupid egos and their penises. It always gets in the way. It's like, here you've got, it's like Abbott and Costello. It's like Martin and Lewis. You got something great, go with it. Thank God I have a small penis, and I talk about it, because that's why Robin and I stay together.
If he had a big one, I'd be gone.
Yeah, because, I'd be, I'm going to prove to the world I don't need Robin. And I know me and Robin together, we make good radio. So who cares? Why would we fight about it? And that's the same thing with these guys. This Jimmy Jones, or whatever, Jerry Jones, the owner.
Yeah.
Put away your ego, man. Jimmy Johnson is the winningest coach in football right now. He's taken your team to 2 straight Super Bowls. I can't imagine what that's worth. And who knows if, I'm sure Jerry Jones wants to take all the credit and say, you know what, we're going to do it again without Jimmy Johnson, and I'll be a big hero. But meanwhile, why would you risk that? You're a big hero as it is. So,
Everybody loves this guy.
Yeah, what could you possibly be fighting about? You tell me what the fight is about. I guarantee you I can solve it. It's not even a money issue with them because he's already under contract. It's ridiculous. I mean, why would you break up the winningest team? It just doesn't make sense. That's a guy's ego in the way. It's just like when I worked in Washington, that guy Goff LeBar we worked for. He says, why?
Same deal.
I had the #1 show in the morning. He was like, why do they give you all the credit for the station being successful? Why don't I see my name in the newspaper? And I was
he was constantly complaining because his name was never mentioned in articles written about the success of the station.
And I used to say to the guy, what's the difference? I used to pray that they would write an article about him so he wouldn't get all bent out of shape and yell at me and stuff. Because the guy used to haul me in every day and start screaming when he saw my name in the paper.
Yeah.
It was the kind of thing like where I used to pray that they would write an article about this guy already. I wanted to turn to him. He said, why don't they credit me? Why don't they credit me? I hired you and I put in a signal. It's because you had nothing to do with it. If you were here or 20 other guys were here, it wouldn't make a difference. What do you care? Your station's successful. You're making money. Who cares who gets the credit? What's the difference?
And who would want to take this job now? Because if they don't win the 3rd Super Bowl in a row, it's going to be his fault.
Yeah.
And he'll be out of there on his butt.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out. That's stupid.
But they have named somebody. They say that Jones already has somebody picked. I don't know who he is or where he's from. But
does he have AIDS?
And no other reason to live.
All right.
Here's Jerry Jones explaining the relationship between he and Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, all right. So maybe now we'll understand. Yeah, right.
I want to be able to consult with Jimmy. I want to be able to talk with him. I want him to be able to pick up the phone and call me.
Oh, yeah. Give you free advice.
We want to have that type of relationship.
Sure.
What do you know about football?
Yeah. Be able to pick up the phone and call me.
Why should the guy call you? He's doing everything right.
Yeah. He sounds like a robot, that guy, Jerry Jones. He sounds like a robot. Did you hear him? I want him to be able to call me. I hate guys who talk like robots. I never trust them. That's why I hate our general manager, Tom Chisano.
Chisano is what he reminded me of.
You will not get a raise. You are not entitled to more.
Cost of living.
And that is it. 7%.
Cost of living.
I want you to be able to consult with Jimmy.
I want to be able to consult.
I want to be able to talk with him.
I want to be able to talk with him.
I want him to be able to pick up the phone and call me.
Call me. It's like, it's usually, hey, I want to pick up the phone and have the guy call me.
Yeah.
I want him to call me.
It's almost like PJ. Pick up the spark plug.
We want to have that type of relationship.
I am a hillbilly robot.
Plug me in. I need to be recharged.
Plug me in.
Please.
My sheep.
My battery is low.
We will win regardless of who is in the coach's chair.
And Johnson, his attitude, I guess, is I don't need this.
I don't need this.
Let him have his team.
Let him have his team.
That is what he said. Although Jimmy Johnson looks like a real hard ass. He looks like he reminds me of my social studies teacher in high school.
Well, he was a typical gym
who was
teacher.
also the football coach.
Yeah.
Mr. Caproni.
But I told you, he was the guy who admits he left his wife for football.
Yeah, I left my wife for football.
He was in the way.
That's cool. I'm thinking of leaving my wife a radio. She's in the way.
I just didn't have any time for her.
I don't have time.
And then the Sons came on the interview and they said, I think we mean more to him than football, but I'm not sure.
Right.
It mean nothing to me. I am without feeling.
I have trained myself to be inhuman. I live next door to a nuclear plant.
My hair is a helmet.
I live near power lines.
Gary, my house.
Gary lives next door.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Gary and Mary.
I don't think I could live in Dallas, man. I think a lot of dudes sound like that in Dallas. It's a city full of gym teachers.
Where we shoot presidents and people who shoot presidents.
I am a robot.
So here's how Troy Aikman felt about it, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
I sent him a bouquet of flowers like I did for Nancy Kerrigan. Troy Aikman is the quarterback, right? Yeah. Yeah, we don't care.
A lot's going to depend on who comes in, and hopefully we can keep this thing going. And I don't have any reason to believe that we as players will not be as focused and as concentrated on achieving what we want to do as we've ever been.
I bet you he's happy, Troy Aikman.
Why do you say that? Because Jimmy Johnson was the biggest star on the team?
Well, no, because Jimmy Johnson's a big hard ass, probably. Any guy who leaves his wife for football, you got to know, is busting your balls constantly. It's probably like finally having a substitute teacher.
Well, Troy did say that he talked to Jimmy after this whole thing went down, and he says the players, because, you know, a lot of the players are very disgruntled after they heard what happened. Isn't Mark Stepnowski one of those guys who usually talks to us before the Super Bowl? Well, here's what he had to say.
Mark's one of the few white guys on the team. Notice they interviewed two white guys, Troy and Mark, for, find out what they feel. Hey, how the black guys feel? Who cares?
The whole feud seems to be over who gets the credit. Now, we've been told that since day one here, that's the kind of thing that'll bring an organization down, bring a team down. Well, I guess you have a situation of guys maybe not practicing what they're preaching.
Whatever he said, I agree with. I agree. That's weird. That robot guy, man, I don't trust him. He's scary.
Guy. Jerry Jones.
We will win regardless of who is in. These guys, it's all ego. It's only a guy thing.
To call me.
Women don't understand it. It's a guy thing. It's guys trying to prove who's more important. I see it with lots of guys. I don't see it in women. I see it in guys. Women are much better in business than men. Men get the ego right in the way to the point where they spite themselves, to the point where they get rid of.
And it's with other men. If a man and a woman are working together,
that's fine.
It doesn't even have to be an issue.
It's ego crap. I even see it like in my own business. Even working here, there are times.
Jackie.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I gotta be, it's me.
You're sitting there and people are laughing and it's yours, but they're laughing at him and he's getting all the credit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's hard.
It's kind of hard. Yeah, but what's better?
Yeah. How do you say that that's your joke?
How many ways can I get the word out that I wrote something funny? See, Fred's like a woman. He don't want credit for what he writes. That's why I like Fred.
I'm hoping they think it's all Jackie.
Yeah, right. Poor Fred. If Jackie can't get any credit, what about Fred? Meanwhile, Fred's a funny guy.
Fred's a very funny guy.
Just doesn't like to share his material with anyone.
He keeps it to himself.
I can't blame him.
On occasion, then Jackie takes credit for it.
Exactly. There you go.
That's the way it works.
There's a whole other war going on
So
here.
you didn't even know Fred was sharing.
Right.
Jackie's been hogging the credit.
I'll just rewrite this in my handwriting.
Howard got a great idea. What if?
All right, anyway, enough of those
see
two.
how it goes?
Yeah, now we got Billy to deal with.
It's a peeing contest.
I'm Jimmy Jones.
Well, anyway,
I'm Jerry Jones.
Jackie steals my ideas.
Jackie, that thief.
Jackie rewrites my ideas.
Anyway, we'll have to see how the Dallas Cowboys do this year. See who's right.
Well, that'll be interesting to see, Robin.
Rodney King testifying for day number 3 in his trial in Los Angeles. It seems to be a foregone conclusion, Howard, that Los Angeles owes him some money.
I'm surprised.
Because I read in the press that the purpose of this trial is to determine how much money
I don't know why we owe this guy money.
he gets. And then there'll be a second part of the trial that determines whether some other people owe him some money.
Unbelievable.
But anyway, he's been on the stand for a couple of days now, and then he and his lawyers threw an impromptu press conference yesterday after he got off the stand, and here's a little bit of what he had to say. He's explaining here why there seems to be some discrepancy in his testimony in the first trial against the police officers and this trial in terms of the word nigger.
It's amazing he has this much time off from work to go testify.
What work?
Yeah, making a point. I'm surprised his boss lets him, Rodney King, doesn't he have a job that he has to report to?
A lot of sick days saved up.
Yeah, saved up a few sick days. It's great. Guy's just running around with nothing to do. That's what he was doing that night. Police did him a favor, beat him in the head a few times. They didn't beat him enough.
It's a high-paying job.
What gets confusing to me is when they ask me to articulate when and where the word nigger, when they were calling me nigger, what's up, nigga? What's up, killer? How you feel now, nigga? Killer? While they were beating me. Hands behind your back, nigga. Hands behind your back, nigga. They want me to tell them when it was they called me killer and when it was they called me nigger.
It's irrelevant when he was called nigger.
Well, he's saying that's what people are asking him, and that's why he has trouble answering the question.
Yeah, don't ask him any tough questions. He's got to be overtaxed. Unbelievable.
And here's more of what King had to say.
Why do you make me sit through the ramblings of Rodney King?
Because I like to get you upset.
Why are you torturing me with this?
I've been positive from day one about the word nigger. I know that I heard, and I'm absolutely sure that I heard, we're going to kill you, nigger, run. There's no doubt in my mind.
And now he's like a civil rights man. There's a guy, unproductive, driving around drunk, endangering people's lives with that vehicle. Charging out of that car. And the police beat his ass like they're supposed to. No, that was that one. You want to hear another one?
What?
I thought you had more.
No, not of
Good.
Rodney King.
A puke from that guy. And there's some dumb jury will give him a whole bunch of money. Don't give him a dime. Give him $1. That's always good. $1. That proves that he's right. Give him $1. Those poor cops locked up in jail. Lives ruined. Just because they kicked that bum.
Well, you got to be careful what you say while you're kicking, I guess.
Yeah. Who cares what they said? You know how many white trash garbage get beat by the cops every day? There's just no tape of it. Cops have to beat you once in a while. There's a gray area of the law. Come charging out of the car, they got to subdue you a little bit. Teach you a lesson.
Well, you certainly shouldn't run away. If you are doing something wrong, stop.
Or prepare to take a beating. The civil rights move is enrolling in Mississippi State in 1963, not driving around drunk. That's not civil rights. That's law-breaking. What else has he done in his lifetime, Rodney King? I read a whole bunch of other reports on him.
Well, I told you he was out that night celebrating getting a construction job after getting out of prison on robbery charges.
Yeah. This is the guy they're going to make rich. The new civil rights leader, Rodney King. For goodness sake. So assume everyone's a racist. I always assume that.
I do, too.
Just go on with your business. Conduct your life. Get a job. There's jobs. If there's no job, get together with a couple of brothers, open up a store or a lemonade stand, and try and make some money. It's America. Rodney Luther King. The new civil rights leader. Rodney Luther King. And we got a new hero on our hands. Sitting there with that money. Yeah, he'll blow it. He'll blow it.
Well, he certainly won't be doing anything probably to improve the community. Yeah, that money won't be going back into any good uses. The Rodney King Foundation won't be being set up, I don't think.
He's an enemy of society. Anyone who drives around drunk is an enemy. That's the enemy.
Jackie.
And molest sheep.
Did he do that?
No, he didn't do that. You did that. Well, you know what? He needs $9 million because he needs $9 million to process his hair. Did you see that new processed hair Rodney King has? That slick Billy D. Williams look?
Yeah.
George Benson.
Yeah, George Benson kind of look.
George Benson.
Do-do-do-do. How's that song go? Are we really happy here? George, remember he was like popular for like 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
Can't we all just get a do 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 a hairdo?
A do 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 do.
Rodney Luther King. Look at my.
Well, anyway, you know how we've been talking about the tornadoes that touched down in Alabama?
Into the liquor store.
Calm down. I'm on to another story.
We're still on that one. We're not nearly done with that. You get me started. You brought up Rodney King.
I have to go
Slowly I turn.
I have to go on. Remember the tornadoes that struck on Sunday down in Alabama?
Gary bought a house there next to the tornado.
Next to the church.
Good real estate.
You know, and it blew down all the churches and, you know, killed people in there. But there was a couple living in a trailer. So I'm kind of thinking that God doesn't like churches. He likes mobile homes.
Yeah, he does.
Because their mobile home was destroyed, but nobody was really badly hurt.
Yeah.
In fact, the woman, Renee Millblocker, says she was holding on to her 2-month-old daughter, Kristen, who was saved by a miracle. After she was blown by the tornado out of her mother's arms, she wound up safe and sound in a chest of drawers 75 feet away.
She landed in the chest of drawers?
Yes. Now, here is her mother. Or no, here's her father, Wyatt Millblocker, explaining what happened.
You know, all those people praying in church died.
I wondered how she got there. I told her she didn't get there. She was picked up and put there, and she had to be put there by the hand of God.
Yeehaw! Was that Jimmy Jones? Jerry Jones?
You will call me. You will pick up the phone. You will call me.
The Millblockers' 2 other children, aged 3 and 6, also survived with only minor injuries.
Want to know the truth?
What?
I'd rather be in a tornado than live with her parents. in that
You'd rather
mobile
live
home.
in a chest of drawers.
Yeah, leave me here in the chest of drawers. God was right.
Now we got a place to keep her.
I just like the sound of the chest of drawers better than I do the parents. I don't. Maybe it's the accent. I don't know. That's just my
That
own
accent
prejudice.
throws you.
I have a little bit of prejudice there. Go ahead.
Carbone blocks.
But isn't that kind of
Lip
incredible that she landed in a chest of drawers?
What else you got there, Robin?
The former governor of Rhode Island. You know, everybody's complaining about you running for governor.
I can't wait to be former governor of New York.
The former governor of Rhode Island and his son have been indicted on 23 counts, including bribery, extortion, and racketeering.
Yeah, I guess I'd be a really bad governor. I'd be honest.
The state attorney general says some of the indictments from the 3-year investigation date back to when this guy was the mayor of some town down there.
Well, at least they're not lovers.
A total breach of the public trust. Edward Dupreet, who was the governor from 1985 to 1991, defended himself in Providence, Rhode Island yesterday.
Hold on. That sounds like my cue.
Yeah.
Here's Edward Dupreet. Edward Dupreet is the son or the governor?
He's the governor.
Okay.
These allegations are completely untrue. And one thing, anyway, I think now at least we know what we're facing, and my family and I look forward to our day in court, where we're sure to be vindicated.
I always love when everyone says it's untrue and then they cop a plea about 3 months later.
Yeah.
I always like that.
We'll be plea bargaining in a little bit.
I mean, I don't know if that's his case, but it seems it always happens that way.
Look at this. A group of British...
Spiro Agnew said he was in the clear.
And then he said...
no low contendere.
No contest.
Yeah.
A group of British doctors is hoping that organs from specifically or specially bred pigs could be used in human transplants within 2 years.
Oh, good.
A litter of pigs at a research center in Cambridge, England, is believed to be the first generation of transgenic pigs to have been bred naturally. And scientists hope their offspring will be genetically pure enough to be compatible with humans.
So like you could have a pig heart or
Yes.
something?
Dr. David White, the head of the research team, says the hope is that the pig organs won't be rejected by the human body.
Hey, I've slept with pigs. College especially.
Dr. David White, please.
Oh, this is the guy who invented this? He invented pigs?
What we're doing, in a way, is making non-stick frying pans. We are coating organs with Teflon, if you like, to protect them from the human immune system.
What's he talking
and
about?
what we now have to discover is exactly how much Teflon we need to put on to give those organs satisfactory protection.
I don't even know what he's saying. He's a jerk. I mean, maybe he's a good guy and everything and a bright scientist, but he doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about.
What we are doing is creating a Teflon frying pan.
He's the galloping gourmet.
Of pigs.
What he's hoping is that the human body will not reject pig organs.
You think they could transplant a pig's penis onto me?
Well, I told you there's this guy who's doing elongation surgery on penises, and he talked about it. Did I give you that article? I meant to talk to you about that.
I don't want it.
I had a whole article from this guy who said he saw penises that were much smaller than yours.
Who said that?
Well, he didn't say you specifically, but the
That
way
was in
he
the newspaper?
described them
Today,
must have been smaller than yours.
Governor Howard Stern, this is a penis much smaller than Governor Howard Stern. Because I've seen a pig aroused at the Jensby Farm in Kansas.
Is that
our antenna?
Yeah.
Except it's red.
Thin,
right?
though.
It's thin as an antenna, too.
Yeah. With a little
I like
knob
that.
at the end, right?
Like maybe I wouldn't have girth, but I'd have length.
Does the job.
Sure. Makes a proud pig.
Yeah.
And I remember from this article, do you know what the average size of the erect penis is?
Pig or human?
What are we talking about? Human?
Or sheep?
I would say...
Sheep!
I would say... all right, take it easy, Jackie. I would say...
Is this Robin's personal study?
No, this was information that I
would
saw
say
in the article.
Erect or regular?
Erect.
Or regular? Let's see. Erect would be...
You all guess?
Yeah, sure. I'll say 5 inches. 5 inches.
Okay.
What do you say, Jackie?
5.5.
I said
Fred?
5 even.
Me too.
Okay, you're all in the ballpark. It's like 5 2/3 or something like that.
Yeah, Billy has 5 2/3. We measured him this morning, earlier before the show.
He didn't like 3 feet tall.
Did you see that the Pope is coming to town?
That's what I have. I have that. I have about 5 2/3. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm a full 5 2/3.
Well, then what are you worried about?
If you measure from his knee.
Oh.
No, I have a very strange... I measure from underneath. How do you measure?
I've never measured.
Oh, I've measured many a times. I've obsessed.
If I'm in a good mood...
There's 2/3 on this thing.
Give me the metal tape measure.
No, I'm regular size when I'm, I'm nothing to brag about when I'm large. But at least I look normal.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm what, 5? Let me go get a ruler.
It's not that much. It's not that much, especially a woman like you who's used to a big vibrator.
I'll tell you one thing, and it's alarming news. It seems to be that flaccid, you seem to get smaller as you get older.
Is that right?
Not
You're
meaning
feeling
you,
that
meaning
way?
me.
I can't get much smaller. I really can't. It's
I keep
ridiculous.
looking down there and saying...
I am so embarrassed when I pull my pants. And I'm alone and I'm embarrassed.
Well, that's what the guys in this article was saying. The doctor was saying, he was tired of doing these operations because he doesn't like looking at the male anatomy as much as he's had to.
Yeah.
And he says most of the men come in complaining that they're more embarrassed in front of men.
That's right. It's bad. Because usually when I'm around women, I'm naked. I'm at least semi-aroused and I look okay. So when I'm around guys in a shower or something,
Yeah,
in
the
a locker
guys
room,
complained about gyms, locker rooms,
Yeah.
health clubs.
that sucks.
Wouldn't you feel worse if you were aroused in that situation?
Yeah. There are guys like that.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm that normal. I don't know where I get the size from because I know I didn't inherit it from my father. My father's big. I think it's from my grandpa.
Skips a generation.
Yeah, it's from my grandfather. I know it. On my mother's side, because I look just like him. He must have been small, too. I have asked my mother if my grandpa was...
And that's the guy who was real angry.
Yeah, he was angry. He was the guy in knife fights and stuff, trying to always prove he was masculine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get
that would explain a lot.
from that.
Yeah, knife. His big knife. He'd pull out his big knife. Yeah, in the movies. With my mother there.
As a grown man.
Yeah, grown man having a knife fight in a movie theater in front of his daughters.
You'll see. You'll all see. It's my popcorn.
For me. I bet you he was small, Robin. That's where it came from.
I would guess if he had that kind of anger.
Although genetically, he's the guy who is responsible for me having a full head of hair.
So, do you...
Would I rather have a small peenie and a large head of hair?
Yeah. Would you rather have your father's genetics with the no hair and the,
No, I'd rather have the hair.
acceptable size, or...
Seriously, I'd rather have the hair.
Okay.
And I just don't take showers in front of guys. And that's the answer.
Pope John Paul II is coming to visit New York in October. Let's get ready.
I'll be the governor. I'm going to be the governor of New York. I'm going to be the governor of New York.
Would you rather have a small penis?
Yeah, it's going to be some press conference.
Well, you won't actually be governor by that time. The primaries will be over, I think.
By what time?
The election won't actually be until November. He's coming in October.
Who?
The Pope.
No, I'm just saying I'm going to be the governor. I'm on the last story. My whole conversation about my weenie.
Oh. I thought you were thinking of meeting the Pope as governor.
Well, of course, that'll be one of my duties. Oh, I'll wear a giant hat just like the Pope wears. Big giant purple hat.
Big garbage can.
Yeah, big garbage can on my head.
Take it off and have a cone.
Yeah, right. Big cone. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take off my giant hat and I'll have a cone head on. Hello, Pope.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to New York.
You know what's always funny to me when you read books and stuff and you see famous people and they got to stand next to the Pope and now they're dead and stuff and you realize how stupid, it did them absolutely no good to stand next to the Pope.
What, like it's supposed to keep you from dying?
No, but it's just like the big accomplishment in their life is just meaningless. The Pope's forgotten about you. You're dead now. It means nothing. They're probably so impressed with that in life, and it means nothing.
The guy who talks like Dracula.
In the end, we all end up in a box.
And so does the Pope.
Yep. Hello, Howard. I mean, Mr. Governor.
He'll probably condemn the whole state of New York if you become governor.
Yeah, right. He won't even visit. Will I be governor? But no, that'll be when.
No, it'll be in between because that's October. The election won't happen until November.
Damn, Cuomo gets to have all the fun.
Seems that he's coming here to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Cardinal O'Connor.
Why, you're holy.
Ascending to that post.
Oh, man. Wait till you see what Cardinal O'Connor wears to meet the Pope. You should see. Did you see that picture of him the other day?
Flowing with the palms? Oh, yes.
Yeah, with the palms and the giant purple hat?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
What do you think he'll wear? I mean, the Pope probably will be in white because he likes to stand out.
Cardinal will be a grown man in a big fruit suit and a Carmen Miranda hat. It'll be like as big as they. Thank you.
Shiny purple.
What color will you wear there?
Shiny purple.
And what will you wear on your head?
A big garbage can to cover my antenna so I can go to Mars. Yes, be nice to Pope. Yes, I understand.
What do you wear under that gown? What are you wearing under that gown?
Tomorrow, I'll wear a Woody Woodpecker outfit.
Don't you think?
I'm a Walter Lantz fan.
Don't you, Cardinal? Don't you think that's going a little bit too far?
Yes, big Carmen Miranda hat. With bananas and pears.
Every fruit, two of every kind. Wing.
Omni Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Voodoo.
You're good, Voodoo man. Yeah, but you'll be excited when the Pope
I'll
comes.
bless you like this. I'm hungry. I'll eat my hat. And big balloon pants like Botafugo.
No, that's too silly.
Zebra stripes.
You're going to wear big balloon pants like Botafugo with
Guido pants.
Guido.
And snakeskin boots.
To meet the Pope?
Oh, yes, and pull up in the Trans Am. Hey, stata zit. Sorry. let Big Shot from Rome go home so I can fart and watch cartoons.
He's not even here yet. You're saying he's going to cut into your cartoon time when he comes here to New York?
Yes, St. Patrick's Cathedral. The
Right.
rectory, we watch Baba Booey and Quick Draw and Hound.
No, when the Pope comes, you will spend all your available time with him because to be in his blessed presence will be unbelievable to someone like you. And I guess they're rewarding you for being so good and wear your special outfit.
That's right.
Your big...
I love my old clutch cargo tapes. My
All
next
right.
commandment, thou shalt not steal my neighbor's Z28. The Guido lead sled.
I'd love to see the Cardinal in big Joey Buttafuoco balloon pants. Big dumb pants.
Pope
With
and
those
I
funny
were
colors.
watching-
Yeah.
The other day, His Eminence and I were watching Japanese enema tape.
Oh,
He wore his white silk and I wore my purple.
Right. No, we know that's not true. You guys would never do something like that. That's...
Meanwhile, a bunch
It
of...
is true?
Oh, it is true. I'm so holy, I'll suck the bullet out of Mary Jo's head. You will be cured. The power of Jesus. With God, everything is possible. And on Saturday, we'll dress as Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
For the big holiday.
Yeah, the big day's coming up this week, right? Easter.
What was that?
Pater Noster, I was speaking
Oh,
Latin.
I see.
Because that's the official voodoo language.
Yeah.
But, you know, he really gets dressed up on Easter, so Easter's
Like
coming
the
up.
Easter bunny. I'm the Cadbury bunny.
Well, you
Put on Donald Duck feet and walk across the Hudson River. One night we even went to the Limelight dressed as Batman and Robin.
You and the Pope. He played Batman.
He was the Batman.
Yeah.
Holy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, some of those outfits you wear actually do look like goofy kind of. You know, they look funny, but I guess you have to wear that keeps your image up.
You know, but you know what I
pocketbook
love?
That's always on fire.
Yeah.
Yes, with the smoke coming out
You
of
have
it.
a pocketbook on fire.
It goes with the purple.
Yeah.
But you know what I like? That he always wears those conservative glasses.
Yes.
He's got the pointy hat
Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
and the robes flowing.
Yeah, why don't you get wild like Sophia Loren glasses? Those giant big
Nut
glasses.
glasses.
Nut glasses.
Yeah, or power frames.
What was that?
Buzzy Lazar.
Yeah, Buzzy Lazar.
Buzzy Lazar.
Buzzy Lazar. No, if you had, why don't you change the glasses? You
Power Cardinal.
Yeah. Why don't you get a more updated? Why don't you get those big blue tints?
Even Elton John glasses.
Yeah.
Yoko
Would be
gave
more
those glasses
appropriate.
a bad name.
Why don't you get Yoko glasses? Big glasses. Wraparound glasses.
If you're going to dress that bizarrely.
Do you ever get embarrassed? Do you ever want to just walk around in a suit? Or like a pair of jeans or something?
Something
Yes, but I
conservative.
still have that pointed nose, and it's
right.
better when you're dressed as a nut in the church.
Yeah, right. It's more acceptable. You like to dress as a nut full time.
I'll make all my underlings dress like Freddie Mercury. My favorite is when I dress like Liza, and he dresses like Judy, and we climb into a coffin. Holy, 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 Lord God of hosts, heaven and earth are filled with thy glory. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, bing-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang.
All right.
Yes, we have to stop and go
Yeah,
on.
come on, we have more
I
news,
see here
Cardinal.
that some leading Catholics
Cardinal.
and some leading evangelicals.
You know, his name is John Cardinal
Yes.
O'Connor.
Uh-huh.
He uses Cardinal in the middle of his name.
Right, it's like
Why do you do that?
Christopher Superman.
Jackie Joke Man Modeling.
I see.
Same thing.
Jackie Joke Man. You put your nickname in the middle.
Joke Man Jackie Modeling.
All right. All
or
right.
Tom Magnum P.I. Selling.
I'll give you the final word, then you got to shut up. What is it?
What?
Do you want to say anything?
Oh, let me see.
All right.
Yeah, really.
I'll pass on that one. All right. Thank you. Okay.
They have decided to stop fighting about who has the better religion, Howard.
Who, the Jews and the Christians?
No. The Catholics and the evangelicals. You know, like Pat Robertson and that group.
Oh, Catholics definitely have it over there.
No. They've decided to join forces and stop fighting about who has the better faith.
I say any faith
bind together.
where you got to go on TV and ask people to send you money, like poor people to send you money, so you can have more bad TV shows. I say that they lose.
Well, I don't know. They're deciding that the 52 million Catholics in this country and the 13 million evangelicals will no longer hold each other at theological arm's length and stop aggressive proselytizing against each other or for each other's flocks. In short, they will be working together as a common faith in recognition of each other.
I don't think we'll ever see the Cardinal.
We're better than they are.
I don't think we'll ever see the Cardinal come out and say that Pat Robertson is doing good work.
My God's better than you.
I'm just telling you, they've made a decision to do that.
Don't believe it. Right, Cardinal?
We're better than them. We have Latin.
Right.
Funny hats. And queer priests.
Oh,
yeah. And what do they have?
Doesn't stack up, does it?
No.
Better than them. My God's bigger than your God.
Did you see?
Faster and shinier.
Did you see that there was a woman who was fired from her job in Virginia because she has a mustache?
Yeah, I saw that. Now, what was it? I saw her on TV last night. That's a pretty good growth she had on her face.
Yes, that was heavy.
Now, why won't she? Now, what is it? Where did she work?
She worked at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in McLean, Virginia.
And they said, listen, your mustache is... She was a young girl, an attractive girl.
Yeah, except for the hair on her lip.
Didn't she kind of look like Gary's sister? I mean, if Gary had a sister. But anyway, she was a dark-skinned girl, not black or anything.
No, she's a white girl.
White girl, but swarthy.
Lucia Joy Galinsky.
Galinsky. She's not up on charges. She can't be guilty. Guilty. So she thinks she was fired because of her mustache. How does she know that's true? Maybe she was fired for not being a good worker?
Well, because there was one manager there that kept her there in spite of her mustache, and as soon as he was fired, she was fired. So now the Ritz-Carlton is going to give her job back and said maybe they weren't being as sensitive as they should have been.
I'm going to tell you something. Here's reality. The Ritz-Carlton is a very fancy hotel. The way they get you to go there is that everyone looks good, the building looks good. You've been to the Ritz-Carlton.
Sure.
This is a class operation.
I was asking myself, would I mind if this woman behind the counter had a mustache?
Yes, you would. You would mind. It would take in other words, they go through all this expense to make the Ritz-Carlton the ritziest hotel, and then suddenly there's a girl with a mustache. You know, it's ridiculous. And there is an image there. And the girl had a prominent mustache. I mean, it was pronounced. It was not
some thin veil of hair.
Yeah, there was hair there. But what did they ask her to shave it?
I don't know whether they ever gave her an opportunity to do something about it, but I guess she has no desire to.
To me, she looked a little like Leroy Neiman, who painted my poster.
Yeah, with the curly cues.
Yeah.
Got the waxed handlebars.
No, it wasn't quite that hairy. But I saw her. She was not a bad-looking girl. It makes you wonder, like, do people, like, why wouldn't you just shave and keep your job if you knew everyone was upset about your mustache?
But should she have to?
Yes, absolutely.
This is a natural thing.
I know.
Suppose it was this.
Oh, come on. You run it's like you run an expensive clothing store. People are in business. It's like even like everyone has an image they want to project to their customers. If you're in the service business, it's just like even the recording studios, maybe they have to have a certain look for that. There's a certain look for kinds of jobs.
I don't know whether she was actually in contact with the public. See, that is my question.
Well, that I don't know.
She was in a cage.
She was in a cage. They had it caged in.
Welcome to the Ritz-Carlton.
She was an attraction.
Feed me.
Feed me.
That's a good question to ask, if she actually had contact with the people who were frequenting the hotel.
I don't know about the mustache, but when girls start having Neil Young sideburns, it's time to quit. It's time to get out of the business.
Those pork chop
Big pork chop sideburns. Anything else, Robin?
Yes, there's a couple of other things, interesting things. A Los Angeles judge has granted Deborah Ellen Hecht 20% of her dead boyfriend's frozen sperm.
Now, this is an outrage.
You think this is wrong?
Oh, I certainly do.
Her boyfriend, she had been with this man for about 5 years, William Kane. He was a very wealthy lawyer, and he committed suicide. Then, in his will, he had given her 20% of all of his property. Well, his adult children were protesting the sperm as property. They said the sperm wasn't property and they should be allowed to take it and get rid of it.
How are they going to get rid of it? In a bunch of tissues? So I get rid of mine.
But the girlfriend said she wanted at least some of it, at least one vial, because that could give her a child.
And where's the sperm? In his underwear? I mean, where is it kept?
No, he had gone to a sperm bank just before he killed himself.
Now, does she want kids, or she likes to take?
Concerned that they might have to split some of their inheritance with any half-sibling she may have.
Let me tell you something, Robin. Wow. This idea of artificial insemination is bad enough because it's totally unnatural. Soon you're going to find people taking the sex of their child. It's going to just throw off the whole natural curve. But it's worse. When a guy is dead, that's it. You can't start having children after you're dead. That's wrong. And where does the responsibility for the child lie?
The woman said she wouldn't even make any claims against the estate once she had the child. She just wants to have a child.
Is she willing to sign a piece of paper to that family?
I don't know about a piece of paper, but that's what she said.
But the family will be responsible. If the woman doesn't do well, they're going to feel bad. This was his child. Oh, come on. It's ridiculous. Toss those poor tadpoles into a stream and let them go. Reject them like I reject mine every night.
Well, the children also claimed in their case that this woman knew of this guy's plans to commit suicide for several, I guess, weeks before it happened, and she did nothing about it.
It's an outrage, Roman. That's all I'm going to say.
Very confusing. Life is very confusing. Then there's
this room is confusing.
The story of Jamie Peavy.
Janie Peavy.
She's a Dallas girl, 25 years old.
Peavy dance.
She wrecked her pickup truck a mile from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and spent 2.5 days in near-freezing temperatures pinned in her wrecked truck. Oh, it's not funny.
This is an amazing story.
Yeah, she was leaving her job to go visit a friend, and she missed an exit and then turned around the truck, and I guess she didn't know what kind of road she was on, and suddenly it went from 2 lanes to 1 lane to nothing, and she went down a ravine and got pinned inside the truck, and there was nobody there to find her for 2.5 days. She survived by tying her belt to her purse and throwing it into the creek that she was sitting in and pulling it back in to get water. When the water got too low, she took off her shirt, and then she tied that to the belt, and she threw it out and got the water saturated into the shirt, and she brought it back in.
Whoa, yeah.
She ate old bloody mints that she found, because she was in there injured.
Where do you get bloody mints?
She had them in her pants.
That she had in her pants, and when the mints ran out, she started eating.
She might lose her legs.
Well, it could be, because she was pinned in there and her legs were crushed.
Was she topless when they found her?
No, she had a little shirt on.
No legs? Whoa.
And she even wrote a note in lipstick to her parents because she wanted them to know what happened to her. She said, "Nobody killed me. I had a wreck. My legs are pinned and the truck door is stuck. I love you all." But a construction worker found her on Monday, 10 feet down in a ravine. He heard her screaming, "Help me!" So now she's in the hospital.
Bet you Geraldo booked her before they found her. That guy's quick.
I just want to point out one thing in the paper today. They tell the story of a young girl who died at the hands of her parents. She was 4 years old, found dead in the home, had burn marks over her body, old and new ones. There was apparently information at the Human Resources Administration, or whatever it's called here, whatever social services agency is supposed to detect things like this, since 1987, of child abuse in this family. They knew the family had a history of drug abuse, but they kept returning these children to the family until one of them is now dead.
Don't blame the social services. You have no idea how they are overwhelmed. There is so much child abuse in certain communities in this country that
It doesn't matter if it's a community or a person.
They have nothing. No, they can't handle it. You don't understand. We're a society out of control. The government can no longer control its people. The people have to take some responsibility.
Well, when you know, Howard, and you keep sending the children back, I don't understand it.
There's nothing they can do. They got nowhere to send these kids. They got nothing they can do with them.
That's ridiculous.
The parents have to be electrocuted now. We have to give them the death sentence. They killed, and now they have to go to.
But there's this liberal attitude of family preservation. It doesn't matter what the mother and father do. These social services agencies have now been told at all costs preserve the family.
That's conservative. That isn't liberal.
No. That is the thought of mindset of these liberals who think, it doesn't matter if the man and woman take drugs. It's a family.
Electrocute them. Electrocute all the liberals.
Electrocute everybody.
Electrocute them in an uncomfortable chair. That's another thing I meant to tell people.
The electric chair will be uncomfortable?
Oh, yes. You ever see these electric chairs they build? They're beautiful. They're so comfortable.
They're padded?
Yeah, they're padded. You should see what goes on in New York. Not in New York, in these other states. In New York, there will be the most uncomfortable. As you die, you'll be so uncomfortable.
You'll be splintered.
Yeah. Splinters in your ass.
Splinters, yeah.
All right, look.
Let me just tell you what's going to be on the... anything else I wanted to do here? Let me check.
Better check. You don't want to miss anything.
Oh, Grace Slick.
Yeah.
She got into trouble a couple of weeks ago when she was brandishing a gun at police.
Yeah.
Well, she was in court yesterday. Her lawyer put in a plea of innocent to the charges against her, and when he came out of the courtroom, he wanted to assure everyone that no drugs were involved.
Oh, good.
In this Grace Slick case. Charles Breyer.
I was wondering.
There's a big question about it.
There was some speculation in the press that, in fact, drugs were somehow involved, and I want to just advise you that she was thoroughly tested, and no drugs at all were present or used by Grace.
No alcohol either?
I don't want to comment any further.
Interview over.
Do you consider hash a drug?
I don't want to comment any further. On Sally today, pregnant women physically abused by their husbands.
And they got the husbands to come on. That's wonderful. That's great. I don't know how they do it. God bless these shows.
Montel Williams, women find out their husbands are having affairs and face off with their mates' mistresses.
Oh, that's good.
And on Ricky Lake, women attracted to their sisters' husbands.
All right.
So there you have it. Oh, and Henry Mancini apparently is suffering from cancer. I didn't know that. And he says he's going to alternative medicine.
Yeah,
they don't say what kind of cancer he's suffering from.
That's a sure sign he's on his way out. Alternative medicine. That's after you tried all the regular medicine.
And at a couple of different rock concerts, they seem to have some problems with some kids. A Pearl Jam concert, there was sort of a riot. And who was the other group that...
Steve McQueen was into alternative medicine. He used to take the peach pit enema.
How's he doing?
He's, as far as I know, he's gone.
Oh, I guess it didn't work out.
Tell Henry to stick with regular medicine.
Well, what are you going to do when regular medicine fails you? Try everything.
Can we get him booked on the show? How come Jenny Jones has all these good guests and we have no one?
I was just trying to call the Cyclops.
Oh, were you?
Your family's here.
Hey, you know what? You know what's on Jenny Jones? A ventriloquist who uses a fetus in a jar as his dummy.
Oh.
It's a whole new act. It's just one of these abortion fetuses. It's a real fetus. Oh, my family's here?
Yes.
My wife and kids?
Your daughters are dying to get on the air now.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
All right, let them give them a quick thrill, if the audience doesn't mind. A real quick thrill for the kids. So I'll show you. This is also good for my gubernatorial image to show you what a good family man I am.
You have to have
hi, girls. This is Emily. Say hi first.
Hi.
Deborah, step up to that microphone and say hello.
Hi.
Those are the girls. Ashley, of course, at home.
This is the first family, the state's new first family.
Yeah, this is the first Ashley home nursing a hangover.
Hi, Robin.
Hello.
Hey, girls, you look pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Allison, honey.
Hi, honey.
How you doing?
Good.
Look at my wife.
You're still on the air.
How long has it been?
Yeah, I know. This is crazy. Didn't I get up like 2 o'clock this morning and couldn't get back to sleep?
Yes.
Girls, anything you want to say? You want to say hi to some of your friends or anything?
No, hi. Hi.
Hi. And the kids are totally media savvy now, not uptight about getting on the air or anything.
Good, good.
Yeah, they're very much into it. It's always weird for me to see the kids here in the radio station.
Out of context.
You know what I mean? They're out of context
That's
here.
right.
It's a whole different world in here.
Robin's hair, that's definitely red.
Yes, I don't know where he got pink from this morning.
Oh.
Your father has a problem with colors, girls. You have to teach him.
I love when Elsie comes in and takes the show back 3 hours to something she heard and no one knows what she's talking about. How come I'm the only one who knows how to do radio?
Oh, excuse us for being here.
Yeah, really.
Kids want to plug 1-800-52-STERN so Daddy can sell a few tapes?
What?
Nothing.
Do you like Daddy's oil painting at home?
Hey, yeah, what do you think of that oil painting? Isn't that great?
By Leroy Neiman.
Yeah, Leroy Neiman. Yeah, the
Did you
kids
know that was your daddy when he brought it home?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Ashley even knows. She goes, Dad.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Allison and I were arguing the other day about
About what?
the kids always say, hey, you guys getting a divorce? But they don't realize every mommy and daddy have fights sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
They get nervous.
They get nervous. Kids get nervous. Because I used to ask my parents, are you guys getting a divorce?
Is that right?
I only prayed they got a divorce. Life would have been easier. If my parents had gotten a divorce, life would have been so simple. I would have gotten good gifts.
Oh, I want one of those finger things.
What is she doing?
She's taking finger cuts.
Oh, don't put those on, Deborah.
Take Uncle Jackie's nasty finger cuts.
Uncle Jackie's a very, very disgusting man. You don't want to wear anything that Uncle Jackie wore.
You'll get choke leprosy.
Yeah. Your fingers will fall off from Jackie's stuff. Boy, my wife snapped too right away. Get those things off.
I didn't say a word. Emily wanted one.
Anyway, so...
What do I want?
They can have
Here, kids, take one of mine. What is it, Baba Booey?
Give me one. I don't...
Get what?
The finger thing.
Deborah was looking at the picture of Ralph on the wall when he was in high school. She couldn't believe what a geek he was.
He's a geek. He is.
Well,
He's still a geek. You just don't know it.
It was just a couple of years ago.
Anyway, kids, so Mommy and Daddy aren't... First of all, my kids really want me to be governor. Although, Emily, you don't want me to be governor, right?
No.
Why
I want you
not?
to take it seriously.
Why don't you want me to be governor?
Because you don't know anything.
I thought you gave him a pamphlet about what a governor's supposed to do.
Yeah, and you didn't even look at it.
I did, too. I told you I looked at it. She gave me all her school notes on what... Ask me anything about being governor. Ask me anything. I know a lot of stuff.
No.
You ask me something. She thinks she knows. She studied government in school.
Yes.
And maybe because I got a couple of questions wrong, she thinks I don't know how to be governor.
She just wants you to take it seriously.
But I am, honey.
Major responsibility.
But why don't you think I'm taking it seriously? Seriously.
Because you're going to be in charge of the whole thing, and you're just...
Is he playing around?
No, now
he just...
You're hurting my candidacy.
If your own children don't support you, Howard.
Don't you want to live in the governor's
you
mansion?
told me you wanted to come in the booth with me and vote for Daddy.
I know, just no one else is.
Everyone, did you see what the Prodigy? You kids know what Prodigy is now. They took a poll all over the country. You know, I came in. I got.
He got more votes than anybody.
Governor Cuomo got 26%. An unnamed Republican got 25%. I got 40% of the vote. I'm going to win. I'm going to be the governor.
You are?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, Deborah's happy, right, Deborah?
Deborah's for you.
You want to live in Albany, Deborah, with me?
Yeah.
And you want to help me decorate the governor's mansion?
Yeah.
Oh, so now everyone's on board. And you kids...
It's going to be like the Reagan.
Yeah, you kids won't be like Patty Davis, will you? You'll be more like Maureen, the loving children. Children seeking love from their father, not to make him unhappy. You kids will be an asset to the campaign.
We're very supportive of you.
Yeah, my wife really wants to get into that.
She wants to be the first lady.
She wants a bigger house.
I want a bigger house.
Yeah, you'll be the first lady.
Fit in the governor's...
I was thinking of making Tempest the first lady. My wife will just be an associate. Anyway,
I don't like that idea.
Just kidding, of course. No, but seriously, you guys will be the first kids. You'll be very, you'll be political kids. You're going to have to say positive things about me. But I don't know. Why do you think I'm not taking it seriously? I really am serious.
What does he do at home that makes you not think he's serious?
You say it's funny.
It is funny. But it is funny. What is it, Deborah? You could say it.
What does Paquittal mean?
What does what?
Paquittal mean or something.
Paquittal?
No, like...
What does what?
You just said it.
Paquittal? What is she asking?
I don't know.
Say it again.
Like politics.
Political kids. Political kids. You'll be kids who, live the life of, the governors.
You'll have to give press conferences.
Yeah, you'll talk to the media and stuff like that. Your father's...
Media.
The media is like, radio and TV.
Newspapers, radio, television, magazines.
Yeah, everything. Political means a lot of candy, okay? You're going to be political kids with a lot of candy.
Okay.
Good?
Yes.
My kids love candy.
Win.
Daddy tells you to eat health food, right? But you get the kids like candy a lot.
Yeah. Well, are you wearing?
I like to eat. I don't like food.
Yeah, just candy.
Are they wearing campaign buttons to school? Are they campaigning?
I told them not to.
Oh, I see.
I told them not to, bring it into school.
I see.
Might be, From what I understand, Pat Paulson's kids didn't bring it into school either. None of the big candidates do.
All right.
Well, the teachers are discussing it in Emily's school.
No, they're not.
The teachers?
The Hebrew teachers.
Is that right? Oh, yeah, they're for me, right?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. You went into the wrong territory.
The Hebrew teacher said that if you eat bread on Passover, God's going to come down and eat you.
Interesting.
That's why your kids are gonna be going to Catholic school starting next week. There's too much voodoo going on in that Jewish religion. Who was that, Rabbi Dahmer? Cardinal, what do you make of that? All right, tell the kids something good that they can learn about God. Give them a lesson.
God is a big black woman.
All right, thank you, Cardinal.
When she gets mad at you, she throws breadsticks at you. God gives chunkies to kids who act like humans.
Hey, kids, that's you know who that is? That's Billy West. That's the guy who does Ren and Stimpy. That's Ren and Stimpy right there.
Have you ever met Billy?
No.
Yeah, we met. I met you at your house one time.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, they love you.
Yeah?
Oh,
They love Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, I'll get you some pictures then. What is it, man?
See? Do it for them so they believe
Here,
it.
have a magic nose goblin. I picked them myself.
Oh.
Look at Emily's face. She doesn't believe it.
She's in shock.
That's the guy.
Wait, do that again.
What, the face?
Do everything again.
Do Ren and Stimpy.
Do the voices.
Do everything again.
What is it, you idiot? I'm not an idiot, Ren. Am I?
And do that other cartoon that the kids like that you were involved with.
Oh, Doug?
Oh, we love Doug.
Yeah, do Doug's voice.
Oh, he's painlessly average 11-and-a-half-year-old.
See?
And he loves Patty Mayonnaise.
Close your eyes and you'll see him.
Yeah.
He has a crush on Patty Mayonnaise.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm his friend Roger. Roger the bully.
Hey, Billy, my kids look up to you. I mean, down to you.
And I'm smarter than Gary.
Right. Cool, huh, kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Show business.
All right.
Show business. Imagine a guy getting paid for making goofy voices. Daddy has to work hard for a living, not like Billy, who gets paid for doing easy stuff. So we're going to be in the governor's mansion, and you should be proud of it. Don't think I'm taking it as a joke, Emily, because I really am taking it seriously. Deborah, you know I'm taking it seriously, right?
Uh-huh.
I really am.
You're for him.
Yeah, but Emily's really for me. She really wants to be the governor's
sure, but
daughter.
she wants you to be serious. Do you want him to quit after like 3 days?
No.
That's what upsets her. See, that's what makes her mad.
Yes, I figured that was it.
But don't you understand?
My parents don't understand it either. My mother
No, don't you understand that I'm qualified to do certain things, and once I do them, I should step down and let somebody really run the government who can do more? Do you understand that? I think people appreciate that. That's honesty. I'm saying I'm going to do what I'm good at. I'm going to get the death penalty for people who are mean and, fix the roads up so people can get to work, and that's all I'm really capable of. Plus, I have a show business career to worry about. I have to tend to that. Being governor, don't put bread on the table. All right?
We'll be up there with no bread.
All right. I'm going to make it so that every night episodes of Baywatch on TV, not just one night a week. 7 days a week.
I thought you were keeping it to these 3 things.
All right, okay, you're right. Keep it to the 3 things. Keep it simple.
Getting so complicated.
All right, who wants to do a song? Anybody want to perform? Emily, you ought to. Emily takes singing lessons and everything. Yeah.
To the Joseph song.
No.
She does, and Deborah takes singing lessons too.
Oh, really? Do it.
Oh, you don't?
Piano with some singing.
You do some singing. You should. I got the kids signed up for all kind of lessons.
Yeah.
Who has the kids?
I got. Oh, all right. My wife does. She's in charge. Am I the who's the more fun parent, mommy or daddy?
Mommy.
No, daddy.
Wait a minute. You both. That didn't sound like the kids to me.
Kids, take a vote.
No.
It's all right. Who do you think is more fun? Like, who's more fun to hang out with?
No. They're both the same.
Really? Are my kids well trained or what? But if you had to live with one of us, with mommy or
At least
daddy.
they learned not to pick favorites.
Right. If you had to choose, would you rather live with the governor, who has a film career and writes hit books, or sit at home with mommy?
Who takes them everywhere and does everything for them?
Daddy's money.
Yeah. Once daddy's money dries up, what fun will mommy be? No, kids, seriously.
No!
Do you guys want to sing? I got these kids signed up for singing, piano,
again with the I.
karate lessons, everything. They do it all. These
Yes?
kids are super kids.
All right.
Got all the advantages I never had.
Wonderful, Howard.
Right, kids?
Yeah.
How do they know what advantages you didn't have?
I'll take them where I grew up. I'll send them right into culture shock. Never ask you kids to mow the lawn or anything, right? Always have gardeners doing that, right? You kids don't have to lift a finger in the house. What do you have to do? You don't even have to clean your rooms. I got housekeepers for that. These kids got a maid.
They have to straighten.
Yeah, they straighten. You should see the straightening, right? Am I some father?
I've seen the straightening.
Tell the world what a father I am. Come on, I'm running for governor. You kids got to stick up for me. Tell them.
He's the best dad.
Hey, I got the household organized. I'll organize the stage just the way I organize the house.
Oh, yeah, you'll have everybody label their closet.
I'll have people cleaning up. I'll have people cleaning up and taking piano lessons.
You'll have them labeling the closet.
Right. Only my closet's labeled. I'm telling you.
Do what voices.
Oh, no, come on, Emily. Sing a song.
Yes.
Or Deborah, you do
Yeah,
one.
you have to do
Somebody do
singing
one.
for him.
I don't know what song to sing.
Please, come on. Do a Joseph. Do something that you're really familiar with.
Do that wonderful song.
What about, like, from Under the Sea, from,
What was that play you did?
Yeah, what was the play? Peter Pan.
I don't like that.
Do the Joseph song that
She
you just
sang something from that last time.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
She's got such a good... You really don't want it? Deborah, you want to sing?
I want to sing, but I don't know what song to sing.
All right.
No, but that's too bad.
Yeah, sing something. Sing what you auditioned for in school. Remember you
Beauty
did
and
it?
the Beast.
Yeah, please. That one I love.
Okay.
All right, listen to this.
Oh, that's
Shh. It's my kid.
How do you read?
You want to stand?
Yes, I do.
As long as you don't...
Does she need echo?
Oh, you want some echo?
Yeah.
Here, wait.
Do you remember when she gave the rocks?
Testing.
All right, go ahead. Here's my kid.
All right.
Everyone quiet down. This is better than the Pete Fornatale show. Go ahead.
Quiet.
All right, shh. Fred, shut up.
Okay. Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Thank you.
That's it? What the hell happened?
Okay.
All right.
I can't get this to work.
Well,
Little
nobody
trouble
else
with-
can either.
Those mics don't work. Don't get too close to the mic. It throws off your residence. Go ahead. No,
Don't
that's
go
good.
out of the room.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little change, small to say the least.
Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
All right. Very nice. Very nice.
Yay.
Deborah, you want to go?
Deborah, you want to sing? No, Deborah don't want to sing.
Next time we have to bring some keyboards for you, Deborah.
Yeah. Well, there's the kids. I'm doing a great job as a parent.
Oh, yes, I
They're
can
great
see.
kids. They're great kids. Hey,
They're great kids.
they are. They're great kids.
I do consult with him.
Yeah, every once in a while.
He helps.
No, I manage. My wife is the main caretaker, but I
Yeah.
advise her.
You say, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
No, we
No, come on. I'm the one who really is the mastermind behind these children.
Oh.
Absolutely
I
not.
govern.
No, but I feel that we're a great team.
Mom.
I really do.
What's wrong with saying that?
That's a good word
Daddy
to
and
say.
I-
Hogging the microphone.
Oh, she's hogging the microphone. That's your mother.
Daddy and I are a great team.
Mine.
Oh, she has to get her own
I
mic?
didn't get one.
All right, kids, I got to wrap this up.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
I like it here.
Well, you guys are doing the show with
to
Pete
get
Fornatale then.
You guys want to work with Fornatale?
What?
He's looking for a partner.
Deborah, welcome.
What was that?
Welcome, Emily and Deborah.
Yeah, Pete's got to
My
do
very
his...
Special guest, Emily and Deborah.
Pete has got to do his thing for Eric Clapton today. It's his 49th birthday or something. We're holding up the celebration.
Pete's 49th birthday or
No,
Eric Clapton's?
Eric Clapton's 49th birthday.
Because I know Pete's shaving a few years off if he's saying he's 49. All right, anyway, listen. Kids, I want to thank you for stopping by. My beautiful wife, Allison, thank you for stopping by.
Your father drives me up a wall, but I dare not say that.
1-800-52-STERN. For those of you who want our backstage tape and poster, $39.95, $4.50 shipping and handling. You must be 18 or older to order. Also, Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling to order Jackie's new comedy CD, 78 minutes of wild jokes, only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Call 1-800-323-5464. And tonight there's a big show over at Chuckles Comedy Club. Also, Jackie will be out front signing people up for the Libertarian Party in Mineola on Long Island. For information, call the All Digital 516-922-WINE. Kids, you think Uncle Jackie's funny? What? Kids.
I don't know.
What? You guys?
Remember
Uncle Jackie tells you jokes.
Tell us a joke.
Uncle Jackie, tell the kids a joke.
No.
What? No. Why? Tell the kids.
Tell them about Michael Jordan.
We'll laugh because it's not funny.
Tell me your Michael Jordan joke, Jackie. All right, forget it. Uncle Jackie's a tongue tie.
Tell a joke.
Tell a kid's joke. Tell the kids a joke.
Then we'll think you're funny because you're not
Tell a
funny.
poop joke?
What? Tell a quick
poop joke.
A poop.
Oh,
Yeah,
they love
duty
wild
joke.
over that.
Duty
They
joke.
love that.
They love duty.
There's an Indian chief.
Is it somewhat clean for the radio?
You know, and he can't pass gas.
Oh, geez.
Go ahead.
Why?
His stomach hurts. He can't pass gas, so his squaw goes to the doctor, and the doctor gives
What?
his wife. An Indian's wife is a squaw.
Jackie, we got political.
Wonderama?
You know, Deborah learned in
Picked
school.
the longest joke he knows.
Deborah
Native
learned in school that
American.
it's Native Americans.
Yes.
You don't say Indians
Yes.
and squaws,
Right.
What are Indians called, Deborah?
Native American.
Right, Jackie. Oh, an Indian's wife is called a squaw.
There was this redskin.
Jackie, give him a short joke.
Native American.
Give me, one of those.
I like that joke.
All right,
I do.
thanks.
I just want to hear the rest of it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Start from the beginning again.
Oh, no.
Okay, kids. How do you get into the...
Now that we know where the squad is, tell us the rest.
Wait, how do you get into the cemetery?
How?
With a skeleton key.
Jackie, what a bad joke.
All right, hey, come on. Jackie, finish the Indian joke. Finish the Indian joke, because now the kids know
Because
what
now we don't know what the squaw did.
Yeah.
So the squaw goes and to the
Just
doctor.
say wife.
Emily, that's
Native
rude. Come on,
American's
let the guy get his.
Yeah, let everybody else interrupt me, Emily.
Right.
Don't
Let
talk
us
while
interrupt.
they're interrupting.
Yeah.
And the squaw is squaw okay?
Yeah.
And the squaw says, "Big chief, no fart." So the doctor gives the squaw a bottle full of pills and says, "Give the chief 3 of these." And she takes them home, gives them to the chief, and she comes back the next day and says, "The doctor, big chief, no fart." And the doctor says, "Well, tell him to take 5 of those pills." She comes back the next day and she says, "Big chief, no fart." So the doctor says, "You know what? Tell him to take all the pills in the bottle." And she comes back the next day and says, "Big fart, no chief."
I like it.
Matter with you? Just because the kids didn't
Hey,
let.
I told that to my nephew, and I said the Indian couldn't pass gas, and he fell down.
I don't even get it. You get it, Emily?
He blew himself out of the kooky.
Oh, I see. That went over my head. Anyway, get Jackie's new CD, kids. The new Stuttering John.
78 minutes of that.
78 minutes of that. The new Stuttering John album titled Stuttering John will be out April 19th in record stores everywhere. And to get on Stuttering John's mailing list, call 609-546-STUPID. And if you're planning a wedding, boy, don't we have a bunch of talented people on the show? Stuttering John, Jackie, all out with all kinds of
All
stuff.
with CDs.
If you're planning a wedding or party and need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment toll-free from any city, 1-800-PARTY-MC. And if you'd like to hire Scott in the New York area, call 718-BAG-5040. Hey, did you kids see Uncle Scott's new hair?
No.
Yeah, Uncle Scott got new hair. He's not bald anymore. Uncle Scott, want to come in and show the kids?
Maybe you can smoke for him.
You teach him.
My kids haven't seen Uncle Scott's new
Did
hair.
he use men's hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
How'd I guess?
Hey, look at him.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh,
He used to be bald.
Now, isn't that
You
good?
look all new.
Yeah.
Oh, you look great.
Thanks, Grandfather Scott.
Oh, yeah. He looks like a young man, doesn't he?
He looks like Luke Perry.
How do they get to be the same color as the hair?
Hey, look, yes, Scott, answer the kids' questions. You know, doesn't he look like Luke Perry now, kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Luke Perry after he's dead 25 years. Just kidding.
Luke's scary.
Luke's scary.
Luke's scary.
Anyway, the kids like your hair. Scott, stop showing off.
Okay.
That head of hair of yours.
Hey, Emily's almost 14, right?
No.
No.
Oh, just Scott's looking for a date.
What, are you looking for a date, you horny jerk?
No, bud.
Scott, you're despicable. All right, anyway, Robin, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
And I want to thank everyone for... Okay, right after...
Did you give that Bag 5040 number?
Yeah, I give 7... To get in touch with Scott's new hair, 718-BAG-5040.
Okay.
Thank you.